Your blades are sharpened with precision, flashing your favorite point of view. I know you're waiting in the distance, just like you always do, just like you always do. Already pulling me in, already under my skin, and I know exactly how this ends. I let you cut me open just to watch me bleed. Gave up who I am for who you wanted me to be. Don't know why I'm hoping for what I won't receive. Falling for the promise of the emptiness machine. The emptiness machine.
Now I will tell you what I've done for you. 50,000 tears I've cried, screaming, deceiving, and bleeding for you. And you still won't hear me. Don't want your hand this time, I'll save myself. Maybe I'll wake up for once, not tormented
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. We made it. We made it. I had to travel across all of Stockholm to get here. It's 6 a.m., but we fucking made it. We made it with plenty of time for T1 versus Gen G. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. And then after this, I'm going straight to the venue to set up the kosherring booth in the venue. And then we're gonna go live from there. I can't watch DNF versus DK today, probably. So I apologize. How are you feeling about the finals? I think we'll be okay. We'll be good. Yeah, it's time to call Caedrel a DK fake fan, because he's going to miss a completely meaningless series that has no reason, so he can set up his stream and try to win a finals. That's crazy. How dare you? How dare you? How dare you? Chat, how are we doing on this fine morning? Evening. Are you not going to the Red Bull Gaming Sphere in Stockholm? That's where I am right now. I'm there right now. That's exactly where I am. I would show you, but I actually, I'm so lazy. Should I show you? I feel like I've already shown you. Wait, did I lock the door? Yeah, I think I did. Red Bull Gaming Sphere. Everything's off, pitch black, and I'm in the back room with all the boxes and spare PCs. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Stop with that emote spam. Bro, you can't write this fucking wrist rat emote. You can't write that. You can't write that. Yeah, if you're in Stockholm, we're gonna do, after T1 Gen G series, there's gonna be a little pop-up shop where we're gonna be selling, some t-shirts. I'll be there saying hello to everyone. Hola! And then, yeah. Then I'll go set up my kosherring booth, and then we'll go live in a few hours from then. From the big arena. Chat, I saw the arena yesterday. The arena is pretty fucking big. It's like LEC level arena. It's fucking big. And not only is it fucking big, there's a K-pop group performing. We took pictures with them yesterday. I heard them warming up. I think their name is Primrose? Primrose? They were really sweet. Check your Reddit. There is crazy news. There is no crazy news. What do you mean? What's the crazy news? Bro, can we just take a second to why did you make that? What is that? Why? What the fuck have we done? Guys? What have we done? People probably don't know the context for this. Look what I found on Soul W Place. This art is crazy, by the way. Yo, shout out to Murai. What are we doing? Leaguepedia, the face of League. Balsi. I mean, he's messy, yeah. While watching LCK 3 Aurelius, Guma and Bang have currently the same assists and wins in the LCK. Oh, yeah. LCP wildcard stage standings. The winner of this will go to LCP. Fairy Charm. That's a cool name. That's OG as fuck. Fairy Charm. Fairy Charm is a classic. Someone says WoW Druid. No, not WoW Druid. Fairy Charm is an item in League. Okay, we saw all this. Doombots vs LR 1-0. What the fuck is this? Spectate LR vs Doombots? We lost again? Okay, stop that. Stop that. Stop that. Stop that. Okay. Is the LCK stream live? It's not even live yet, is it? Bro, I rock up before the LCK stream is even live. Holy. LCK stream is live. Where's the music? Is anyone else's stream frozen? Oh yeah, there we go! It's because we need to watch on YouTube because Twitch freezes all the time. Yeah.
요즘 꿀금 너무 조용해 밤을 태우던 악기들은 모두 어디에 럼블쿵 맞은 전적 위에 의지를 다져 악기 토끼가 깨어난다 숨을 고르고 큐를 돌려라 사라진 불꽃이 다시 불러 난 원래 악기였던 거야 Now it's time, here I go
Yeah. Yeah.
승리의 감각을 다시 깨워 난 원래 악기였던 거야
Fuck, I'm trying to think how I can compress it to make it a cat. Fuck. How the fuck? How do I make this? How do I make this? How do I compress it? I'm too unk for this shit. I give up. Yeah. I got the E-cups. If T1 loses, they go to third? No, if T1 loses, they stay in third. If they win, they get second. Texas and Ohio State, big game today. Is that basketball? Is that basketball? College football. Yeah. What is this? Oh damn! Oh damn! What do you mean do that right now? Did you watch the C9 series? I didn't. Was it a good series? I saw that it went to game 5, which is kind of weird. They almost got reverse swept. Let me have a look. So C9 won game 1 and 2. Game 3, Sion got 10 kills. Game 4, bot diff. Or what? Wow, he played Zeri mid and went 14 kills. Recti top. Zeri got Fred 3 early kills. Ready? Yeah. Carrier, second in pag points. Just skip this, it's gonna be a Genji 2-0. Is it though?
Sparkling.
Is it though? Yeah. Atti. Yeah, yeah. Bing, bing, flash. Flash. Flash.
Wake up, solving answers. Respond.
Is that a T1 Jarvan skin? Damn, it looks cool. Goes kinda hard. Oh yes,
Hello, and
one
welcome to the
final.
pre-show of Saturday Showdown.
Saturday
We are
Showdown.
here getting
Damn,
ready
Chronicler
for
looks good.
You guessed it. It's Genji versus T1
One
again,
final showdown
as I am Valdez,
before
joined by
playoffs.
Chronicler and Wadid. How are you
You
guys
gotta
feeling
savor
about
these
Genji
moments.
versus T1
You don't
here on this
always get
wonderful
Genji
Saturday
T1 and you won't have it forever.
Never
So
seen
you got
the format.
so you got
I've never
you gotta enjoy
experienced
every single one of them.
Genji personally. I can't wait to
Same,
see what it's
yeah.
like. Yeah, haven't seen it domestically, haven't seen it internationally. new things are cool to experience with it.
I mean, it's always crazy, you know. We call.
You have?
Yeah, I have.
Whoa.
I have experience, dude.
Okay.
This is so hype.
Okay.
I can't handle it. This is so huge and crazy hype matchup again.
And speaking of which, this matchup does have some pretty big stakes on the line, which we do want to talk about right here. T1 must win for a direct ticket to playoff round 2. And
Canyon looks kind
Gen
of
G,
clean.
Their sole
Looks
regular
kinda
season
edgy.
defeat came against T1.
And it would be enough if it was just bragging rights. It would have been enough if you could get some insight, if we could just get a preview of what is currently looking like by far our most likely finals. But instead, it isn't just that. It actually has major implications for the standings. As was highlighted there, T1, if they win, just get to round 2. They are
Why did you
immediately
check if the
in a
door's
much
locked?
better, much
I think I
safer
fucked
spot.
up.
And given the performance that they've shown, many of us would say they're ahead of Hanwha, but guess what? If they don't win here today, Hanwha's keeping that second spot.
I mean, I think it's really important for Gen G as well because when you think about it, it's their last match in the regular split. So I think it's great to warm it up before the playoffs. So I think it's good to just see them just try their best in the draft as well because they've been trying out so many random picks, but right now I think they should do their best.
Yeah, it's good to make it all warm and toasty. Let's take a look here at the milestones upon victory for 2 players. Only one of them is going to be able to achieve this because obviously you need 2 wins to get the milestone.
Whoa.
Area needs 2 wins to get 400 for the support second place. And then Chovy, of course, needs 2 wins to get 500 for mid second place.
This is so cool.
Okay,
They can
I'm back.
actually deny the opponent the milestone, right?
Especially given that a lot of these wins were found together
Carry,
back
yeah.
in 2020 DRX when
carry,
these two team or players played on the same roster. Can't wait to see who's taking it today.
Well, we do have a lot of history between these 2 teams, funnily enough, and a lot here in 2025 as well. And we have to look at the fact that Gen G has been winning the majority of these matchups. They're 5-2 in terms of matches, including MSI finals, MSI
Yeah,
upper
Gen
bracket,
G's
where they win
slightly
5
favored.
games.
Slightly.
And T1, though, they were the one team to
But
take
it's
them
not
down here
too
at the
much of a
SK.
milestone. It's always close.
It's a changes favor, but we gotta say every single match had been like really close. It goes like 5 games or at least game 3. So I think it's gonna be really close this time around as well, because it's really important for them as well. For T1, they need to secure the second place.
Yep.
And I
Yep.
think at this point you gotta just do whatever you have and like just.
Are you
prove
excited?
that you deserve
Yeah.
the second place.
So we do have this outcome graphic here. This is also to highlight the fact that if T1 do not win today, if Gen G do take the win, then Hanwha Life Esports will by default get the playoff round 2 and the second place here in Legend Group.
And again, we kind of keep going back to this. It's so cool that despite everything, we still have this much weight and this many stakes this late into the season. Literally, this round ends tomorrow. And going into the playoffs with a big victory here would be really big for T1.
So let's dive into the details here because we have to talk about so many different matchups that we do have between many of the different fantastic
My
players
screen
that
has
we
a
do have
tear
on both
on
of
it.
these teams. Starting off with the mid lane, Wadid, you wanted to talk about Faker and his impact on the team so far for T1, especially against Gen G.
So yeah, especially I think the mid lane
Faker
matchup is
needs
so
to lock
important.
in today.
It's T1 Gen G matchup again. Is Faker versus Chovy. But here I think from round 3 to 5, Faker has been not doing great. His performance is, especially his individuals, I don't think he's doing great, especially in lane. He's getting
Maybe he
solo
just
killed
countered
too
by
much
Talia.
against like the mid laners like BDD or even Zeka like solo kills Faker as well. So this quite impacts a lot when it comes to the snowball league, because T1 really likes to snowball from the early game, but this is
Faker
not
slumping in
helping them
summer.
enough.
Oh
And
no,
particularly
not
against
again.
Gen G, it's a big issue.
Bro, isn't this
because,
like the 4th
even
summer in
though
a
obviously
row
Faker's
where he
very
slumped in
51
summer?
is something we've talked about a lot. Comes in the.
I swear, every summer
experience that
he's
he
like,
brings
oh
in the
my
mid
god,
to late
maybe
game
I'm not
fights
gonna
and
win
rotations.
Worlds
I think even there,
again.
like for example, against Hanwha, he did seem slip up a
Little
little bit in the
rascal.
late game. But for me, it's important because Chovy has been on a tear, and giving Chovy any early laning leads, like giving him an opening, means that playing the game.
Call an
against Gen G
ambulance,
becomes
call an
infinitely harder.
ambulance.
I mean, especially
But
I
not
looked
for
up
me.
the stats and it was shocking that Faker had like 30 isolated deaths on the side lane, which means it's really insane. But
Chovy had one
yeah, so like I think he had like
solo
a
death,
few deaths.
and like I think it was second for
Yeah, for
isolated
sure.
deaths.
So it was really, really shocking, in fact.
Yeah, we also do have to talk about when Faker is on his game, and we do have some highlights from when he was able to perform really well against Gen.G specifically.
So yeah, I mean, I said
Oh,
Faker
yes.
is underperforming, but the only
The
way
road, the classic.
that T1 can win against Gen.G is when Faker is performing good. So here is the evidence
The
that
road.
T1 actually won against Gen.G in this regular split when Faker had insane shuffle.
What would you do if
insane
IG win
outplays
Worlds?
against Gen.G? And I think this is the T1, what T1 needs
What would I
for
do if
them
IG win
when
Worlds?
they have to win against Gen.G here.
I
And
would
it's
be
especially important given the style that
the
Gen.G
father
plays, right?
of
These
this
two teams,
chat
I think, are
for the
best
rest of their
examples teams with
lives.
extremely clear identities.
I would go
While
bold,
we have T1
and
who's
I would
always
be the
looking to
father of
snowball
chat
through
forever,
side lane
and no matter what
collapses,
they say,
through really messy
I'm right.
skirmishes and through
Forever.
very oppressive objective control.
Because it would have
versus
been
Gen.G
3
that's
years
really
of
more
telling them.
looking to slow the game down, play in rotations, and play for objectives uncontested. And really, again, any small mistake early on will be in favor of Gen.G. Because for T1, I think they're also relying on the snowball to consistently win against Gen.G.
So
And
if it
for
doesn't happen,
Gen.G,
we're your
it
father?
just
No, that's not
gives
how that
them
works.
the little bit of space, which often is all they need.
That's not how
even
that
against
works.
The best teams in the world.
Yeah, absolutely. We do have another matchup to talk about, and that is, of course, the support matchup between Keria and Duro. And we have some highlights here just to show off what these two players
Keria.
are capable of.
And I think that the fact that this matchup is as close as it is insane to me. Is actually really cool and testament to Duro's performance. When it comes to the highs, though,
God, I think
nobody else
Keria is
comes
such a
close
fun player to
Keria,
watch.
Right, like this man.
There's so many fun
is
players
getting
in
to
the world,
point
but
where his
Keria
part
definitely is like a
just
player
going to have to be permaban.
that you
It
can
is
turn
too
the
much,
telly on,
it allows the
and you know it's
rotations,
gonna
it
be
allows
fun.
the team fight turns,
It's gonna be fun
and
or fun-y.
No other team uses the impacts, and particularly, or in alignment with that, no other player has as much impact on Bard.
You
as
either get a
Keria
clip,
does. So it's really a match made in heaven.
or you get a failed
and
montage.
I think that that's why we've also seen
Or you get a psycho
Gen.G
champ.
experiment a little bit more to try and find an
Keria.
answer besides just the ban button.
Yeah, on the other side, we have Duro, who loves to play Blitzcrank into Alista, which is
Oh,
really
yeah, scheiße.
impactful. In fact, you know, I didn't expect that coming out from Duro as well. I mean, he loves to make the plays by himself. He's gonna hook Casio between the Trundle and Gragas, which is just insane. Like, he always brings up with a fresh idea when it comes to the draft, and I really like to see this matchup come in when especially it's T1 versus Gen.G.
Yeah, it's just really cool what he's been able to do, and obviously pulling out the Pike as well in their recent match against, I believe it was Homily Esport. No, it was KT.
KT, yeah.
Perfect,
Right
what are we
here,
doing?
Suffering against the Pike.
What
which
are we
is
doing
pretty
on
good
this
into
weak
Bard,
side?
guys.
Yeah, and obviously Peter Bard, Keria Bard, not quite the same, because Keria's Bard is, as you can see here,
Not at all.
absolutely disgusting. But it is telling. Like, I think that was the
Hydrate
reason why
up, bro,
Gen.G
I'm
was just throwing picks
hydrated.
like that out there early on. Also on a highlight, the coolest part to me is that we're also very aware that Keria can play the champions that Duro has played for obvious reasons. We literally have Keria's skin on Pike being released this week. But the head-to-head is as close as it is, and it's testament that both teams trust their supports this much.
Yeah, we gotta talk about how do they draft around the support. They always like to put their support on 4-5, which means that they have the counter pick on support. So you can have a good matchup on the bot lane. You're gonna have the bot priority, and that snowballs into the game.
I think it's very
that,
natural to counter pick
where,
support
like,
when it's a
support
meta
just
of
roams
top sides
around,
picked 1, 2, 3.
on the map,
You always
and I
really
think
counter pick support.
That fits on both teams. So Gen.G, T1, they both like to just put their support on the counter pick, and it works out really well for both teams. So I'm really excited to see what's gonna happen in the draft, especially when it comes to the support.
It's just crazy that the support lane, I guess, the support position has taken over.
What is this?
Just
What
the
is
minds
this?
and the thoughts,
What
and
is
also
this?
Our eyes, as Keria says, you need swagger to play Bard. Play it like drunken boxing. Keep prodding and pestering. If the enemy gets tilted, mission accomplished.
Yeah, which I love, and really, again, is testament to the spiritual Bard King in the LCK Barrel, who definitely plays it that way. Misses a lot as well, as Pike thrives on getting onto the opponent's fin. Know your death windows, and you'll unlock his best strength pulling all the aggro. And I'm telling you, I can guarantee you that Duro watched Keria VODs as well to study the Pike.
Yeah.
So this head-to-head to me is so
What?
exciting.
What are these
Said head-to-head,
thumbnails?
Yes,
Didn't
the
you-
head-to-head.
Oh!
Do the rel one, do the rel one.
This is
Oh,
actually
there's the rel
This
one.
one is my favorite.
Damn.
This is the best thing.
This is the
Of
best
course,
one.
yeah.
I don't think it comes
What?
close.
That's Nico! Maduro! That's crazy!
Oh my god.
Carry a
Yeah,
crank.
The cat blitzcrank as well. I mean, shout out to our. Oh, what the hell is this? This is so good. I love it. I love it.
Crazy.
And of course, Nightmare
This one is
Fuel.
not, yeah. This one is
This is not even close.
God,
This
the
is kind of
editor pops off.
horrifying, But I love it. That's the experience you get. This one is just aura farming. Both of them have some really, really cool ones that make them look like they're just masters of their champion.
The Rel
And then we
one
have,
was
like, Duro
fantastic.
Horse and bald Poppy carrier.
Poppy one is actually so scary.
They're so
The Rel
good.
one was fantastic.
So it's a thumbnail war between these two supports, and they've really made a lot of the game about them. It's really cool to witness what they're.
Oh, shit,
capable
I need
of
to do the
doing,
ads
and
now
that's
and then
why
after
we
draft.
really wanted to
Apologies.
highlight it. And of course,
Apologies,
to show all
ads
of you
now
guys
and then
the
ads after
thumbnails
draft
in case
deal.
You did miss it. So let's talk about some of the drafting that we've seen here and some of the comments from Coach Kim that he made on their recent match against T1.
And this is something we kind of speculated on, right? But we're slowly starting to actually see it. So Coach Kim here specifically referring to the fact that they're trying to give over more OPs and then try and trade, see how it works with the Azir Pantheon or the Azir trade versus the Pantheon Ziggs, which didn't end up working. I think that that's also what we saw against KT. I think that normally they would not go to a Pyke that early on.
Yo,
And
the
I also
Fel,
don't know
thank
how
you for the
much
5
truly
gifted
valuable
subs. I
info you get
appreciate it.
because the level of play is so different between the two telecom teams. But it is
for the
testament
5
that
gifted.
both these teams, if it wasn't for the fact
Does it matter if
that
I sub
T1
directly or
would
using
be getting
Prime?
second
No.
place if they won here, I think both teams would be a lot more reluctant to like give too much away. But now
Whatever's
the stakes are
easier
so
for you.
high, so they have to.
I don't think Genji is gonna try out for this one because since it's last week, I think they're just gonna try their best.
I hope so.
I think they will. I actually do agree, and that is part of the reason why I went ahead and predicted Gen G for this matchup. And I just feel like they're just more. They're just a little bit, as a team, as a 5-man unit, I think they just play better. They have better macro. T1 is incredible, don't get me wrong, but when it comes to predicting against Gen G, it's hard not to choose them.
It really is. I think personally, there's for me also the consistency that Gen G has domestically, right? If this was international, I'd be a lot more. Ooh, I don't know. Maybe I'd lean more towards T1.
Is
I also
Gen
think
G
recent
going to
form
win?
Gen G have looked a little bit more consistent. I'm expecting a close free gamer. I don't think either team is gonna fall over.
Gen G
but
should
Gen
win.
G just have the track record.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't mention about the top side of the map, but I feel like Genji on top side, Canyon and Keen is just way better when it comes to the macro-wise. So I feel like it's just Genji's favorite.
It does feel like it's
Gen
could be
G
close,
should
though.
win.
You know, T1 could get it done, and
Holy
is
orcs.
the one guy who believes that T1 are once
Holy.
again due for a victory.
Which I think that this is a fine prediction. I think most of us expect Gen G to win in if you play this matchup 100 times.
I think
but
Gen
I
G's
think
meta
T1's
read is
close.
just
It is very close. It should be close. The Preds, though, we'll see how it
Scary.
does finish off at the end of the day. We are done here, guys, for the pre-show.
And I think
of
T1
Gen G versus T1 once again. We're gonna
you
jump
can't
into it
give
right
that
now.
little red bard or a good poppy angle, because then you're in trouble.
Started with a whisper. I know I'll find it hard to lose. Counting down hours, but I'll take way less time than that. I've been in the fire a million times, caught in between the
Truth and the lies.
Can't hold me down for a minute longer. What doesn't kill me makes me stronger.
Aura farming. All of them.
Makes me stronger.
Didn't ruin it. makes me stronger. Okay, boot it up. Boot it up. Boot it up now. Get me in. What are we listening to?
젠지입니다. 젠지의 호랑이들의 표가 몇 달간 끊이지 않고 외쳐지고 있습니다.
Take down Genji for the first time this season.
MSI EP 챔피언을 무너뜨린 건 월드 디펜딩 챔피언입니다.
World defending champion.
때마다 명승부가 나오는데 어떤 또 타이트한 게임이 나올지 벌써부터 굉장히 기대가 많이 되네요.
World defending champion versus Genji. Oh my god, get me in, get me in. Ati! T1 fighting. What is that, Gwen? T1 fighting. T1 fighting again. Genji fighting. Genji fighting. Genji fighting.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to LCK
Atlas in my earballs.
2025. It is the AA broadcast once again. I'm Atlas, this is Orcs, and we together make a battery. A battery full of energy, full of electricity, ready for this Saturday showdown, and then the Rise Group madness that we do have coming up.
Atlas and
with
Orcs,
the
baby.
DN Freaks taking on DK. Before then, though, this Saturday showdown is a big one. We'll see what
I
the T1
swear
can
he
do
always
once
wears
again.
the same orange
What
shirt.
they did very early on
Always.
in the third round of this
What is orange and
particular
blue?
season, and take down Genji, who are looking like
Orange
Titans once
and
again.
blue, what does that remind you of?
Definitely an uphill
M&M's?
battle,
No.
Definitely Genji.
Oh my god, it's
favorites. I mean,
Portal
they were
2.
capable of doing it before, but that match record is just so absurd. And T1 have managed to climb their way up currently to second place, but they need a win here, as was talked about in the space, to secure that second place spot. A challenge, obviously. I think T1 would have felt a lot better.
Oh,
if they
you
had
won
to beat
second place?
HLE
Well, you gotta
to
beat
get that second
first.
place
Hey!
spot, but a big challenge
the
to
fuck?
secure top two and playoff round 2. And so a lot on the line on this final match.
Exactly right. So much more for T1, but Genji wanting to be off on the best foot.
For the
moving
plot, we need
into the
T1 to
playoffs,
lose so they
as
can win
have
Worlds.
Already confirmed
Yeah,
first place
well,
as of
I
what
guess that's
feels
kinda
like
how it
months
works,
ago.
yeah.
At this point, every match is a classic, yeah, and this is becoming.
I think
mean,
just
it's a
winning
tale
and
as
getting
old as
second
time.
place might
T1
be a bit
versus
easier,
Genji. It
not
goes
gonna
back
lie.
many years here in the LCK. Different faces, and of course you can see Keen on the right there, but it used to be Doran that was on the top side for this team. He has kind of been everywhere as far as the top teams in the LCK are concerned. But having a look at some milestones here as well, getting to 400 wins here for Keria will be a big one, and the second to reach 500 wins here for Chovy. And you know what?
Do you think
He's
Chovy
never
and
gonna reach
Keria will
first,
ever
so
be
you
on the
may as
same
well
team
count this as
together?
first.
That's super cool.
I've
how
never
both
thought
of
about
them
that.
is second
One
for
day.
the role, and only one of them will
That would
get
be
it.
fun.
Based on the outcome. That's really cool.
And they used to play together on DRX.
Now, I know they're on
Yeah,
DRX
it's
together,
very, very
but I'm
cute.
saying now that
Former
they've had
teammates,
such
which
successful
one
careers,
will come out
they
ahead?
return to join each other.
Fan predictions are going to be in favor of T1, but honestly, pretty good for a T1 related vote here on the Genji
Like,
side
what would
of
be the...
things. We were
Sorry,
pretty
it's really loud.
unanimous outside
What would be a
of
wild
just one
crossover?
man.
A wild
And it
crossover
was
would be like
Orcs who said
Keria,
that the T1
Chovy.
team were going to take it as Keria. Having a look here at some of his most played champions as, wow, he's beaten BDD the most times.
There's a
Kinda
third
crazy.
person
Him
in there
and
that would be weird.
Yeah, pretty interesting.
Viper, Keria, Chovy.
So obviously a lot of recognizable names. on that list.
Kanavi,
Everyone
Chovy,
beating.
Keria.
And
Oh
a
my
lot of
god.
picks, you know, Bard coming in 14 wins in 18 games, pretty crazy. Obviously, bumped
Not
past that
bad.
recently. Not seeing
These
some of
some
those
weird
80
crossovers.
picks in that top.
They're on
grouping,
Team
probably a
Asia
little
games?
bit
Yeah,
off to
they
the
were.
right after that. But,
They completely
Chovy,
stomped, didn't they?
Some of the top opponents beaten. Faker being number 3, and again he has a currently
Chovy's adopted this
positive win rate
pointed
against
U
Faker,
pose.
which not many players do.
Exactly. I'm looking at that 18-2 on Talia.
Wait,
17-3.
Chovy's
on
played against
Chevrolet.
Kingen 64
yeah,
times and he
Chovy
has
does a fair
56
bit
wins
winning,
against him.
Guys.
So Kingen's
that's
beaten
pretty
Chovy
much
8
how
times
it
out of
goes.
64.
He's also beaten Kingen 56 times.
What?
84 and 5 on Ari.
He didn't beat Kingen that one time though, if you remember.
Yeah.
That really important time.
Yeah, but he did not.
Yeah, World
He did not
Semis
manage to quite get there.
3-1
But
DRX.
this is a big one.
Lol.
Saturday Showdown for a
Lol.
reason here in our final
12%
week of
win
the
rate,
regular
world champ.
season
Lol.
of the LCK. And my eyes in this matchup, I know there's just sort of key play
Put it
matchups
up.
absolutely everywhere, but it's the two gentlemen
Duro's still a
ready
bit sick.
to walk out first. Because it used to be, for Doran, when he was up against Keen, it was the Keen test to see whether he was worthy of the LCK. And now it's the King test to see whether he is the best in the LCK. It's kind of insane, the glow up of this guy.
I think that against
Doran's
what
been
would have been
crazy
people's initial
good.
expectations at the start of the year, it is without doubt that these two are the best top laners in the league right now.
Yep.
And there's a gap between third place, a pretty sizable one. Right now, Keen and Doran are just completely on top, and both of them are playing pretty fantastically. So, a real clash of the titans.
Doran
in
has
this
been
matchup.
insanely
I would
good.
agree. I think, you know, it's probably third is Rich, I would say, with how he's been playing recently. No, of course, you know, Zeus still deserves our
T!
respect, but there is
T1 have 100% win rate with
kind of
T.
no doubt that these guys are running the show towards that top side of the map, and I think that
Holy
we are
fuck,
going
the
to be
music
spending some
shift
time
when Gen G
having
goes
a
on
look up
screen.
there. I do like what they brought up on the pre-show, which was talking about support counterpick. I think that this draft is going to be very important, and one thing that I'm very curious about, it's not this, because this makes the GOAT not necessarily look like he's in a fantastic position.
Yeah, a bit of a
up
rough
against
summer
Jovi,
split
who is
for
the
Faker,
king of
but I feel
stats.
like Faker's
He has
always had rough summer
phenomenal
splits and really good
stats
spring
since
splits.
2019, guys. He started off with like, what, 128 KDA? When he debuted. So, we
Tends
try
to be
not
his
to
thing.
read too far into it. Chovi's just really good at the game, guys.
I mean, both players.
There was
very
a
good at
summer
the game.
split where
Chovy
Faker was
just very,
smurfing.
Very good at the.
I
the
can't remember if that was
numbers,
last year
yeah.
or many years ago,
He's got it down
like
to a
22.
science. Whereas they were talking about the isolated deaths for Faker, and I actually think it's really interesting because oftentimes that's a tactic. That's a strategy for T1 because the rest of the team's so good at coordinating around when side lanes are overloaded. And so we'll see whether that is going to once again be a tactic that they can do because like Faker is
That's
still
such a
the
big
most
hand
winningest
warmers.
player in LCK history. There is no denying that. And so stats don't necessarily mean much. It's the amount of nexuses that you manage to explode that really does lead to becoming a champion.
Yeah,
I do not
and
have
I
tiny
mentioned
hands.
Before about the draft, I think draft's
My
gonna be a
hands are
massive factor
average
here.
size.
We've seen obviously the meta shift a little bit, you know, with things being tweaked. Some of the junglers being nerfed, you know, Pantheon's been left open a little bit more.
Ooh, Guma doing a little bit of
But
meditating.
even
I
with
see
the
you, Guma
big changes we
Susi.
saw with, like, AP junglers being buffed and
Wait,
things
he's
like
biting
that,
his lip as
things
well.
have
What the
shifted
fuck?
massively.
Nope.
And I feel like we have seen some experimentation from Gen G. It'll be interesting to see if we get some of that test in the waters today. Obviously, the stakes, I feel like, are higher for T1.
100%.
Already been talked about. But Gen G, I feel like it has been so consistently true based on their excellent record in regular season. They take matches seriously.
Yeah, they absolutely do. We even
particularly against T1.
We even saw this yesterday when the stakes were very high for DRX and B&K just kind of didn't really care. Of course, game one, bit of happy gaming.
Coma.
Didn't like the feeling of losing, and not many of our teams in the LCK do, as historically, it doesn't matter about stakes.
Yeah.
Every time, you need to win.
You don't break your own game win streak again and again and again by not caring about stakes.
Yeah.
You know, think how long ago Gen G locked in first in the standing.
Yep.
And they're still like, no, we'll just win. We'll go in.
We will, unless it's bro, but sometimes that is just the magic of the bros.
That wasn't. That
Boot
wasn't
up the
them
draft.
Not caring. That was just. That was just bro.
That was the bros
Everyone's posture is
caring
good.
more.
It's too powerful.
Everyone's posture is good in
That's
this
how it
game.
works sometimes.
10 good
But
postures.
ready to get into this one. We did hear Coach Kim saying that maybe they do want to bring out some of their more experimental picks.
10
in this
good
particular
postures.
match, as they
11
were
if you
holding
don't.
off earlier
Yep, no,
on.
I
And
don't
wonder
count.
whether that means that we
My
are
posture
going to
sucks.
see the Silas
Ooh,
out
Mata
from,
hair,
from
damn.
Canyon. Some of
T1
these
blue
new
side.
technologies
Talia
that
Ben.
we've seen developing.
Could be a Talia
But it's
Ben,
gonna be
could be
T1
a
with
Yone
that first
Ben.
pick. They'll be on the blue side to start us off, of course, has been
I think
favored
red side
by,
bans are just
all jokes
Yap,
aside for,
Yunara,
some
Azir,
time.
Pantheon.
And I
It
wonder
is just
if
locked.
Gen G are going to
They
pay
are
the
just
tax.
locked bans.
Pay is in Pantheon, Azir, Yunara.
And they are doing it in order.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see if they have
And
a
then blue
different
side
draft strategy.
tends
We've
to
seen a
lean
lot of
towards
those three
Talias or
bans on red
Annies
side.
or
T1 having the
Wukongs
advantage of being blue
or
side game one. Or if they want to try something going a little bit different direction.
Oh,
Actually, T1
what the fuck?
banning
They
the
banned
Yunara
Yunara on
on
blue
blue
side.
side.
Why did they do that?
That is perplexing.
That's a
Really
free ban for
interesting.
Gen G.
So,
Double jungle
shaking
ban.
things up a bit, it has allowed Gen G to ban the Wukong as well.
Poppy's
It does
open.
mean that we're not going to get pay. We might get Pwai. Which would be less fun, I think.
Why are they banning Yunara
Doesn't
on
quite
blue?
roll off the tongue. No, we can't. Yeah. Pwa.
Pwa.
Yeah, Pwa.
I
for
mean,
some reason,
surely
thought
Gen
that,
G
Yunara
bans
was gonna get
Azir,
banned twice.
but then T1.
Probably the Azir
What do you
comes
first
through.
pick? Gwen?
Just some tier list.
They go Aurora,
Get a
Xin Zhao,
tier,
Lost.
Because TYR. Tier list bans coming through here for T1.
That's pretty good.
Yeah,
Back on the
here all week.
on the anagram.
Good first pick, Nico.
One last one to come on through here. And it will be the Azir.
Okay. Aurora open and available. Gwen is obviously, but with Aurora open, you know, Gwen's
They
difficult.
first
The
pick
odds go for
Orianna,
Ori. This is
really?
Faker's most played,
So
and
Gen
with
G could take the
Azir
Gwen,
and Talia
Gen
off
G
the
could take
cards,
the Aurora.
willing to
They could
just
match
snap
the
that
Orianna
up.
with what
One of
can
his
you
most
imagine
played
with
of all
actually?
time. You know, Faker Shockwave and
Xin Zhao
finding
is
them all
open.
and all that sort of stuff that we have heard of in the past.
They could go any.
So we'll see
Any
whether it is
Xin.
going to be a Nocturne composition once
Don't
again.
like it.
T1 the team that can make that comp work.
Aurora
DNF the
Xin.
team that tries
Yeah,
to make
I like
it work.
it more.
And it has certainly been going quite well for T1. Although they don't necessarily do the combo.
Uh-oh.
Like Faker just shockwaves.
Why
them
are they
all,
1-2ing Vi?
and without necessarily
Why are they doing
utilizing
that?
The Nocturne going
Enemy
in. The
team
Vi
has
will be
Owner,
snapped up, though, here
who's
for
a Xin
Canyon.
Zhao Poppy
Yeah, I
main.
mean, Vi Aurora would be pretty strong, especially because we've seen being really popular, like Orianna, Xin Zhao, Gwen.
Yep.
Be a really popular top side.
I do think Poppy 2-3 is great for T1 here.
With the Xin Zhao, that shielding,
Or
the
Xin, two
Gwen,
good picks
Xin Zhao,
now.
very hard to deal with.
I wouldn't like
And obviously
Jarvan,
the
even though I
Aurora
see it,
really
I don't
giving a
want
hard
it.
time to that
And then I
Gwen,
guess
so
Doran
think
just has
picking
to
up the Aurora,
blind
Keen has been such a fantastic
Gwen no
Aurora.
matter
I feel
what
like sometimes I've seen the pick
and
into
kill the
things like
Aurora
Rumble
flex.
into,
Or
it's
he
not
can
had
blind
as
Orin.
strong of a laning phase in the hands of some players. Keen has always been ruthless, I feel like, when he's had this pick. Now,
Corki
T1
won.
not even opting to look towards the top side. Go for the Corki instead.
Yeah.
Put Puma secure in that one. This is very popular right now. I feel like it's such a plug-and-play pick. A lot of safety with the Valkyrie, scaling pretty well, good lane. Also, Ruler's most played, so denying that away.
Still think Poppy or Xin is
Pretty
good here.
impressive stuff so far. Let's see what Faker is going to be locking in. Could be the Nico, could be the Bard, if they do just want to take away the bottom lane.
Yeah. I feel
Otherwise
like
you're
maybe
losing both.
you might get pinched a bit on jungle if you do leave that here. So I think
It takes
if they
Xin.
want the Xin Zhao taking that here, makes a lot of sense. Owners obviously had some fantastic plays. We all remember that amazing one where he showed the strength of Sundered Sky, but does leave the Nico go to the other side. And a lot of dive threat already in
Chicken
this Gen 2
Corki, it is
composition.
chicken
You know, the Vi,
Corki.
Nico, Aurora.
Yeah, Kaisa
I'm
pick is
looking
strong.
immediately at this
Oh,
Corki
Nico
and
pick is strong.
thinking
Sorry, I was going to say
you have
Kaisa
a hard
Ben.
time
Maybe is
protecting those
important here.
carries.
Yep. Such a hard time protecting them that the whole game has exploded. And so
Ref,
we are
what
probably
happened?
going to be redoing the draft here. I assume something went wrong. We'll have to confirm whether the Nico was indeed the lock-in, but I would expect that it does make some sense in that
Ref?
instance, because then you can
I think
hold
T1
the
had the
Aurora
issue, right?
flex
Did they not want
until
Xin?
the very end of the draft. You're then not forced to ban things like Rumble and
Did
Gwen.
they
and you
misclick?
get to pick them yourself or force those bans out from T1. I actually think it puts Gen G in a very powerful position
It's
on red
also,
side.
the other day we had, it was an accidental, I think it was an Alawi ban, and it was very obvious immediately.
That was not
Oh,
allowed.
his headset stopped,
It
so
was
he
very
couldn't tell them
obvious
what to
that was an
ban.
accident, whereas everything
Or
we've seen
pick.
so far kind of makes sense. So it seems like that might have just been an issue.
Yeah, it might have been a mic issue situation here.
Yeah.
As Tom is going to plug it all back in, and it's going to be okay. We are completely valid up until the Nico pick. It was a headset issue and not anything to do with inside the game. So
Oh, okay, so
Tom
the
can
draft
get
will stay the
things all
same, the
sorted
headset
out,
just broke.
and then we will be back into it ASAP.
Okay.
So with the fact that there's a lot of engage picks on the side of Gen G, a lot of dive threat, we've seen the Bard in the right hands, and Carrier definitely has the right hands. We still got a disrupting engage. You know, the Tempered Fate buys time, stall things out, allows the team to reposition.
What's the percentage chance of a Bard ban?
I think
98.2.
103%.
Oh, okay, yeah.
With a 3% margin
Probably
of error.
Bard Nautilus bans, right? Hey, my mic!
I reckon you might be onto something there. That's a
Nah.
good choice.
Yeah, seems pretty solid. And also the fact that the Nico obviously
What
has a good amount
voice
of lane
comms do they
protection to
use?
melee
I think
support.
they have their own
Bard
internal
in range
voice
support
comm,
can
or
kind
they're
of
using
help
TeamSpeak.
just withstand that a decent amount. So
I'm really glad that Artie isn't climbing the stairs today.
that was a hazard.
That was very frightening.
That was a hazard.
I was worried the entire time they were trying to walk down them. So very happy that they're staying on ground level. There's only a ramp going out into the exterior of Lol Park, and Artie's going to be completely safe.
Oh my god,
and
that's
we do not
horrible.
need
What?
to
The,
worry. Every time, man.
the Genji Tiger's just eating
My
Ati's
goodness.
head.
There
What
is-
the fuck?
The Tiger mascot isn't actually here for Genji, though.
What
Which
the
is-
fuck?
After seeing that image.
Yeah.
Ati's just getting
maybe,
fucking bodied.
Maybe this is not actually what happened, and it was the other way around.
Eh?
And that's why it's only Artie that's here.
We're
I just
still
wanna say that
lingering.
we at the LCK do not condone mascot-on-mascot violence.
As it turns out, yes, we do. Because we're showing it on the fan sign. It's right there. Oh, God.
Wait, is Ati a
do you wanna be
chicken
prophet?
or is he a
Or
pigeon?
what? I guess
Or
we'll
is
just
he
wait, 'cause
a
we have
red
seen this before,
robin
guys,
bird?
Up until the third pick on red side.
It's gonna
Shit,
be
he's a
Azir.
penguin. He's a phoenix.
Wow. How do you know?
I mean, we kind of
That phoenix ain't flying. I've seen Ashes of Alar. That ain't a phoenix.
Wow.
So I think probably the Bard makes a lot of sense.
He's
for
a
Gen G
24
to ban
carat
out,
Labubu. Oh,
T1.
is he?
I guess it's kind of hard to ban because they can still flex the Aurora, even though there's a good chance it's going towards.
Alright,
Keen,
so
I
picks
would
the
think.
same Corky Sin.
I mean, Chovy does like playing it. It's an okay matchup into the Orianna as well. So maybe they're very happy just to hold the flex.
I mean, they're
I don't
definitely
know.
happy to hold the flex. I just think it's tricky for T1 to ban the solo lanes with the Aurora having
Okay,
been
so I
locked in,
guess
maybe
with the
just look
Nico
towards the
pick,
80 carries.
you
Maybe
can
look
ban
concerned
Bard.
About, like a Jhin could be.
You can ban Bard
decent
and you can
pickup
ban Nolt.
for
And I
Runa.
think T1, yeah,
see what
Jhin
Rula
ban
does,
is good,
decide to go
Kaisa
in,
ban
because,
is
of
good
course, They
maybe.
do really like running the Corki.
The Corki is
and
just
the
a denial
Nico.
pick, I
Feels
think,
like this
from
Corki
Genji.
lock-in for Gumushi is actually more of a pick away.
This
rather
camera
than
angle
a
makes you
pickup
look
for him
old.
necessarily.
He's been playing.
Well,
Rula's
this is
been
the
playing
final
a
time you'll
lot.
see this
Yeah.
camera angle.
By far his most played.
He has been kind of dominating on it as well. And of course, the Jhin and the
This is the
Varus
last
are left
time.
up and available. We
So
did
there's the
see
Bard
a skin
ban.
reveal
I think
for
Jhin,
T1.
Kaisa are
Gumushi
good
does
bans from
have a
T1.
Varus skin now.
Yeah, there's that Bard
coming through on
ban.
the next
No
patch.
surprise.
Yep. 103% seems to be coming off. But maybe there should be a bit of Bard banned
Bum, bum,
in
bum.
the next one as well.
Yeah.
They're gonna ban tops as well. Ambessa first.
It needs to be like a champion.
Ambessa ban makes me
B
think they're
or
blinding
something like that.
They ban out the
Ornn.
Ambessa, aware and concerned that obviously it could be a flex. Seems like
But
maybe
I
they're
don't know
leaning
if I like
towards
Ornn blind.
I mean, Ambessa's a decent matchup in the Gwen. Maybe they're thinking they want to take the Gwen anyway into the Aurora.
Oh, could be the case.
It is not the most fun matchup, but I feel like Aurora just in general isn't fun to play into in the top lane regardless, so...
Yeah, I don't think they're going to be having a good
Nolt
time.
ban?
It's also Keen. Like, we just
Alistar.
know that this guy's pretty good at playing enchanters in general. Sorry, casters in general.
Yeah.
On that top side, he was famously the
I wonder
Ryze
what
top
carrier
guy.
will lean
We have
towards.
seen,
I guess it's
though, a lot
Nolt
of times if
Rakan,
you're
really.
able to survive with the Gwen, get
Corky
to later
Karma
stages,
sounds kinda cheeks.
You're still going to be a menace. It's just weathering the storm. They actually banned the Gwen themselves, so maybe thinking the Aurora mid could be coverage for the Gwen.
Yep.
And then having both would just be an absolute menace. So it'd be interesting to see what Doran does end up bringing out here then, with both of those taken off the cards.
Your ruler's
Also,
yawning
what is Rula going to
GG.
play after his gigantic
I think
yawn
Jhin,
that he
Kaisa are
just
both
got
good
out
here.
there?
Yeah, I feel like you take 80 carry here, you keep the flex open, and then the thing is you can just put Aurora top and you have like a good top lane pick. Despite like so many top lane bans have come through, if you look, you want to ban Rumble, Aurora, and Ambessa, you still have Aurora as an option.
Oh,
They
Goes
do
for the
something like
Kaisa.
Kaisa, which fits in with what the comp wants to do.
I'm
As well,
thinking with the
Nico,
bans here, Doran's going
I was
Ornn
thinking
or
they might not
Gragas.
lean towards
And
it
I
just
presume
because
support, they
they
have
are
to go
going into
Nautilus
Corki versus a
or
good amount of lane pressure, and I feel like
Rakan.
normally Gen G does want to prioritize
I
a
don't
bit
see
more
too
lane
much
pressure,
wiggle
but
room
fine with
in
taking the
other
Kaisa in this
champs.
situation, it appears.
Yeah.
It is a really
Unless
strong
you're
dive comp
crazy.
Yeah.
fully leaning into that.
And it's also Ruler, right?
It's-
It's Ruler, Viper, and Diablo that are allowed to play this champion
Poppy
here
support
in the
into
LCK.
Nico?
They have their LPL license. And,
What?
Yeah. Certainly has been some great performances. Speaking of great performances, the Poppy gets through, and Carrier is going to lock that one down.
I think the Poppy pick's good. Not the
Poppy
best
support
matchup
into Nico
specifically
is gonna be
into the
rough.
Nico, but serves a lot of purpose when playing into
But
this
Poppy
type of
ult is OP.
competition. Good against the Vi, and if you land an ult off against
He's
Nico,
gonna blind
fantastic.
Renekton.
And we're just gonna get the Renekton.
The
out of
B5
Doran.
Renekton.
T1's comp looks
Yeah,
a bit
ends up
strange.
being
Yo, Arealis, thanks for the
effectively
25
blind.
gift subs. I appreciate your
We'll
fucking
see
crazy.
if
Much
they
love.
opt to put
If
the
Cassante just
Aurora
goes,
in the mid
Keen
lane,
just goes Cassante
to
here,
that.
sorry.
Yeah,
I
they
think
could theoretically
they're
still do
chilling
that.
here, Genji.
I'm kind of expecting King
Cassante,
to play something maybe a little
Gragas,
bit more tanky, and
Sion,
that is
yeah.
what he's looking at right now.
Thanks so much
is
for
the
25
Sion
gifted, you're
will
nuts. I
be
appreciate that.
considered Man, this does mean the game
Chat, I'm
number
gonna run
2,
ads. If you
Rumble
want to avoid ads, you can use
Prairie
the tier
is
1 or
gonna
to
be
try and subscribe to the channel. You don't have to
out.
sub channel for
Wazoo
1
is gonna
back for the
be
game. Starts big
absolutely
tits. Much
insane.
love after running the ads,
As
so you don't
the
get the
Scion
ads
will be
during
locked in.
the game.
Just gonna try and neutralize this Crocodile as much
Yeah,
as
Genji's comp's
possible. So
pretty
I said
well rounded.
we wanna look
T1's
towards
comp
that
is
top
very
lane
bruiser,
for all of the action to
AD,
see who's going to be the best top. We don't want to look at the top
mid game
lane, not
heavy.
anymore.
I'm not really
Renekton
sure if
will
Oriana
have
is having a
fair
good
bit of
time this
power
game.
in the early stages of the game.
Let's see though, the
after a
lane
couple
is
of
great.
levels, but the Scion will just exist.
Well, the lane is good.
I think T1 are pretty okay with this. You know, they end up in... They have a comfort pick for Faker. Faker's most played in rounds 3 to 5. You know, Owner's on his Xin Zhao. The Oriana Xin Zhao is a good combo.
Poppy is a strong
gonna be
champ
very
though. No
serviceable
matter
later
what
on.
happens in a game, Poppy can
There's a
take
lot of
over.
dive throughout the enemy team. It is pretty scary, but I think overall things have been navigated pretty well. That Aurora Flex, like the Aurora Vi, the dive threat for the enemy composition is scary. Don't get me wrong, Genji do
What happened to
have
Varus?
a comp that has a lot of
Varus got
cohesiveness,
nerfed
but
really hard.
I think the threat of the Aurora Flex is something that kind of just didn't really get utilized, and I think T1 are pretty okay. I think both teams have compositions with strengths and have ways to play out this game.
Artie's getting excited.
I think a
What
lot
does that
of it's gonna
say?
come down to the mid jungle.
Yeah.
Really, because both mid jungles, especially once level 6 is hit, have a lot of pressure.
Yep, this is
Win.
going to
It
be a
says
little bit of a
win.
wait and see until that level 6 mark, but then hopefully we do get some of those fireworks. And thankfully we have a Corki, so we get fireworks from the beginning, no matter what. Let's jump into the Rift here for game 1 of our
Just
Saturday
win.
Showdown.
소환사의 협곡에 오신 것을 환영합니다.
All right, here we are, ladies and gentlemen, onto the Rift for game 1 of our Saturday Showdown. T1 taking on Genji for our best of 3s decider, which is very, very cool. There is only one team in the world this year that can say that they're actually facing off against Genji in a best of 3s, because no other team has managed to beat them at all.
Yeah, actually.
Is the volume okay?
It's crazy to think how many
Bit louder?
matches Genji have played and how few.
They do not do losing very good.
Yeah.
Blue Smite is really
that's
broken.
maybe the thing that they need
It's
to
been
work
OP
on.
for
the
a
number
while.
of teams who have beaten them in a best of 3, I think it's T1 and Bro, isn't it? For the LCK Cup?
All right, yeah, from the LCK Cup.
Yeah.
So it's our other 2 best teams here in the LCK.
T1 and Bro,
and
2
I guess
teams that have
that's
beaten
without a
Genji in a
doubt.
best of 3.
Oh, I'm really glad that you bring that up, Ox. Man, that's why we pay you the big bucks. That's why you're here, for the good
Miss
stats.
Q from
Unforgettable.
Chovy.
Oh, that is absolutely amazing.
Chicken
Also,
jockey
the tiniest
Corki.
of sample sizes.
So this bot
because,
matchup, I presume,
you know,
is very difficult.
Winning against Genji just is a
But,
small sample size for every other
It's
team.
carry a Poppy, so they'll probably
in
find their way through it.
2025. As Chovy and Faker facing off here momentarily. It
Q
looked
miss.
like an okay trade there for Faker, but Chovy was holding on to that electrocute proc. And so the Oriana is going to be playing this one a little bit back. We did mention already that this can be a rough matchup for the Oriana, but that's mainly because Aurora, if played properly, is just kind of disgusting in lane.
Yeah, especially the electrocute. After they buffed that rune, just so much damage. Oh, this is not
Oi,
good.
oi,
Carry
oi,
taking
oi,
so
oi,
much
oi,
damage
oi.
here. The tempo heal to come out from
I think
Genji.
T1 having a
He's
good
just
bot
gonna have to go
matchup is
back
like
home.
rule number 1.
Gumushi is just going to be clutching.
But it's
that
very hard
egg
to do that if the enemy team
underneath
gets
that
Nico on
adorable
3.
skin, seeing whether he can survive here in this lane, which he should be able to do. I don't think we're going to get a 2v1 dive here out of the bottom lane at level 2.
This is the thing with having the Nico into a melee support. So
Carry
much
at the
power.
base
They
level
hit the
1.
level 2 first. T1 not really respecting it, and the root hitting, putting some vital pressure down onto the bot lane of T1. Pretty well played there by Euro.
Yep.
Oh.
And it's not really a lane. Like,
Oh my god,
Kai'Sa
this
lanes
lane is
in
horrible.
general are not ones
Mid is
that we
also a
often
horror.
see doing a whole lot of damage in the early stages of the game. So
Yeah, I mean, this is why Kai'Sa Nico has been such a potent pairing, is the fact that there are matchups like this where typically Kai'Sa into
Faker's
Corki you expect to be pressured, but when it's Kai'Sa Nico into Corki Poppy, suddenly you have a Kai'Sa in a winning lane scenario, and that's just phenomenal, because once you get Kai'Sa Nico to the team fights, you're in a great spot.
And it's also Duro's Nico as well, which I feel he is very good at controlling the lane. As I'm
Faker
glad
got
we
the
panned
cannon, which
away
is
so we
good.
didn't get too much of that Faker -1, as the cannon did get eaten by the turret a little bit unfortunately there. As Duro just
I think he got it.
continuing to
He
put
got
the
the cannon.
pressure onto Gumushi. And this is not something that we often see, right? This is the bottom lane that often has all the pressure. And now Canyon, speaking of pressure, is coming down to look for a dive. Gumiishi does have his summoners available, but he may have to use them.
Oh my god, Duro smurfed it. Oh my god. He's completely smurfing.
And so he can do it as Carrier now so incredibly low as Canyon just standing next to him. Gets out the steadfast presence.
Oh my god, Gen.G was insane on that dive. That was one of the cleanest dives I've seen all year. Holy fuck.
Duro just playing that one so
Can you dive this
perfectly.
guy?
I feel like playing with T1's bot lane now. Dive coming top.
Yep, Keen could be in a little bit of trouble, and by could be. I mean, he definitely is. Flash out.
Bro, that bot dive was insane. Transforms into a cannon, flashes the poppy stun, holds the aggro,
but not going to miss out on too much, and he
re-dive, stand on top of Poppy, bait her W, jump out of tower range when she flashes on you, kill. That was insane.
Everything perfectly.
Does this mean we get another thumbnail? We might get another thumbnail.
We could do. That's what we're looking for.
The Nico one was really cursed last time as well, so I'm really looking forward to it.
And you know, maybe he gets his POM finally. So here he
turns
sets up
into
and
cannon,
baits the
flashes the Poppy in case he gets stunned.
From Carrier, flashes it immediately, which was just
drops
so well played,
roots, chunks the
and
Poppy
then
super
lands the
hard.
root onto Carrier, gets him
Then when he
low,
re-aggroes, he's gonna bait Poppy flash here.
goes for the redive here, takes aggro, walks out.
And
the
then
rock,
he's gonna
comes in,
die,
not enough to
and
kill him.
Ruler's gonna drop the second he kills him.
And it was actually well played
Like
by Carrier
what?
there as well, making sure that he doesn't get hit by the Vault Breaker by using the Steadfast Presence, and then going for the opportune counter kill option. Just wasn't quite there for him, just because of how well Gen.G played it. And so now, 1,000 gold is what separates these two squads. And we are one away from Feats of Warfare here for Gen.G at the same time, as Chovy and Faker just throwing abilities at one another over and over again. As the ulti comes down here from Chovy, a lot of damage coming on in as Faker getting pushed out of the lane.
Ow.
Yeah, there was also, this was a thing. I'm not sure if it's still a thing, but if you turn into a cannon minion as Nico,
yeah, I think you do take a bit less damage, right?
Yeah, so I think he turned into a cannon minion specifically to reduce that as well. So really just maximizing the pick.
Yep.
Which, as you can see, he's been getting a lot of success on.
Yeah, I was wondering whether that would be removed, because it seems really broken, but I guess they haven't done it yet.
Doran is 1v2ing
to 2v2 kill
the enemy top side.
And that's, I guess, something that you can do at level 6 on this Renekton.
Doran diff,
Duro at least is
holding the game a bit.
Out of the lane. T1 have started off this dragon, but
Hence
it's under
Nico
full
base.
vision here of Gen.G.
Yeah, Duro putting some threat back, has to be very careful as Doran with flash.
Drake is contested here, but it should be fine. Level advantage for Owner.
Scuttle, but carries enough to keep Canyon away.
Yeah, the scuttle there is whoever gets the scuttle gets 6, so he has to smite it. Why is Canyon being a red? Okay, he's going back to his red.
There is less control of that bottom side, but maybe some plates available here as Doran has walked his way back up. Actually, no.
Doran got really hard chunked and he didn't reset.
As the flash
oh, he just got so baited.
Oh
no, he got the right one. I just got so baited. Holy Doran.
For overstepping.
Beautiful play there from
Holy
Doran.
Doran.
The summoners are down from that dive in the bot lane.
I thought Duro got the clone off perfectly, but he didn't.
He was waiting for that opportunity.
One frame too slow, Doran had him.
Through with the flash.
He is the true epitome of a ruthless predator.
Absolutely.
Holy shit, Doran's holding this game, isn't he?
Definitely a nice
like, bot lane is so cooked.
Kind of needed for the side of T1.
Oh, he knew he was the minion. He saw the minion. He knew it was him.
Well.
That's why he was so quick.
Really nicely played there by Doran. Now doesn't have flash, but I think he's going to be very happy, sitting on 2-0 now on this Renekton. Keen, though, has just been fine.
Yeah, Carrier,
bottom side of the map.
the problem they have is you'll see the Duro's about to hit 6, and Carrier is really far behind in XP. He needs to get some XP somewhere.
Renekton's getting advantages in the early game is so incredibly important for keeping him relevant as
that
this one
Poppy
goes on,
is,
and we'll have that dominance
I mean,
back
once
available
Poppy
in
gets level
7
6, I guess
seconds'
that's just it,
the
you know?
composition that Gen.G has. I mean, they do have the DPS to cut through targets, but in the mid game, I feel like this Renekton can kind of just run rampant. If you're focused on like trying to kill the backline, and there's just this Renekton there doing so much damage, especially with the buffs they made to his dominance, he just kind of melts everyone who's nearby.
W Doran. He hasn't got TP from Scrub, so have to give. But wherever Doran is, the game is winnable. Everywhere else is very rough.
That Faker can deliver. As Chovy just trying to get back to this lane right now. Being a little frustrating. But it will just be the grubs going over to Gen G. They do get all 3 of those in trade for the Dragon from earlier on.
Yep, grubs for Dragon ends up being the trade. Obviously, it wasn't earlier Dragon pickup from T1, but they weren't really in position.
God, Chovy is really just CSing, isn't he?
The grubs.
Like, this is
It's
ridiculous.
still a situation where, you know, Chovy's up in farm. In the mid lane, we have Ruler pretty sizably ahead in terms of the 80 carry role as well.
Yeah, that's actually a massive farm lead that he's managed to pick up, especially on top of the kill and assist that he has put together.
The dive timing was just so ruthless and really put people behind. So, definitely playing from a deficit right now. The thing is as well, with this Kai'Sa and this Corki, both of them kind of spiking at a similar time on those 2 items are major spikes. So, Ruler being ahead of the curve is going to feel really nice for him.
-1.
Is. See how long it's going to take him to get that first item.
Yeah,
locked
farm
in
mid is
Also,
rough.
Black Cleaver already completed for Doran.
Oh god. Well, Keen, fun times are over. Oftentimes you get the Kindle Gem and the Bramble Vest and you're like, oh, I feel great now.
What does Black Cleaver do? It shreds armor.
Faker has
Keen
TP though,
hasn't
so
had a
it's
chance to build
not the
any
best for
armor.
Chovy to trade
Oh,
HP
no.
too hard.
Nailed it. Oh,
What armor?
Your cup is half full today, Orcs, and I really appreciate
Look
it.
at bot CS, yeah, of course they were getting
That sort
Dovin.
of positivity that we hired you for, obviously here in the LCK. As Gumi
They were
Shikari
getting
going
Dovin.
to be at least picking up this wave for the moment. I feel like we haven't, like, yes, Gen G have a lead as Chovy going aggressive here into this mid lane. The Void Seeker is going to miss, as Faker will be electrocuted momentarily. Finds a shockwave onto Chovy as well, who will tank up this turret. Does hop his way
Okay, Faker can
away.
base in TP. Chovy can also base in match.
To grab that plate.
Important thing there was dodging away from the Void Seeker, as I know Ruler definitely would have dove in there.
Carrier
And
has TP.
I think Faker, hard to say he would have survived, definitely would have had to flash at minimum.
Caught up a lot on levels.
As Keen doing his very best to fight back here towards this top side, as Doran's still sitting on the Dominus, so he's still very scary, continuing to just fight as much as he possibly can. Keen though with the shield and things like this.
This is what Renekton
alright.
versus tanks looks
Canyon,
like. You have
moving on over, does have
quite a low health bar
vision
while you're
in the
playing the
area.
game, and it looks like you're in kill range, but
Has
you're
been
never really in
pretty
kill
quiet,
range
though,
because you
on
press
this side
R
thus
and then you just
far,
kill them
mainly just
instead.
keeping tabs on
That is
what
just
Oner has
Renekton
been
101.
doing.
Yeah.
Forward to seeing whether this first cease and desist is actually going to work out.
But both the junglers are now full build, as you will have seen.
Oh, yes.
They've completed their entire build path.
Oh,
so.
Oner didn't go to the thrift store to get his free socks, though.
Oh, yeah, that's unfortunate.
Oh, it's a little bit of a shame. Sometimes you got to make sure that you collect those handouts. A little bit unfortunate. That's okay. Canyon at least managed.
Oh, no, we got them now.
Oh, there it is. Never mind. Okay,
Yeah,
I take it all back.
Yeah, the kill from Canyon when he got it a little bit sooner.
Yeah.
The
okay.
game is
So now
still
they're
quite
really
playable, I
full
think.
build.
Yeah, they really
Even
are.
after that dive.
Everything they
That dive
need.
was a
I'm really
nightmare
glad
for
that they
T1,
both
but they've
thrift
kind of
shopped.
stabilized.
You know, got to get to the bargain bin. Lock down those socks. Can't be walking
Problem is
around the
Corki
jungle
is
in just
quite
your bare
far
feet.
away from
They still need at
Triforce.
least
Well, not that
socks
far,
on.
They
but
spent all their money
and
on
Kai'Sa
this
has
Dancer
Kraken, so
Sphere
I wonder if
and
T1 just gives this Drake, but it's T1, so knowing
couldn't afford
T1 they're
anything
gonna
else.
click
Do
this
they-
Drake and
do they
die.
really need anything else?
Guys,
Yeah, it's priorities.
it's
Yeah.
not Worlds, so we can click the Drake
It's
and
like
fight.
if you were to give like a 5-year-old some money and like, here, buy some survival things from the supermarket, and they just come back like with a random toy car from the toys aisle.
Had a chocolate bar, you know.
I'm not saying this out of experiences. We've got a bit of an engage. Great snare to come down from Duro, and another kill comes in for
Doran
Rule,
time.
and now Duro looking to lock down Carrier, but he's
But
not gonna
Doran
find
can't
it.
get in range of
Kimichi
anyone.
Does flash away, but it's a double for the Kai'Sa. Doran trying to get in there as Canyon looking to fend him off. But Meek not going to quite work out the heroic
Oi,
charge
Doran,
does
damage.
come through, though, and Ruler will be
Wait,
locked
hold up,
down.
Doran.
Doran is very scary, but he just goes down. Chovy finds
Where's
Tangle, and
Faker?
it's another Tangle
Oh,
box
he died.
as the double comes in for
2 for
Duro.
4.
This bottom lane are now just
2 for 4?
unstoppable.
Great play there from Gen G. A couple of answers back, and you can see Doran trying to do as much as he can in the fight. But it starts off with a pick on the Oner, just decimated here. Doesn't get a chance to use the ultimate. The CC layering comes in. He dies without getting any value, and then...
Yeah, Orianna
Kuman
couldn't
carrying a
really
lot of
join the
trouble.
fight
Duro
because they're
comes
all
in,
running away from
flashed
Doran
away
and
from the
Faker, so the
ultimate.
only way Doran
Ruler
joins
and
is
Canyon can
flashing the
follow.
wall.
And at this point, Doran's trying to turn things around, but it's a 3v5. So despite how strong he is, despite the fact he can run Canyon down,
Chovy zones Faker away as well.
zoned away by Chovy. And it's essentially a support and a low HP Crocodile trying to get everything done. And
Yeah.
I mean,
Double
Faker
for
does
Nico.
find
He does find it, yep.
Man,
So,
Doran was such a monster in
I
that
think
fight.
honestly,
What the fuck?
testament to Carrier, Doran and Faker for answering back on those 2 kills, but it was still a massive win for Gen G. And the bot lane, 3-1-3 for Ruler, 2-1-4 for Duro. This Kai'Sa Nico is popping off.
Certainly are. The Kraken Slayer has now been completed as well, and we are moving very quickly towards item number 2, which is going to be just a very frightening moment for T1 as this Kaiser accelerated it.
Faker is kind of back in the game though.
Such as this,
his lane was rough, but now he's 200 gold up and he has row up, but Guma POV is fucking cat despair. Enemy Kai's gonna have 2 items when Guma gets Triforce.
It is just unplayable.
Are you getting this Drake T1? Is this legal?
Looking to try and lock down this dragon. Could be double dragon.
Are you allowed to do
to
this?
start this one off, as the knockup does come through, but they're not going to be able to get here. That's
This
going
is
to be
legal.
a Kentech Soul, which honestly,
Apparently this is legal.
not
You're
too
out.
bad. Oftentimes they give you a hard time for this one, but there is a Renekton and stuff like that, as Gumayusi taking a lot of damage here. As
2 Drakes to
Roller is
T1 and
just
a
showing
Roa
off his
Orianna.
cool new things.
I think it feels pretty
They
bad
have
for
scaling,
T1, though. You're behind in gold. You've invested
but
in these
the
dragons,
Renekton
you'd love
Sin
like a
Poppy
Hextech.
Yeah,
aren't
something to
exactly
help
the
you do a bit
craziest
more damage.
scalers.
Something to really just say, hey, yes, we're behind in gold, but if we get a couple more dragons, the game is going to be so much easier.
Think about Poppy though.
I mean,
Harry is going to like actually be tanky.
Poppy's still going to get one hit,
Yeah.
right? If Rule is this fed, still just going to get exploded.
I thought your cup was half full, Ox. It was before.
It's a lot less full now.
Yeah, it's not feeling super great, but still, 3,000 gold is, you know, what do we say? Insurmountable, not insurmountable.
It's definitely
Alright,
surmountable.
Guma has Triforce at least now.
I haven't actually personally met him. I've just heard a lot about him.
Yeah, I've heard a lot about him, and there's not a lot of teams are in him. As it turns out, is okay.
Guma
We've got a
caught
cease
dead,
and desist here.
or what?
Gumayusi is going to agree. He
Canyon's
will
dead
stop.
too though.
As Canyon, he may as well.
And Ruler has to ult,
teleport
and
in from
Doran
Doran
TP's
as well,
behind,
so
and
that
that's a
is going to
kill.
mean that it's T1
And
faded.
Genji just dive
Great
mid and
little
die,
pick off
and
there.
they give
Good
Herald.
answer from T1.
And I think I just saw surmountable turn up there.
Yeah, he certainly did.
Bit of an overstep from Genji.
Herald
Only
to
2 members
T1.
committed to the
Okay.
play. The response comes in. Guma doing a good job to turn around the damage.
Rare
to get Canyon and then
misplay
Ona
from
making the crack
Canyon,
ball,
I
the
think.
tower hit
Not
with
sure
kill.
why they're doing
Enemy
that when they can
jungler
just wait for them to
chases
walk
down
into
Ruler
Herald.
with the help of Doran, and now we'll be able to pick up the
So
Rift
Chovy's
Herald, and
probably
this
gonna
is actually
click bot
piece of
tier 1 and
strength
get it,
for
because
T1.
Doran's
So despite the
grouping.
gold lead,
Faker has no
Oh, not
TP.
quite.
Oh, no,
Haven't
quite,
got
not
a
quite.
first
And they
star
have
yet.
3
Okay, they need
grubs.
first star. Okay, the objective of the feats of strength. So
Yep.
if they have the Herald, they can throw that down and get it.
Maybe
Exactly.
Doran can defend bot
Rift
tier 1
Herald is
actually.
often a pretty decent avenue towards locking that one down.
Yeah.
They do have a bit of damage onto this outer turret on the top side of the map. Looks like they're going to hold onto it for now as, yeah, Canyon just presses R onto Gumayusi, but
Yeah,
still takes
I see
lot
it.
of damage back.
Yeah, I mean, he was just dead regardless just from Guma being there, but the follow-up, the immediate TP from Doran, really good to close down on Ruler, who doesn't bid any sums, kind of knows his fate.
Yep.
And yeah, so next tower, first tower is going to be feats of strength. Herald in pocket for Ona, so I think them looking to
Did they
get
get-
that
they
would
didn't
be
get tower
a big
bot.
boon.
I was
game-
surprised as well that Ruler wasn't quite able
Kais
to
and Nico,
finish off
3,000
any
gold
extra
up.
items as he goes back either.
But
Wasn't actually able
Corki's
to put
ahead in
enough money
XP because
together,
Carry has sacrificed
as
his
he
whole
is sitting
XP bar
on
to give
just over
Corki XP.
1,000.
Yeah, it has. I mean, he's 2,000 ahead of
It's
Guma.
insanity.
If you look, he's 2,000 ahead. The goal lead is about 2,000. Doran's 800 ahead. Dura's 800 ahead. Everyone else is about even. It's basically just the goal lead is Ruler, which, you know, if you want to have a gold lead, so it's a good place to have a gold lead for Gen G. But
if they deal with him,
that gold lead kind of just disappears. And it's actually now higher level than Ruler, only slightly. But I think that's a big thing as well. You know, level's important in the Corki. You have that level 11, you have the extra rocket damage.
Yeah, he
Those
does need
kills,
levels. Poppy's already power spiked.
The fact that Ruler died going a long way, so it's
Poppy
not
will
all
rock
doom
up
and
to a
gloom.
fight, press R, and if you hit
Right
someone,
now.
the game is winnable.
Gonna get poked a little bit here, but otherwise not too much more. Ruler does finally put that Rage Blade together. As Canyon's moving over, but there are a lot of people underneath this turret. Looks like T1 do want to employ the Rift Herald, and he does go down. That's a great double shockwave from Faker. As Canyon and Chovy looking a little
They're
worse
TPing
for
here,
wear. This isn't going to be the tower falling down immediately, and Keen looking to try and get some pressure down. Let's see whether he can find an angle as he slows down Doran, but they just turn onto this Scion.
Yes, flash.
Genji not able to protect him, and Keen has to
Okay.
flash to get himself out of the way.
I mean, Chovy's really low.
Reverse, not quite doing enough here as Chovy walks
And look at
into
the low
the
health bar.
river here. They've got so much vision of
Doran.
this area as that. You look for it. Doran underneath the turret, but maybe it's a bridge too far still. They managed
Doran
to
just
walk that turret
completely
down,
sent
trade
it.
for their Renekton.
What
Sees
the
it
fuck did they
assassinate,
just
throw
do?
them down. Keen not going to quite find the window here as another tangle.
Well,
box
now the
comes
game
in,
is
and Owner's
really
also
cooked.
dead. It's a triple for Ruler. Oh no!
That Kaisa is
It looked
absolutely
so good
off
for
the
T1
rails.
until it was a
What did Doran just do? He thought he could one-shot Mika or what? I think if they had Orianna ult up and they put it on Renekton when he did that play, it would work. But he didn't have Orianna ult, so he just full sent it and it's lost the fight.
And it's a disaster for
I think they just need to take mid-tier 1 and back.
But Doran goes forward, trying to zone them off so they can get the tower. They knock away the Scion.
He just doesn't have the damage to kill them. And Faker can't really join it.
Canyon with the help of Ruler. Canyon reset to come back in with help. And the cleanup comes in. You gotta remember as well, the Shockwave was already on cooldown, used to chunk them out before.
Yep. Did do a lot of work.
So Genji will get the streak and Kai'Sa will get 3 items soon. Oh my god.
Certainly was not
Yeah,
positive.
Kuma had really low mana as well.
Look for that first Chemtech Dragon as well, so that dragon stacking will be stopped.
I think it's also going to be a 3-item Kai'Sa on the Atakan spawn.
T1 were really more focused on the turret. That was their objective in that. They were like, we want to take the turret. Doran, go zone them off. If we can get some kills, great. But the main focus
Doran will still carry. Well, Renekton's Flash W is on cooldown now, which is not good.
We can just wipe them, especially with how strong Ruler was. And I think T1 just kind of disrespected Genji in the moment.
Yep.
And was so and now this 7-2 Kai'Sa.
It's kind of ridiculous. And also, it's Ruler with an advantage. And I feel like teams play differently based on who's on the team and who has leads, right? When Ruler has a lead, decisiveness is never his problem.
Yeah.
He's always going in, he's always commanding his team to do things. He's like, I'm strong, let's kill them all.
Yeah, Faker's TPing bot for the Atkan force. The Orianna is on like a pause mode, you know? She needs Roa's 10 stacks and she needs Seraphs and then she's useful. But for now, Faker really wants just like 3 or 4 minutes to chill.
Thing is as well, I'm really worried because.
But I don't think Genji is gonna let them chill.
Nash's Tooth.
Yep.
When he gets a Seeker's Arm Guard, like one of your big tools to shut down Ruler is the Shockwave. Once he gets a Seeker's Arm Guard, he's just not gonna work anymore.
Yep. You just see the little circle and you press your button.
Yeah. And
yeah, Orcs is right.
Not that far away.
Zhonya's counters the entire T1 draft, I think.
Being at that point now, so I'm very worried for T1. The next 5 or so minutes are going to be really pivotal. If they find a big way to get back in the game, if they find a favorable fight, maybe they catch Ruler out. If he buys a Seeker's Arm Guard and uses it in a bad way, that's why I can see them get back in this game. But if they lose another fight, it might just be Kittens on this one.
Yep. Does
what
feel
is
a
Nico
little bit
building?
like their fate is no
Frozen
longer
Heart.
in their hands. But we'll see. Genji have been fallible only against T1 in recent memory. Here from rounds 3 to 5.
T1 are T1, so that is...
Oh, but also Genji haven't had the option of facing off against the bros.
Yeah, for their sake, you know.
Yeah. So we don't necessarily know. It could be that
8 stacks on the Rod of Ages. Faker's getting time.
Legend Rise was implemented.
That's all he really wants.
Yeah, yeah. Or protect Genji from bro, basically.
Yeah,
is how that one
I
generally
think
goes.
Genji should really start forcing this Atakan.
Understandably so. They've been terrorizing them.
But they're basing right now. Maybe they were waiting for 3-item Kai'Sa and then they're gonna send it.
Oh, no. Man, I loved talking about the top lane matchup and how important it was.
Okay, 3-item Kai'Sa. It's time to click
Keen
Atakan.
trying to frontline for his team while Doran tries to win the game for his team. Doran having a pretty good performance thus far, but the problem is he's still Renekton. As
That's not just any Kai'Sa though.
Comes in as
that's Ruler Kai'Sa.
hit for the Corki, which
Holy.
is less like a spike.
It's at least a big spike for the Corki. Guma's now doing some damage, but Ruler is just... He's at an ungodly level of strong. But again, he doesn't have that defensive option. He does have a summons though, but if you... He will die still if you hit him with a Shockwave and maybe some other stuff as well. That's a big if. He has a lot of tools.
T1 trying to hold as much control here as possible to stop Genji from doing it and slow them down.
Maybe not the
but when
Scion,
Keen
but
clicks
the other
in...
people, for sure.
Wow, T1 are like in position to just try and...
fully stacked. His Seraphs isn't finished yet. So he's
stall. 9 stacks on the
really
Roa.
Not that much damage compared to what you'd be hoping right now.
Okay, Faker's Roa is going to tick in the next 30 to 40 seconds.
As well as, okay, getting stunned up here by Doran momentarily as he does pop his way away.
Seraphs is a little bit away. Sterak's is massive. There's the Roa proc. So Faker is now strong.
As Keen looking for a bit of that.
We are just laning
Maybe
bot.
that minion just decided to jump in the air.
Yeah. That's probably what Gumayushi was thinking.
It just doesn't.
Whoa, look at Doran.
But you know, it's some spaghetti. As Owner is off to the side, this Otacon down to 50%, it's taking so much damage, man. If Ruler decides, things just go down, but Doran has found a flank angle, and Owner gets himself
Chovy
in
no
there. It
flash.
looks like they're not interested in the Otacon.
Doran went in and died. Did he? Did he have Sterex?
Onto Doran, and he is going to be the first one to go down. Pop loss
Carrier
to deal with
flashed
Carrier,
the wall and
they do
died.
manage to do it. It's just front to back.
Canyon's dead.
Here for Genji as Ruler
Owner
goes
is looking for
in.
Chovy. Nice dash by
Looking for the
Chovy.
last few shots.
Oh, what? Ruler died.
He outplays it.
Oh,
Duro now in trouble.
Otacon.
Is looking to
Otacon.
finish him
Hey.
off. Keen. Can he get over this wall?
Oh my god, Sion, you have W, Guma? No, you don't.
Not many
Wait,
ways.
Faker killed Chovy.
Faker's actually
Atakan's on
taken out
500 HP. Yeah, Faker gets Atakan. Faker gets Atakan.
All of the pedals going their way, and now they have the DPS.
What the fuck is
Keen.
happening?
He's just a tank, and he has to walk it off.
What?
What a clutch play from T1, just when you think they need a fight win to keep their hopes alive in this game.
What?
They managed to find one. Guma clutching the 1v1 against Ruler.
So Doran
We see the
goes
play
in
comes
onto
Doran
Chovy.
looks up
Chovy
onto
flashes
Chovy,
out here.
really starts to put a lot of pressure
Then
onto him.
Carrier
Has to pass away
rocks up
Canyon,
at the
then
bottom
looks
side of
for
Atakan.
Doran,
I think he
and
looks to
Doran
flash
gets the
over this
bounce
wall.
out. Brutalized here.
He does, but he
Owner goes
flashes into a
aggressive
Nico
with
E,
Carry, who
trying to
just
stop the
gets
Nico.
blown up, but a lot of
Dies.
tools have been used
Canyon
by
flashes the shockwave,
Genji.
dies.
And then when Ruler
Owner goes on
dives
Chovy,
forward,
dies.
he's
It's a
attacking Atakan.
2v4.
Guma just blows
Guma
him up
one-shots
as well.
Ruler.
Great play from him.
Flashes out.
Puts some poke back on
Chunks
Duro.
Duro.
And then
Faker
Faker
recalls.
disengages and then makes the call
TP's
to TP back in.
Actually, no, he doesn't recall. He just
and
TP's
Chovy
on
was
top of it
almost dead to
and
Otacon.
kills Chovy.
Flashes to kill him.
Steals the
And thing is,
Otacon.
Chovy was using his abilities on Otacon to finish. He had no cooldown.
And then runs
That was
away.
Such a clutch play for
Level
Faker and
16
Guma,
Oriana.
this duo, keeping the hopes of the team
Level
alive.
16
That
Oriana.
was absolutely ridiculous. Man,
What the
it's
fuck?
good to have the T1 circus back here for T1 versus Gen G. And that's going to keep things at least competitive.
Holy
we do want to bring everyone
Faker.
back to the realm of reality. It's still a decent lead here for Gen G.
Holy.
They managed to grab themselves an extra dragon, but now it's just 2 apiece between the two
So
squads.
T1 have 30
And so
flowers.
That soul point will be available for either team in 4.5
Genji
minutes
to
time.
be decided how many flowers they have. They have 15.
Faker's level 16.
Oh my
It's
god,
changed.
2-level lead.
Yeah, I mean, Chovy's about to hit 15, but still, it's a big spike for the Oriana. You know, they got a lot of power from the Otacon, and they got those kills as well. Shutdowns, you know, Guma got the shutdown on the Ruler. It's a 2,500.
This game is very important. The winner goes second place. Well, not winner, sorry. T1, if they win, they get second place, which gives them double
certainly has been
second
brought
round.
back to relatively
If they
level.
lose, they go third place,
Red buff will be stolen away here by Gen G.
which means they have to
But
start in the
I
first
believe
round.
T1 managed to get the one towards the top side in Gen G's base, so that will be A-OK. Some pings out onto exactly where Chovy is as he moves up to catch that wave on the top side.
Yeah,
of
T1's
the
in a
map.
pretty solid spot now. They can just
And
hold
Faker's
top
all
side
of a
control
sudden
and
become
the
absolutely
game becomes
massive
more
in
stable.
this game,
Corki
and
gets
I'm
LDR.
reminded of what
Sion
everyone was
takes a bit
talking
more
about in
damage.
the pre-show, and that
It's not
was,
one.
if
The
T1
game
are
is
gonna
still
beat
far
Gen G,
from
it's often on the back
in their
of
control,
Faker
but
getting things done.
that's actually
2-0-2
insane that they got
with
that
those
Otacon.
2 core items
What the
fully
fuck?
stacked up. Level 16, this Oriana is getting kind of massive.
I mean, I think something that's just so consistently been true for Faker in the past couple of years. I mean, forever, but specifically the
can
past couple
finish
of years when
Otacons,
they've
but
won
can't
Worlds,
get the cannon.
it's just finding those clutch moments just to say we're
It
winning
is
this
just
game.
a raw
And
2-level lead in mid,
they
isn't
haven't
it?
won this game yet, but if they do, we're going to look at that moment where he TP'd in at low HP to Otacon, just killed Chovy, took the
11 and a half,
neutral,
I'd say.
and was like, see you guys, thanks for the buff.
Yep, honestly, all is planned, probably. Looked like it was just the game plan all along. Just distract them, everyone else, and we'll get the job done in the end. Now, looks like aim of the game is going to be locking down this Baron, or at least making sure they have vision. Banana brush control there for Carrier.
Okay, he went Seeker's Arm Guard.
I've read the game now with Otacon taking off the cards. Both teams at 2 dragons each, and it being a Chemtech Soul. It is just going to become, I feel like, a lot of dancing around the Baron.
Yep.
I think often games become really hard to control when that Otacon is. You
What
know,
is that
it
Chovy
was on the
build?
bot
Yeah, he's
side
gonna
of the
go
map.
Crypt
If
Bloom, I
Baron's
think, or
scored
Void
up
Stick,
as well,
obviously.
it's a high pressure soul.
And Ruder, I
1-2
think, should
soul
go
point.
Zhonya's.
But now I think both teams just kind of.
I think
trying to
Guma's probably
maintain
really
vision
far
around
away
this
from
area.
LDR if he bought Steel Cap
Maybe
upgrade.
seeing if they can set up a pick and find
I still think
something.
Genji's in a really good spot.
Zhonya's has been completed for Ruler.
Like Sion
That's a
is
big
just
deal.
outscaling Renekton.
Is a big
Kai'Sa's
deal
still really
indeed.
far ahead of
Also a big
Corki.
deal for the graphics team because
And
they
Aurora is still
unfortunately,
in the
got
game, you
drafted
know.
a little
She's,
bit
it's
late.
not like Chovy's
And so that one
out of the
wasn't
game because she's down a
actually
level.
on there just yet. It's fine.
So I
You can
think
see it right now,
Genji's
4
really
items done for
solid
this Kai'Sa.
spot.
I mean, that's the thing, is that you're in a composition where if you look at it from Genji, their dive is phenomenal.
What do you mean
But
counter
when all
ult?
is said and done, their sustained damage
You said
is
T1's in a
mostly
good spot?
just Ruler.
Yeah, because
And
their game
their
was lost
gold
and now
and
they've
their carry
stabilized it a bit.
potential
But I
is
still think
mostly
Gen
just
G's
Ruler. You know, once Chovy
got this in the
uses
bag.
ult and his cooldowns, like yes, he gets another rotation of cooldowns, but outside of that, you know,
I wonder
feel
if Gen
like
G's
after
gonna
that
force
first
Nash.
5-10 seconds of the fight, it's kind of Ruler's job to clean up, and if he does get caught out, if he gets chunked,
It's a
I think
hard
that's
decision
really
to
where
make.
this T1 composition can shine. So.
Yeah, they get moments to breathe, right?
Yeah.
The opening salvo is what they really need to make sure that they can absorb.
And also, if Ruler does end up going
3-item
down or
Corki.
getting chunked, then I think that's where Gen G's composition can really struggle to match up to, you know, Orianna, who can Q every 2 seconds and pump out a ton of damage, or Corki, who just does autos with the extra 2 damage to a turn. He has just picked up LDR
He's
as well.
7 levels ahead of Duro. What? Well, he's also like, what,
Oh,
8
a
levels
pick.
ahead of Carrier, as there is the Shockwave. Duro is going to be able to find the Tangle Box.
Can't really
but
do much with that.
that
Shockwave should
level
be up for
discrepancy
Dragon though.
between the supports and Faker is just
Yeah,
sanity.
he's approaching 18 as well. And the thing is, his build, going the Rod of Ages and the Seraphs, it felt like in the mid game was a bit of a trough, you know, waiting for both of those to stack up, but now giving just a ton of AP
No damage.
and
Well, he had
a
Celestial
good amount of
opposition.
survivability as well with the shield and the extra health.
Yep. I do love when, you know, in-game
T1 have
mirrors
clicked
real
towards the
life as
dragon.
well.
Red alert.
Because Faker does
T1
have way
are
more
clicking the
experience
dragon.
than everyone else. And that's just how it is on the Rift. Looks like Keen is going to try and punish him
Top
for
tier
it,
one's
but
gonna
he's
die.
not going to be able to do so. Not a lot of follow-up in the area.
Doran hasn't really gotten much items since that fight.
And pull a little bit away from the Baron. Do you see Chovy looking on this flank angle?
Oh, Carrier.
Carrier is going to get spotted here by Gen G as Keen moving in, wanting
Chovy
to find
ulted.
the angle. Chovy throws down between worlds. There's the Void Seeker connecting.
Oh,
for
Canyon
Ruler
buffered the ult.
As he gets dove on by the Renekton. Pop Blossom
GG.
does
Is it
nothing
GG?
at all, and
Canyon's
now
dead.
Canyon's in trouble. Void Seeker is going to connect. There is the
Kaisa.
knockup,
Oh,
and
Ruler
is over
preempted the ult in his
wall.
flash.
He takes
Stopwatches
down
the
Greedy. He
ult.
goes golden to keep himself alive as
Buffers the
Carrier's
W.
trying to be a hero,
Kills.
but it is
Dead
going to
though.
work. They
Ruler
do
down.
get
Faker
Ruler.
carrying.
And now
Doran.
it's Chovy.
Does he have shields? No, he doesn't. Chovy wins it. And that's Faker. Oh, his Q. Oh, just out of range. Owner has Thunder Sky. Get back in here, buddy. Stopwatches the Q. They can't kill Faker, can they? I think Owner helps him. Oh, face rush.
And Chovy's not going to risk
W
it
doesn't hit
this
the Nico.
time around. Owner
Eats
just
the red buff.
audaciously
Eats some
charging
berries.
his
Hey,
thermal
that was
back.
going. Give one
And
to
yes,
Owner.
Keen
Give
is
one to
kind of
Owner.
immortal against these champions as Chovy's
Owner's
making
hungry.
his way back, and that is T1's cute exit.
We'll have to back away. King got
Okay,
so
it's
much
3 for
presence
2.
Here. Chovy TPing back in, now looking.
Yep, doesn't get it.
Faker still so scary here, and you can see once Ruler went down, it kind of became a little bit delicate for Gen G in this situation. The initial fight, Owner has to tank the Sional. They get caught out by a great ult from Chovy.
Look at this Canyon ult. He
Owner
buffers
just
the
kinda
Poppy
gets
ult.
bounced
If
around,
Canyon
but
gets
they
knocked away
immediately
there,
jump on a Canyon,
they
target
can
him,
really
take him
help
down, heal
Doran.
back.
But
Ruler,
Doran's just trying to
unfortunately,
buy
gets caught
time.
out by the
There was a
Q
nice
from
Q
the
by
Sion.
Keen
Flash
and a
shield,
really
great
good ult by
read from
Ruler. Good stopwatch
follows him
from
over
Ruler.
the wall.
But
here,
Doran
Carrier
re-enters the
slams,
fight here and
combos
kills
Faker,
Ruler.
take out, the
Or actually, does
Kaisa.
Carrier just kill Ruler?
And that's
No,
where it gets
Faker
a little
does,
bit
okay.
confusing, because Chovy just doesn't have enough damage to finish off these targets quick enough. Faker surviving for so long, especially because he runs out of mana.
I think Chovy could have died
And then
here.
it's Duro and Keen
But
just
Faker
kinda
would have to probably die to kill him.
A little, like, just trying to hit them with the little pool noodles.
Yeah, and Owner healed up, and both teams like, okay, this is a little
Doran
silly,
died
let's
for
just back
nothing.
off. And now we're back on
Doran
the map,
was
right?
buying
A lot of tunnels
time.
were burned, and what's really important is that every flash on T1 is down. Gen G still have 3, and they're 3 really big ones because they're on both their carries and on Duro.
God, Doran's items. Get
So
that mana
I'm a
death
little
stance
worried for
ASAP.
Ruler. I'm a little worried, less so for Faker because he has Zhonya's, but
Look at
particularly
that,
for
it's
Ruler.
like
And
a
in fact,
city skyline.
T1 aren't even opting to contest
On the sunset.
Dragon. That's how
Damn.
concerned they are about moving into
Okay,
an area
they
don't
just
have
did that.
vision on
They
the
did
back
just
of the
do that.
fact they don't have
They
flash on
just
their
clicked the
carries.
Baron.
And it is sole point. They have started off.
Oh
this
my.
Baron as Duro not going to get stunned.
Oh my.
As there's the knockup coming on through. Duro gets over the wall, but I don't think
Carrier
he's
solo bolo.
necessarily in safety just yet. That
Guys.
Tangle Bobs may have helped
Doran.
out as Doran looking to get in there. The Pop Blossom, though, is going to hold him
Wait, Duro
up
lived.
in the air. And Duro
Here
will
comes the
survive.
collapse.
That was some very
Can they
cheeky
fight
Nicoing,
them
and
here,
that
Gen
means
G?
that the Baron is going to get stopped as now Canyon, he's the one
Canyon,
in
no
trouble,
flash,
and usually
split,
does a
dead.
lot of damage.
Canyon
Decent
just walks in and
assist,
dies.
will not be acquiesced at this point
Doran
in
is
time.
so
And
low
there
HP
goes
though.
The jungler, and the Baron's up.
Yeah,
Doran
so
needs to
big
base
thing
and
to
run
get
back.
Canyon
They
down.
have
They wanna set
45
up
seconds
for
to do this Baron.
but Doran is low,
They got a
and
lot
they're
of
so
time here,
cautious
T1. I think
about
they
the
will
potential
do it.
for
They
a
just need
fight.
to wait
They're
for
looking
Doran
more.
slowly.
Yep, Mega Cone does get
They're
Owner
going
in
quite
there
fast.
as Between worlds goes Chovy.
Keen no flash. Duro EQ. Wait, Keen's just dead. What the fuck is happening?
He does find some knockups, but
Keen dead, passive procced, Kaita passive, Carrier's alive, Doran's back, Baron's gonna get started, Ono's gonna eat some berries, or Carrier's gonna eat the berries.
T1 keep everyone alive, and this should mean Baron.
This should... What the fuck is this madness? Everyone's just counter-clutching each other. Duro's ult's coming up. Chovy doesn't have ult though. Doran's just trying to body block. They should get it pretty easily.
He's just getting softened up. The Baron's likely to go down, but can they get themselves out? And the answer is absolutely yes.
T1 want that second place. They want that second place.
Which means approximately
Jesus.
Beautifully played there from T1. The pick on a Duro not quite working
so
out.
Genji have soul in 3. Oh my god, Guma just bought an Infinity Edge. What the fuck?
All of Genji collapsing
well,
in,
he's pretty much even with Kai'Sa, even though he's 2.7k down.
So
items-wise, he's the same.
Duro Carrier doesn't quite get the slam because of the rocket belt that came through. Duro flashes away.
So Duro gets caught, but he lives. It's Canyon again. I feel like this is the third time Canyon's just walked up and died.
All of Genji collapsing in, and Canyon walks over a control wall.
Caedrel is a Genji Glazer fraud. What are you on about?
And Guma has so much damage. They go in on him.
Canyon completely... I don't know, he did this on mid with Guma, they died on the dive. They did this on the red buff area, he went in early and died. And then he did this on Baron, went in early and died.
Doran being low. They obviously play to get the pick on a Keen because, frankly,
Kai'Sa did just buy Rabadons. So Ruler is ahead.
And now with this Baron looking to push, and that gold lead 1,600, but with the Baron in pocket,
what can they get with this Baron? Maybe a bot tier 2.
You can see Rebel Baron power play only sitting at 1,000.
Maybe a bot tier 2, and I think that's probably it.
Look at that damage.
Even more, yeah.
God, Corky.
Really
Corky.
Well, Dom's now done as well as the IE. And so Genji will not have any of these turrets fall just yet, but on this
bot tier 2, I think, and then
this one going
now
down
what?
Canyon looks for an angle, doesn't quite get over the wall, but there is between worlds for Chovy, looking to try and lock down Owner here as the Tangle Bombs
Sinza has more of Malmortius.
Keen just can't really frontline anymore.
Aurora and Kai'Sa are both super heavy AP. It's very easy for Owner to itemize against it.
Doesn't seem like a fun role, but when Genji approach, he's just there to block and make sure they can't get access to backline. And now T1 looking for this
doesn't go for it. They get mid tier 2 as well, big.
Feels like a lot of pressure, not able to be there.
Now that's probably it. Now they have to just stall for Drake.
2,400 on the Baron power play so far, and that gold lead non-existent now for Genji.
200 gold. And at 36 minutes into the game, less than 0.
TP top by Carrier.
Look at all of this vision around the
There's two big items brewing for T1, and it's Void Staff GA for Owner and Faker.
And
those two items are fucking massive for a dragon fight. So Faker's being funneled the gold for his Void Staff, which he has.
That is exactly what
I wonder if Owner's too far away from GA.
Final week of regular season play for
Oh, he went Crypt Bloom.
This is just game 1, you know?
Yep.
No, Owner's taking the gold.
Get a Crypt Bloom coming in from Faker, so he's got 4 items, level 18 of
No,
course,
Carrier just took his cannon.
Guma, Chovy and Ruler approaching level 18 themselves.
I think he's a bit far away from GA.
And at this point, it is full build for Ruler with the Rabadons in pocket, so he's obviously doing a good amount of poke,
bought Magi's.
a good amount of damage on targets he can connect on. But it is starting to feel like Genji struggling at times to just have the throughput in the fights.
Yeah.
You know, if they can't kill these
So it's
backliners,
likely
and
that
they've done a
Genji
decent
lose
job,
this
I should
Drake
say, of
with the
targeting
setup that T1
Ruler,
have.
but Faker hasn't died yet.
But
Right?
Kai'Sa has
And he
6
has a good
items,
amount of
so
health. He
you
has the
lose this
shield
Drake, then what? Corky
He
gets
has
his
the
6th
Zhonya's.
item for the next
All
Drake?
summons
Like,
now back up to
is it not
T1.
worth just to
It's
send
not
it?
always enough just to kill
But it's
the
so hard
Corki,
to send it.
And a lot of the time, Guma's done a good amount of damage in return when he has gone down, if he has gone down. So Genji, their engage really needs to be on form. And I think I'm looking really at Duro on this Nico. If we can find a big pop blossom, that can be make or
Nope,
break.
Genji's fighting
game.
it.
Yep.
Doran, just don't flash in and be a psycho. You have such good damage on your team now, you can just let them cook. Let that chicken Corky fry them.
With a bit of a wraparound as the dragon has
Ow.
now spawned. Voidseeker does find Gumayushi. Kind of a big deal as this Rabadon's Death Cap has been completed. Valkyrie is a good trade for that one. There's Keen now moving his way in. That health bar is
Chovy and Canyon hard flanking. Carrier can block them, Doran can try as well. Doran just did that. Okay, well Chovy's out the fight. Oh, Owner stole it. Doran solo killed Chovy basically. Keen's fucked. Ruler's out. Holy fuck, Doran. You would think that after the first 18 flash forwards on Renekton, then he'd be like, maybe I'll play a bit safe this time. No, he's still flashing forward. He just keeps going. Maybe he almost lost the game in mid by flashing forwards, but he's going to do it again. He's going to do it again.
He doesn't know. He gets the lair bonus there, and now
30 seconds on the solo lanes. It is probably playable because they have Shockwave.
Get into position here. That is definitely this
25.
inhibitor going down. Let's see how much more that they can collect. As there is no Baron, they
20.
can deal with the wave theoretically, but
This is the only wave they have.
Range members on Gen G, and T1 will have front row seat to this.
Just
Here's
did
the
that.
engage as
Oh,
Ruler
Ruler just stopped
dives
watching
in.
R-Flash.
Immediately does go golden and does flash away.
But is
Can
he dead
stay
anyway?
alive?
He is.
That's the question. The answer is no.
GA from
Owner is
Canyon
able to lock
procced.
him down.
Dead. GG.
As Canyon
T1
gets
won.
into that backline,
What?
but it's not going to be enough,
What?
and T1
T1 actually did it
against- they were
after
losing
that
the
mid play
entire
in mid where they just got
game.
4
Until
kills
they won,
and
as
Drake.
Kane is going to show up, looking to try and deal with this wave as best he can. They might be able
Doran?
to do it
Hey,
here
Doran,
for now,
Doran,
but that's
Doran.
another zombie Scion.
Hey, Doran.
And Doran
Hey, Doran.
running amok in this fight as well. This one may not
Hey,
necessarily be
Doran.
completely over
Wait.
just yet, but I think the writing is
Wait,
on the
Doran, did
wall
you
as
just-
T1 phenomenal performance late
No,
in this
we're
game.
good, we're good, we're good.
Duro and Chovy trying to get this one done.
We're
Out
good.
goes Chovy.
Carrier's gonna
No
die to the
between
tower.
worlds for you. And Chovy
It's
usually
never the
just needs a
easy
few
way,
shots
it's always
on
the
this
T1
Nexus.
way.
Chovy not gonna be able to finish him off.
It's
And
a
there
fucking
it is, T1 with a
slugfest.
game 1 win.
Doran just leaves!
And
He just
in
leaves!
such a
Yo, Doran is
T1
just
fashion.
farming aura.
Gen G having the
He
gold
just
lead,
knows
having
how
the
to aura
advantages,
farm.
but the clutch
Bro
plays
is dropping
came out,
fucking
the
bombs
TP
in these
to
games.
kill Chovy, to take the
Only
Atacama
flash
from
forwards,
Faker.
all in,
Just so many
only
moments
1v2,
Doran finding Chovy
and
on the
walk off
flank. It
stage
just felt
instantly.
like T1
Yo, Doran
wanted
is...
it more, and you know, this
His
is for the
confidence
second
is
place spot.
fucking
They
oozing.
had a
It's
rough week,
oozing from his
but they got
gameplay and the way he,
upset receiving end from KT.
the way he approaches
They
these
were
games.
locked in this match.
I mean,
Canyon had a
they
stinker
were,
of a
they
game.
weren't. They certainly
Doran had like a
locked in towards the end.
save the game,
You're
into the game,
absolutely
save
right.
the game,
early
into the
was
game,
still
save the game.
A bit of a disaster here.
Hey, it's not a
And
T1
Faker
match,
was
it's
pretty
absolute
consistent
shenanigans.
out of lane.
Right. You certainly need to sign up for the circus, but we do have to stay
One
honest
win
with
for
how this
T1
one
and they
went.
lock second
Gumayusi
place.
in the end did more damage than Ruler, which is kind of ridiculous because he was, you know, absolutely
But this series ain't over, I
massive
think.
in this game. Just
This
at
is
the
gonna
end,
be a fucking
wasn't able to get
shitfest.
past Doran. Every time Doran saw him, he was flashing on top. and
This
just
is gonna
doing
be
the
a
walk
shit
walk,
fest.
as Noguri says.
I mean, Doran just that final moment where he just saw the Aurora, and then typically
Listen to
a
that
pick
guitar.
where you feel like you can't be punished, especially not by a Renekton. Found the window, teamed up with the Krugs, took him down. T1 on great form right now.
They certainly are. Let's see
What a
whether they can
jammer.
do it again
What a jammer
in
song.
game number 2. It will be a bit of a side switch. Maybe that means that the likelihood of a 3-game banger for our Saturday showdown is high. Let's hope so as we go to a short break. And when we get back, the space gonna break that one down. We'll have game number 2. See you soon.
You can't make this shit up. Should we rewatch some of that game?
That seems to be the game plan here for
Look
Gen
at this
G.
game state for Gen
Whenever
G.
One, the next 5.
Yep. Does
They push mid with Kai'Sa.
is how that
Take
one.
mid tier 1.
I love
Base.
talking about the top lane matchup.
3.3k gold lead, 3 grubs. Kai'Sa bases and buys Nashers. It's a 3-item Kai'Sa to a 2-item Corki with a scaling Orianna.
Having a pretty good performance thus far.
And you have TP on everyone. How do you butcher this Atakan fight? And the reason the
Ruler
Atakan
is
fight
just-
went a bit weird
He's at an ungodly level of strong. But
was
again, he doesn't have
because
that defensive option. He does have a summons though, but if you
T1
he will
arrived
die still
really
if you hit him
early
with a shockwave,
in bot, and they just
and maybe
delay
some other
Gen
stuff
G
as
as long as
well.
possible.
That's a big if.
They
He
try and
has a lot
stall
of
them,
tools
stall
to
them,
avoid
stall them.
that,
Don't start it, just try and stop
namely
them
his
from entering.
flash.
So Gen G has to do it on the
Burst
next
isn't
wave.
at what you'd be hoping.
Okay, getting stunned up here by
Then
Doran
Chovy gets
moment,
chunked.
Union. As Keen. That's probably what Gumayusi was thinking.
And then they force
This
it,
is
but
curious
Doran
that,
finds
you
this
know,
pocket,
It's some spaghetti.
which pushes
As
Chovy out the
Owner is
fight.
off to the side. This Otacon down to 50% and taking so much damage, man. If Ruler decides, things just go down.
So like this fight for T1 is it's horrible because
But Doran has found
sure
a
Chovy flashes away,
angle,
sure,
and Owner gets himself
but
in
Doran's basically cooked.
there. It looks like they're not interested in the Otacon as cease and desist.
He's basically dead.
Will connect fully.
And Keria
Q on.
has to sacrifice himself because I think Keria sees Nico's ulting and Nico has flash. So Keria says, I will be that guy. So he flashes the wall to E the Nico backwards to stop the Nico from being able to flash on Faker. So Carry has just sacrificed himself. So Doran's dead. Carry has sacrificed himself. So it's 5 versus 3. Canyon goes in, flashes out the shockwave, dies, unlucky. But it's not the end of the world, because Owner dies too. So it's 4 versus 2. How does... I think if Ruler clicks backwards here, or he flashes over the Corki Q... What was it Corki cast there? Oh, it was just... it was QW, yeah. He one-shots the Kai'Sa. Keen flashes, misses the E. So Gumayushi lives. Faker TPs on top of the Atakan, in melee range of everyone, and kills Chovy. Then he steals the Atakan, the Duro tries to yoink, and then it turns into a 3-for-3 T1 get Atakan and get more time. Like, that is insanity. And then, where's the next fight? It was like here somewhere.
Flank angle.
Yeah, Carrier is going to get spotted here by Gen.G is Keen.
Here it's a 4-man world.
Moving in, wanting to find
so
the
Redemption's traded.
The
like, look at this position. Owner's basically dead.
Connecting for Ruler as he gets
Doran's basically dead.
wanting to find the angle. Chovy throws down between worlds. There's the Void Seeker.
I think here.
Connecting for Ruler.
I think if Canyon flashes down, maybe it's fine. But he flashes down here. So that means that when Canyon flashes down here and Owner flashes up here, it's a 4v1 and a 4v1. It's gone from 2 free kills for Gen.G to a 1-for-1. And Doran doesn't even die. So now it's actually just a 1 kill for T1. Kuma gets hit by this, which is criminal. And Ruler already, preemptively, he is already ulting before the flash of Kuma, because he knows he's going to flash that wall. So Ruler smurfs it. So he kills him, stopwatches the Orianna ult instantly.
He takes down Gumayushi, goes golden!
Now there's not much more he can do other than flash the Poppy E now over the wall. That would be insanity if he does that.
To keep
but he doesn't.
Alive as Carrier's trying to be a hero.
He just kills Carrier. But then he dies.
But it is, oh, it is
so now it's a 3v3, and Faker has to carry it.
Golden to keep himself alive.
I don't know how Doran's still alive. I really don't know how Doran's still alive. That is crazy. Stuns Chovy. Dies. Owner's on 15% health. But he's going to do Krugs right now. Watch his health when he's doing Krugs. He's healing up on Krugs. Boom. He's like 40% now. Now he can Sunder Sky save Faker. So this fight, again, also turns into a 3-for-2 for Gen.G. It's just ridiculous. And it's here where the game is won for T1. This play by Canyon. Canyon just face checks. No flash dead. That won the game for T1. Otherwise, this game was hard.
At this point in time, and there goes the jungler.
That's a free Baron.
Yeah, so big
all you have to do is wait for Dorat. But instead of waiting for Dorat, they kill Sion. Then they get Baron, and now it's over. Well, it's not over, but all of Gen.G's lead is just gone. Guma bought and he based and bought an Infinity Edge. It was ridiculous. Ridiculous is what I say. Hello. Loldal, watch this.
Hello and welcome to the space. We're here after game number 1, which was incredibly exciting. Very back and forth. A
Monster.
big comeback from T1 to take it down there through the mid game into the end game. Was looking pretty good for Gen G, but eventually T1 were able to grab it by the horns and take it down.
It's just a pleasure to watch these two teams face off. Like that to me is the main takeaway from this, because at so many points during this game, like Team X has done it, and then I'm like, nope, Team Y has done it, and just that back and forth between these two teams that so clearly know each other so well, that are always in each other's hands.
What is that?
Just creates this insane back and forth where so many game-winning plays, it feels like. And it was in the end only one that won it, obviously, but the back and forth was insane.
Yeah, and especially the game was kind of Gen G's flow in terms of how they snowballed in the early game. I think that's because mainly about the draft.
Holy!
The bot lane was an issue for T1. They had pretty rough game in the lane because I think Corky Poppy cannot match the power of the Nico and Kai'Sa in the lane. So that's why they could actually successfully dive on the bot lane, and I think that really helped a lot for Kai'Sa to just get out of the lane and like just have a better scaling option for the Gen G here.
And the reason why we highlight this is just to kind of show that I think that T1, with specifically this matchup, did underestimate Gen G a little bit. I think this is the only one. Every other pick, I think, makes sense, right? The Renekton Blind, the Orianna Prior Faker, Zinza, all of these. The Corki even, I thought, was a good pick away as well. Because it's been, I think, Ruler's most standout pick, where he really feels unpunishable.
Who won game 1?
This was the biggest.
You won't believe me if I tell you.
It didn't end up mattering. Keria arguably got also one of the biggest plays at the very end of the game, which is why we still see players go towards the Poppy. But it's important to note that that to us felt like the one little point where you could go, I don't know. That definitely did open up the game for Gen G and allowed them to snowball the lead that they got early on.
Yeah, it was pretty huge, and they were able to hang on to this lead. We had this
Lore OG with the fucking 30 gifted. What?
Was able to steal it, and then we got to this crazy setup on the Baron, where T1 were actually able to turn this one around.
Yo, much love. I appreciate that a ton. Try to go give it a sub. Say thank you. Say thank you.
Again, is just a back and forth between these two teams. So what we want to highlight here is that
Lore OG, much love.
Come on, guys, it's Doran. So he did the entire game. In the best way, I might add. But T1 knows that Gen G's going to be looking for a
my gifted sub? Where's mine?
That T1's out of position, but they set up the trap, and obviously, the fact that Canyon falls.
Guma backstepping the sweeper from Canyon there is quite nice, actually.
Felt way too safe.
That's a good backstep.
But it's T1 knowing that Gen G's
that was
smart
by Guma Susi.
And then T1 also kind of playing with expectations, not actually going for Nash, but just turning onto Keen.
Oh yeah, especially with the vision control, they didn't have enough of information that the Gen G is coming for the collapse, but the trap
mini laughing guy with the 5. Hey, thanks, man.
And I think that actually helped T1 to start the Nash after this, and I think that was the end of the game most likely.
And what's so cool to me is that Gen G against a lot of other teams will get away with that play.
Is T1 gonna 2-0? I wouldn't be so sure. T1 Gen G is never really one-sided. It's always back and forth. I think both these teams are just so insane.
And I guarantee you, in the next game, Gen G...
And you might think it looks very messy, but what Chronicler said is so true. The second one side does something, the other side is insanely quick to react. And the second some person in the game is dead or someone makes a mistake, the other team just grabs a hold of the game straight away.
Crazy thing about these plays that
Yo, wondering, thanks for the 10, much love, I appreciate that.
Thinking of the 10 gifted. Like
and this is something that a lot of, if you talk to a lot of, sorry to meet Dennis-esque. If you talk to a lot of Western players, you'll ask them, what's the difference between playing against T1 Gen G and domestically? And their answer is always, T1 and Gen G and LCK teams play faster. And what that means is they're just open on the map quicker. They punish mistakes harder. They group on objectives faster than you. They set up way earlier. And that kind of gameplay leads to chaotic games when both teams are doing the same thing. Both teams are skipping, basing, running out, opening, fighting, contesting. Everyone's already so quick. That's why it's so degenerate half the time.
Even though I feel like up until that point, the Poppy hadn't really had a lot of impact. But it's because Ruler and Dura are in there that Gen G just fully collapses in the fight, because it was technically a 4 versus 4.
Bro, right? I'm actually like, I'm becoming a big Doran fan. One of the things that I liked about the Shy a lot was the game would end and he'd get up and leave. And Doran has taken that and times it by 2. Because he's not even finished hitting the base and he's already fucking gone. He doesn't even look at the screen, he's gone. He's just fucking out of there. He's just oozing with aura, bro. Like, he's going crazy. Man, if you guys were... I hope a lot of you in chat watched Doran in years past. And look at the difference. I feel like the confidence... Doran's biggest problem for 5 years was he was too emotional and couldn't find confidence when he needed it. Now, he looks like he just puts his fucking balls on the table and he's the fucking don of everyone. And he's just gonna flash in and lose the game. He doesn't care. Like, that glow-up is ridiculous. Every team tried to get that out of Doran. Humble tried. Genji tried. Griffin tried. No one could find it. I feel like he's finding it in T1.
Former alumni of both teams, as Core JJ and Impact are actually both here today. World champs from both teams. Absolutely fantastic. Thank you, Team Liquid, for coming on over. That one's really, really cool. So let's see whether they're going to be treated to yet another absolute gigabanger like we had in game number 1.
You know, I feel like there's a lot of good days to come in the LCK. Today is a great...
Yeah, it's a pretty good day. Yeah,
it's pretty good day.
It's pretty privileged as well that they managed to get tickets.
Yeah.
That's very, very impressive.
Bard ban against Carrier.
You
think they have ins?
Yeah.
Oh, wow, that'd be weird.
You know, I think I think Impact knows Faker personally.
Oh, do you think so?
Yeah, I think they have they were formerly co-workers. I don't know.
Me and Faker are now co-workers. Impact was a former co-worker. I'm a current co-worker of Faker.
So, going to the draft, I think a big thing to mention is the fact that Aurora is gone. So, a lot of the top lane picks that normally get hammered down by her will kind of be freed up.
Yeah.
So, I think big talking point is Rumble was obviously banned previously.
I can turn it up.
Rumble kind of gets manhandled by
Sharf and Ben.
Aurora. I feel like the Rumble priority
makes me
really
think
high,
Talia.
Again.
Yep.
But then there's
First
also
pick.
the conversation of Gwen and
Or
Bessa,
Trundle,
so we'll
Prio,
see how
but
that
I don't think
plays
they'll
out.
Prio
Right
Trundle.
now, it looks like T1 might be going for the Ape, Azir, Yunara, Pantheon.
Yep.
I'm not going for Yap or Pei, but
AP.
AP?
AP could have happened. That would have been fun.
Yeah, that could have been good. On the other side, Genji, very focused. Not things we
I'm
typically
still
see in
waiting
the
for
first
Guma's
rotation, but denying
debut
the
on
bot away from Carrier,
Yunara.
denying the Jarvan away from Ona.
This makes me feel
I'm
like
Bessa Ben.
they want to pick Rumble into Zyra Khan.
Well, this is interesting because they
So
banned
Gwen is
the
open and Rumble's open with Aurora down.
Bessa, and Bessa typically good into Gwen, but you
so
feel
maybe
like
it's the Gwen
With
first
Aurora
pick.
down.
you feel like they'd probably
Pantheon's
wanna
open.
go
Wukong's
Rumble.
open. Talia's open.
Well, it's also Doran.
So here comes the trades. Talia's out, which is smart by T1 because you can't trade it with a mid. But now there's Pantheon, Wukong, Gwen, Rumble trades.
What is it, the 4th
And
time
you know what else is going to get traded?
Canyon's been
Probably
allowed to
Rise or
I
Galio
mean,
is
the
going to
thing
get early
is, what is
rotated.
going to get traded off from return?
So this was pretty
I
good so far. So
presume it might
Pantheon
end
gets
up
picked.
being
So now T1
top
could
to
pick
maybe go
Wukong
like
on 3
Rumble
if they have 2 big
Rise,
prios here. So they
perhaps?
could do like something
This is actually the 5th
like
time.
if they
Actually,
prefer
he's
Gwen or
played it.
Rumble,
So
they
he
could
has
take
lost
that
on
one.
one time though.
Wukong, which was
And then they
banned
could
last
take
time by
like
Genji is open. So T1
a
are
mid
gonna
laner
have
maybe
some
like
Wukong.
Annie
I presume you're probably
or
gonna go
Galio or
top
some
mid
shit,
and
which I
then go
doubt
jungle on
Galio.
3.
And then jungle
So
on 3.
maybe
Or they
T1
can do like Annie
especially
Wukong
with the
and just
Oregon,
counter top, whichever they
Rise
want.
is Faker's
They have a lot of
next
really good
move. They
options
did
here.
play
Same for
Galio as well,
Genji,
but
they'll
I
just take
presume
whatever's
they're
not
probably
picked.
gonna lean towards
They'll probably get a Gwen or a Rumble.
Annie's available.
They'll get a Rise or a
Group
Galio.
Wukong.
That
That's
could
also a
happen.
possibility. Maybe they want to save the top lane pick. but
So
I
they
think
prefer
with
Rumble,
with the
which
Abessa
means they
gone,
probably go Rise,
I
yeah,
think
and they're
the
gonna go
Rumble
Wukong on
Rise
3.
just- yeah, I think it makes a lot of sense.
So then I
Rumble,
guess
if
they
Gwen
go
is picked,
now. Now they
I
could
think
go
that matchup is
Ornn
favored,
instead of
although we
Gwen
have
now.
seen
They
Gwen
could pivot
do
to
better than
Ornn
you typically expect. I still think
and
it's
go
very
like
fair to how strong Rumble is at the
no,
moment.
they're gonna go Gwen. Okay.
But Keen is still happy to take the matchup.
Gwen Galio play the
This is
game.
an
Thoughts?
exciting one. It's kind of what we were looking out for as far as this top lane matchup is concerned.
That's why the
little
Talia
bit
ban from
more
T1 is
feisty,
so good.
You can imagine. In
Because
that
if you
top
leave
lane,
Talia
it's
up,
Galio
it's
going to be the answer
1-2-2.
here
You need to
for
take away the 1.
Chovy. Has been,
Otherwise,
pretty
it's
good
1-1-2.
champion, as we know.
And the
It's a
trades are
pretty
bad.
scary
See what I mean?
matchup,
There's 2
the
tops, 2
Pantheon,
jungles, and 1 mid.
Galio, as much as
So ban
as
the
much
1
as there
mid,
is that global
because
pressure
if they
from
first
Rise,
pick the 1 mid,
globals of the Pantheon,
they will always
Galio
get a
makes
top
it
and a
really
jungle anyway.
hard to
See what I mean?
have pressure on
2-2.
side lanes.
You ban the 1.
And
Does
it
that
looks
make
like they're
sense?
not going to go for the Wukong. Instead, gonna
What
go
the
for
fuck? They
Trundle.
went Trundle?
Obviously
Probably
a lot of
because
pillar value into those triple
of
melee
Galio.
champions on the top side of Genji.
Yep.
You have the Galio, who's a decent shred option, as obviously he starts off building a bit of MR, so he's always going to have some decent resistances regardless. The Gwen also has a decent amount of resistances from her Shroud. So even if they don't have a true tank, still gets a decent amount of value. But Gen G's top side
Is this a
so
busted Galio
scary.
game? Wait, someone's calling
Certainly
me.
looks frightening.
What?
I also think that the setup that they have as well for the bottom side of the map, if Ruler is going to be on a hyper carry,
I need to open the door. Oops.
could be pretty scary as well. With the double globals, you can always be there to protect him, in theory. Lucian going to be taken away here. And I imagine Gumiishi pretty happy to play things like the Varus or the Jhin.
Oh shit,
in this
hold up one
instance,
sec.
so he will be able to get his hands onto at least one of those.
Varus, Jhin, even the Sivir as well, I think is a decent shout.
True.
I think those three are kind of the ones in my mind that would be prioritized. Obviously saw the Alistair ban come through.
Feels like a difficult game to play something like a Zeri as well, with the pillars and the equalizers and everything like that, not to mention Rune
also
Prison.
danger of making you come very short-ranged.
Yeah.
If you go for the Zeri. I mean, it's definitely playable. It's just it is a concern, especially into things, you know, those two mid laners, the two solo laners, the Rumble and the Rise, do kind of check you as a Zeri. You know, you
Okay,
dash
door
in and
open.
suddenly they're just
Door
in your
open.
face,
Yep.
melting you.
They
Will
ban
the Varus get
Alistar,
banned?
Jhin,
That is the question.
Lucian.
Or will they take away something like
Ooh, Zaya Rakan's open.
which could be extremely powerful.
Okay,
and
Rakan's
that
gone.
is going to be the decision here.
What does
Not
Guma go
going
on
greedy
4 here?
because they could have instead waited and then picked Zaya
Guma would
Rakan
go.
themselves, but the likelihood that
Yes,
Rakan
Sivir
is
with
gonna get
Alistar
locked
ban makes
in,
sense.
a little bit too frightening. And so
Sivir
now the
makes sense.
temptation to play Zeri is going to be there.
Ruler needs some kind of hyper
James do
carry
like
here.
playing it into the Sivers. There's a bit of a grin for Ruler. I think
Why is
like
he grinning?
Jinx would be fun.
Yeah,
Also
Jinx
kind of denies the Varus.
Could also go Ezreal if he wants to be funny.
As Sivir often picked into Varus, so kind of lowers the priority on taking that. Could go, I mean, Jinx is something you could in theory go into the Sivir, but we haven't really seen too much of it. Looks like they do want to commit.
Rel,
to
okay, I mean, I think Caedrel will probably go, what?
Set up for that. As much as the Pantheon can do that point
Braum?
done, I don't think it's quite enough. It does give a great target for the Rumble, though. You drain those resistances when you go in with the Rels, so another target for the Rumble to be able to ult. And now the 80 carry pick for Ruler.
Yeah, continuing to have a bit of a think about it here is Ruler. I imagine he's like, can I play Ezreal? Because I really want to play Ezreal. But I hope it's not the
Zeri
case.
Rel.
Also a little bit worried about this one.
I think Zeri
Yeah,
makes
I mean,
the most
Braum is
sense.
good
I'm
against
trying
their
to think what else
champs,
he
but
would
Rumble
play.
Braum is
But it's
not
going to be
that
Zeri
fun.
instead. And so this is going to be
Alistar's
potentially
out, Poppy's
a
out,
difficult one
Bard
for
is
Ruler to
out.
play out.
Could
As
go
what
like
are we
Karma
playing,
if you're
Carrier?
funny,
What have
but
we
I
been
think it's
cooking up?
not it. Could go Lulu.
Zillion. Well, as we know, there's no Killian the Zillion.
I think
That's
it is
Silas
just
that
a
he's
Braum
hovering,
game.
So maybe we're not
Unless
being
Carrier's
serious
crazy.
just yet. See what he does decide to lock in. Can be, of course, the Nautilus, which does work
Renata.
out relatively well, but instead, Renata
Chat,
will be
everyone
locked
adds if you know
in.
what ads you can just want to try me out,
so-
subs, and don't want to buy for the game.
I mean, this is the thing we
appreciate you all
talked
for being
about,
here.
right? The melee
You sub now, you want
topside,
ads for
the
30
short-range
days.
composition, one of the best champions at punishing short-range compositions is Renata. You're forced to dive in against T1. There's no real option about that. And now you're diving into a Trundle, you're diving into a Renata, and it's going to be pretty difficult. I feel like if we get to the later stages against T1, if Gen G aren't crisp, if they end up face tanking the hostile takeover.
Yeah, I do like the
things
Renata
could
pick.
get very messy very
The Renata
quickly.
pick is
So I
always
think
good against
T1
melee
has powerful
champs. 1,
tools
2,
behind
3,
them,
4. Value.
and it's really going to come down to this Pantheon Galio. This is such a strong
Like, Trundle
duo.
is also
They have
very
so
good
much global pressure.
into
We could very
Galio
much
Rel.
see Gen G
I
running
think
away with this game
Gen
as
G
a
have a lot
result,
of like,
but if
I'm
they
gonna
don't,
jump on you
I
and
think
go
the 5v5s,
forwards.
T1's gonna
And
have a lot
T1
of
have a
power
lot of,
leaning
no
towards
you're
those.
not, you're
It's
gonna
gonna
die,
be so
buddy.
incredibly scary. The amount of ricochet value that they will get from this low-range composition is going to be just absurd. And being a Zeri and being able to move really fast and skate around, it matters to a point, right? But when there's equalizers everywhere, when you're basically having to dodge the fire every single time, it just becomes a really difficult World of Warcraft, like, late game boss.
Wait, why is it Monka? What was it?
There's
Oh my
equalizers everywhere
god.
when you're around, just absurd.
What the
And,
fuck? Atty.
where you can't really do the DPS quite as well because you're too busy wondering about mechanics and not wanting to stand in the fire. And we'll see whether Ruler has actually
Atty looks
practiced
scary.
or not. New expansion coming out. Maybe he's been playing it. Let's get on to the Rift. Get into game number 2.
Gen G fighting. T1 fighting.
All right, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. On to the Rift for game number 2. T1 versus Gen G. Gen G needing a win to get us to a third game. And T1 wanting a victory here to clinch that second place.
Chat,
We were
I'm
talking
on
about
NPC.
steak a lot earlier on in the week. Sorry, vegetarians. But there's certainly a lot in this game as well. Amazing that our Saturday Showdown in our final week of the regular season still has a lot to play for. Not necessarily on
I like,
Gen G's side. As
there's
they have
3
already
champs
locked
that
in
I like
first
a
place
lot
as of
from
months
T1's
ago.
comp.
But
Severe, Renata,
for
Trundle. I
T1,
think it's
this
good against
means
enemy
a
champs.
whole lot.
But
And
enemy
I feel
champs
like
are
you're
Gwen,
exactly
Pantheon,
right,
Galio.
Box.
So the
I think
Gwen
that
has
this
2 globals
draft
for her
T1
on
is
side lane
looking real
against the most
frightening.
psychotic top
They
laner.
don't necessarily have a lot of range
in the
themselves,
league.
but they have a composition that loves
So
not
Doran,
having range.
Yeah, I
and the
think
fact
you
that their
need to
opponents also don't means that that
not
melee
grief.
is going to be
Deal?
pretty scary.
I think there's 2 sides to it. I think the game is even at the later stages. I think you'll feel really bad because there's a lot of champions that punish low-range comps. But on the other side, I think the Gen G game plan is, as I said, the mid-jungle. And then you look at... So the mid-jungle game plan, when you have like the double globals, is play to the sides. And you look at who the sides are, and it's Gwen, and it's Zeri.
Yeah.
And if they get fed, it's just game over. So I think there's definitely ample win cons around that for Gen G. But it just comes down to how it plays out. Because obviously last game we saw Gen G got ahead and then weren't able to close out. I do think if they get ahead, if they get the lead that Ruler had last time on this Zeri, I don't think it's going to be as difficult.
Ooh,
Yeah, that's going to be
Rel.
a different story.
Yeah, but we'll see what they're able to do.
Rel hasn't
Few
been so
misses.
good here in the Legend group, as we can see. A couple of those losses also being Duro.
I feel like in terms of engaged supports, she's kind of fallen down a good amount.
Right side Rumble's
She's
fixed, chat,
had
don't
a
worry.
couple of nerfs, but just if you think about the engaged supports that are really prioritized, there's like Nico, Alistair. I'd probably say Rakan is next.
Yep.
Ow.
And
Vega.
as much as Rel does have a lot of power, I think she's just not really been hitting the same.
Not quite. Certainly not in the results. And that is the kind of analysis that I am into. Because that means that it resulted in that thing.
Okay,
Yeah.
Faker, you're
And
cooking.
that
I see you.
must be the best.
Okay, that Q was
As
crazy.
The results of Chovy's early game have been going down to about 200 health. But hasn't really been suffering too much as far as farm is concerned.
Yeah, I really
feel
hope
like this
Ruder
is
doesn't do the Hexblade
this is
Zeri
just
build.
the
I will say,
standard
I've
experience.
seen it
Yep.
from Viper.
Just
I'm not a fan.
Pain. Oh, I got to recall? Okay,
I guess we're fine.
we're fine. I got
This-
to buy magic resist. We're chilling.
Less fine here in this bottom side of the map for Gen G.
Yeah, not a fun lane matchup. And that's the thing. I feel like it's 3 pretty favorable lane matchups.
Faker's
for
playing
T1.
Precision second.
Yeah.
You know,
Is that
mid lane,
normal on
eventually
Rise?
gets to the
I
point
thought you
where
went
Twitch can
Inspiration
just one-shot
second.
waves and ignore the damage from Faker. But at the start, Faker's going to have that pressure. The Rumble, obviously pretty favored. And then here, the ranged into melee support. And a good spot. And now, looking for a potential dive. They are healthy.
They're healthy,
No
but so is
heal.
this wave. As Extendo Beam does come on through, let's see what Dura can do to keep Ruler alive.
Carry has bailout.
As he does
Oh,
ghost,
no,
but that
they
is
killed
not
him too
going to
early.
help him at all. Down will go
They need to
Carrier,
wait
though.
with the bailout.
And so that is something back.
Doran's
a 1
cooked
for
here,
1, but
surely.
with the
Flash
Zeri
W, he's
missing
dead.
out on all of this farm.
Doran!
It is still a huge trade up here for T1 as Canyon
Whoa.
charge things up, but not going to quite get on in
Doran,
there as
weak
Kane
side
looking
William.
a little worse for wear, not wanting to push their luck.
Yeah, not sure what Canyon was going for with that one.
Well, when you press E on
It was
Pantheon
just
with
a
your
ramp up,
stacks,
you know, it's
it
kinda
gives
like,
you
like
move
what
speed, right?
Rambi the Rhino
So
does
he
in-
tried to
in
E,
Donkey Kong,
use
where
the
he
move
scratches
speed
the
buffer and
ground
generate the
with
Flash
claw.
W.
Yeah.
But as he E'd and got the move
It's
speed in the
not
bush,
just a
he
foot.
ran forward
Okay,
and Rumble
Ruler
ran
is
away.
up here
So
towards the top side. We're going for a little bit of a lane
Yeah.
swap. What are the feet of a Rhino called?
I think it's just hooves as well, right?
They're not hooves, though.
Are they not?
I don't think so.
Doran, that was
Ruler
very
may just
greedy.
kill Doran here as he flashes and picks it
that
up.
was so greedy. That
I
was
still
so
don't know
greedy.
anything
Yo,
about
LEC Vietnam fan
Rhino's
page with the
feet, but
50
I do
gifted.
know
Hey,
the
thanks
Ruler
so
is
much
going to
for
be
50
very
gifted.
happy with a kill.
Yeah, that
Yo,
that
if you go
seemed
to
a
the top, say
very
thank you so much. Say thank you. Say thank you.
free kill,
Yeah.
to be honest. And I feel like Doran just had the information.
Yeah,
and
I
definitely could
think
have
Doran
disengaged that
tried to
situation.
cancel a base, but
So I was gonna
died
say, despite
to
the fact
Zeri
that
that
it
was
killed
looking at him
back
in the
bot
straight
lane,
line,
which you're gonna see now,
which was very
still
strange.
pretty good for T1. What ended
Thank you
up being
so much for
unfortunate
50
is
gifted, you're
Carrier
crazy.
actually dies a little too late.
So this dive is
So he
pretty
has the
simple. They just
bailout.
have to not kill
Ruler
Ruler.
dies too soon. The tower hit is just a little bit too late, so he doesn't
So
get
the bailout procs.
to come back.
And then kill
But
Ruler.
they still deny a lot of farm, and it's actually
Yeah, he's trying to
Duro who gets
cancel
the
a base
kill.
here.
So I think T1's still pretty happy with that. And then Doran, yeah.
Just didn't flash to follow the flash, I guess. Because they could have both flashed, but then I guess Zeri probably still has a dash sooner than the scrap shield is up.
Feeling very generous, I think we'll say.
I guess so.
Oof.
Maybe there was a message. Ruler's like, oh man, that was really brutal. Like you flashing on top of me every single moment in the last game. Can I have one back? Maybe there's some generosity there.
Okay, Keen has no flash obviously, but he is level 6. Doran is far from 6.
Bottom side of the map, I say that.
Oi,
Doran is
oi,
going
oi,
down
oi, oi.
so incredibly low.
Do you have dash?
His owner gets in there, tries to put him in the kennel as the ward goes down, and Doran is able to help him.
So this helps Doran a lot on side lane because you can push out and go even now.
Flashes invested here by T1 as Chovy with a Justice Punch that goes the wrong direction, but that is going to be A-okay.
That looked a little spooky for Chovy there. We don't see Guma commit anymore. Was a little bit conscious that maybe someone's hanging around. But Chovy was like 200 HP there after the Justice Punch, so... But a good gank there from Ona. Just to
Guys, I have a 1,500 word essay due tomorrow. What should I do? Yo, good luck, man.
Exactly, there you go.
Good luck.
That got the value for his Trundle. Oh. As Duro is flashing in, Handshake
no
is
flash.
Come on down as Canyon says,
But Canyon
this is
ults
my
onto
dragon.
the Drake.
Please leave it alone. And they will say yes.
Yep. Kind of have to back away in that situation with Ona that low. It's so easy for a Pantheon.
Okay, so Owner lives, they get the Drake,
and you know,
Yoinkies.
with Canyon being level 6,
I like that they
charging
put
like that,
Faker
he's turning
into
up, so
Gwen. I think they'll swap back soon though.
Unfortunate for T1 that they lose out on the Dragon, but I think
Because Rumble's
happy
playing
that
in
they can
Spectre
lose out
Scal
on war
Galio.
with, their jungler surviving. Yeah, it gets very scary.
You have a
because
100 word essay
Doran
due
doesn't
tomorrow?
have his ult,
Oh, you're
Keen
fucked.
has his. But a good flash to dodge away from the third charge from Keen there, and then just trying to maintain distance. Ona chomping him down, and eventually flashes to commit the kill. Obviously, Keen having the exhaust, not really able to create space.
Nope. No flash available here for this particular Gwen as Duro is utilizing that Hex Flash, and they will be able to find Guma here. He does have the bailout, but I just don't know whether that's going to be
Nice play by Gen G. Big 2v2 kill from Ruler.
It is another kill going
and
over
Duro.
to this Zeri.
For some reason in my head,
Wolf's got a
he
day
shouldn't
off
die
today.
there
We'll have to
when he has
ask him
sums up,
about
and
verification.
Ruler has
I
no
don't
flash
think
to follow.
we're certifying it just yet,
Did he misplay
but,
somewhere?
we will have
He has
word
Ghost,
for you when he does
Sivir
let
ult,
us know
Flash
exactly
to
when
get away.
this Zeri
And it's a
is,
level 5 rel.
potentially online.
That timing seemed flawless from Ruler and Duro.
How did he get out?
With the spell shield?
With the spell shield. That was so well played. Because you can see Guma's like, okay, Duro's coming at me. I'll spell shield to stun. It's going to be fine. I have my summoners. But watch. So, slowdown's perfect.
Oh,
The
he Zeri ults the stun
catches
off.
the spell shield.
That was crazy.
And then the
That would have
stun
been really
connects.
sick.
I see.
Yeah, I mean,
that was actually
syncing that
insanely
up,
well timed.
Not an easy thing to do, but pulling off perfectly. And the power of the level 6 from Zeri, obviously very strong. T1's bot lane not expecting to be punished because, you know, you think you're playing Civ, you think you've got the spell shield ready, the safety. But a great punish there from Genji's bot lane, and now the Zeri being 2-1-1.
That's a huge deal, and I have confirmation from Wolf in the chat. He has said that this is certified.
Yeah.
So that's kind of crazy. Not
Ruler's
necessarily
gonna have
picking
his,
up a triple kill in a Dragon Skirmish or anything like
Yuntalin
that,
base.
which is what we've certified in the past. But certainly,
Hex flashing.
he is feeling pretty good. Stewart once again Hex flash
Going in. Okay, no flash carry, yeah.
Here as well. I feel like Duro's mad. He had some rough moments.
They've kept Rumble mid for so long.
Especially by
I'm
Carrier.
wondering
There
why
was a fight
Rumble's
around,
laning mid
I
and
believe
Ryze
it was
isn't.
the other
Why isn't
pit,
Ryze mid?
Where it looked like Duro just solo ulted Carrier, but I think it was largely because the heroic charge had stopped him from being able to do anything after pressing his R button, which could have been a big turnaround. As Duro once again going to be charging that one up. Immediate handshake, as of course full information was there for T1.
I think Carrier missed the brush with the first ward because he just put down a second ward.
It's always good to have more like a backup ward, I reckon.
I think that first ward might have been just outside when he first went up to place it, and that's why he got caught out before it had to bin his flash.
You're exactly right.
Unfortunate. Oh no.
Well, some needlework going to come on through here as Carrier. Oh, not going to find the
No
hostile
flash dead.
takeover because Keen
Nice play by
just
Keen, really nice play.
over it.
Why do I feel
Now
like
he's
Gen
looking
G's just
for
right-clicking
Guryushi. He's
T1?
not gonna
Oh, he's
have
dead as
any
well.
way out
What?
of this one.
Holy Keen.
Duro just pulls him in with a
The
Magnet
way
Storm,
Gen
and
G's
now,
comp needs to win the
can we
game
have
is
some
Gwen gets gold.
certification
And
as
Gwen is
well?
already
Because
farming a gold
Keen
up
is kind
in
of
10
massive.
minutes.
You know, I talked
Wait,
about
the Gwen
how
just kills
this
them there. What the
mid-jungle,
fuck? Some of these
Pantheon,
plays
and
I'm looking at it and I'm like,
setting up the side
yeah,
laners.
you can
Like, if
walk up
Gwen
here and
Zeri
boom, they
get
just die.
fed,
Yeah.
It's gonna be a big problem.
What?
I'm gonna be real. The Galio the Pantheon.
Not doing much.
Yeah, it's true. The double global from Gen G is
They're
not
being
doing
set
anything.
up by the cavalry.
Yeah.
5
which is
kills,
just
0 of them
Duro
are on the double
cantering
global.
and hex flashing into every lane.
Durrell is
Duro
just
has decided
everywhere.
He knows what the objective is, and he is succeeding massively. And now with Keen and Ruler so far ahead,
Chovy.
I am very concerned.
Oh, he just got
for T1.
Trundle ulted.
Big concern for Chovy here as well, as he is going to have to flash to get himself out of this one, but I still don't know whether he's out of the woods just
Okay,
yet.
no
Is
flash
going to
for Chovy.
Justice Punch, and that is going to keep him alive.
Not bad.
That is a big flash now on cooldown here for Gen G. See whether they are going to be too worried about it. So we're going to check this one out once again.
They're nerfing Gwen's R slow, or they already have nerfed it on the new patch.
Yeah, and the hostile takeover is just going to do nothing.
Look at this snip, snip, fully stacked
Another
Conqueror.
flash in live, as we can see in picture-in-picture.
Yeah, just runs them down. Knows they don't have the summoners committing to it with Duro. And it just feels like they've been kind of unrelenting at this point.
Yep, Feats of Warfare.
Yeah, Doran lost flash to something. It looks like Pantheon ult.
We do get the little hover over to confirm
Pantheon ult
that
flashed
Doran
on him.
does have his flash now on cooldown. As these minions aren't all going to die, but most of them. They'll be, okay, he's going to take a fair bit of damage here from Kane, who has Riftmaker done. Doran has a small book.
Yeah, I hope it's a good book.
Yeah. No matter how small it is, Keen has made a rift, and you have a story. Okay, a story that has turned into a different story.
Now he has like a little fidget spinner and a slightly more impressive book. So
yeah, it's a scary book now.
Yeah.
It's fiendish.
Yeah, so a little bit more to
I bet
play
fiendish, I like that.
What is a codex, technically? What's the difference between a codex and like anything else?
I have no idea.
I knew the answer to this at some point in my life.
I feel like I feel the exact same. I feel like I once knew that, and then it's been removed in return for like the AP ratios on Ziggs Q.
Oh, got a little bit of a stun here onto Ona, who does have to flash away. Hostile takeover.
No flash. Oh, it actually hit Chovy there. What? The Renato hit?
As the heroic charge comes down, bailout.
Kuma does 0 damage. Oh, he's got. Kuma walks up and gets insta one shot. Yeah, this game is done so. Surely, right? Surely this one is done so.
As that's a double kill.
Kuma walked up and was like, yeah, looked up.
And this isn't a Kai'Sa. This is a little different when it comes to the team fights coming up.
Yeah, I'm a little bit worried for T1. I think Gen G at this point, you know, even though the gold lead isn't massive, it just feels like they have everything they need right now. They jump onto Ona, hostile takeover.
This hostile takeover, oh, because he got pillared, I guess.
That comes back. You can see Faker doing a decent amount, Goop doing a decent amount, but no one ends up dying, and they just see target, kill target. You know, Ruler's just
Genji's just running at them.
And this is an extremely fed Zeri.
2,000 again!
Yeah. Yeah,
oh yeah, it's the second game in a row, 2,000 gold up.
I would say so. It did feel pretty significant last time, but the results
now
certainly
Doran's
were
dead.
Not. This is another result of some situations that were happening elsewhere as the teleport brings Faker in, but he
has
doesn't really
exhaust
want to
here,
be
Keen, but
still
Keen can't really play it.
Turn up, and I don't think Keen is quite as immune as he
He's
really
saving
wants
his
to
exhaust.
be.
He knows he's cooked. Okay, small shutdown to Faker.
That is going to be Faker getting a kill back.
Maybe it's
finally
playable.
on the board here is his rise. I don't think this is going to quite be enough to get T1 into the driver's
It's not playable.
seat, especially
I just realized.
with this situation.
I just like
that's now
simulated it in my head.
Rula is 2 full levels up on Guma.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you see the number and you're like, oh, he's 2 levels up because, you know, they were like close.
They do have 3 grubs
Guma
though.
did just get a good amount of XP because he kind of catch up XP, but
yeah,
it is.
So they actually get first blood tower.
Massive lead.
That is going to be a big deal. That we'll be able to close that gap just a little bit, but it is still 2.5k.
I think the Sivir needs to carry the game though.
Yeah. Oh no.
Well, Gumiushi is going to get magnetized.
Is he dead again?
And Rule going to zap him a few times. Does
my
actually
God.
invest the flash.
Kuma is completely out of this game.
Ryze
Ryze ult no flash. Doran's on the side. Ruler might die here. Is this the same replay as last game? Is this just a replay? Are we in the same universe? What the fuck is happening? Enemy AD's 2k gold up. They go mid. They dive enemy AD. Guma dies. They get collapsed on by a global. They die in mid.
Okay, you'll take that, you know. Guma's KDA,
What the fuck
we
is
learned
happening?
from the last game, isn't
What?
relevant.
It is not. Nor is the gold, which is still 2.6 thousand gold, by the way.
It's like a replay of game 1.
Big as, you know, like the lead isn't that big, right? So they're making up for it elsewhere, kind of.
I feel like T1 are doing a good job
This
of
guy says.
finding
This guy
ways
says.
to punish
Time to queue up. Then the mid play happened. He writes, "Okay, I'm canceling my queue."
Yep, finding something from it. It feels like they're just kind of doing it with anyone. Anytime Zura's setting up a play, they're like, okay, let's just see what we can clean up from this.
You're so
and this feels bad at first glance, but then the turnaround comes in. The
and Ruler didn't land the slow.
Wrong move set, yeah. And here, Faker has flash and thinks I can get him without it. The slow comes in, from even walks away before he knows the Q's going to hit and gets that 652 gold shutdown. So Faker get him pretty strong as well now.
Yep. Feats of strength do go over. And this is something that Gen G missed out on last time. We'll see whether there's going to be some more Artican whoopsies as well.
Yeah.
As I do feel like their last draft was a little bit more finesse-based, right? They didn't necessarily, like, they had a Scion, front to back certainly was possible.
Seraph's Rod of Ages in mid lane again.
You had to kind of dive in. There was a
Die
lot of
on mid,
ifs and buts.
2k
This one
gold
just kinda
deficit.
feels like
Like Keen and Canyon go in.
All we need
Chovy
now is
go
Doran
on
to flash
Guy who
forwards in
has
mid.
Aggro, Ruler kill everyone.
you point Zeri and Gwen in the right direction, and you just release.
Yeah.
And that's 90%.
So it's a
of the-
slingshot.
Pretty much.
Are we gonna? Can we coin that?
Doran,
as,
just
like,
go
the
mid and
name
flash
of
in.
This style of composition.
And I will be sure that we're all living in a simulation.
You wind them up.
Wind them up.
Maybe call it a Hot Wheels.
Hot Wheels? I like a Hot Wheels.
Although not all of them are the pullback and then go type cars, are they? Hot Wheels often just models.
They are pretty great though.
Did you have like one of the Hot Wheels tracks?
Yeah.
Oh man, they were so cool.
Yeah.
Did you ever use it as a track, or was it only ever to launch cars?
Can't get
as
in range
far
to
as
pillar.
You could launch them?
Can he? No.
Launch cars.
Yeah, that was actually
It's
the
always
only
like-
thing I thought that it was.
You ever
for.
play Roller Coaster Tycoon?
Oh yes.
You know, there was that roller coaster you could make where I did the loop and just went, and then if you
fired
did
them
it,
off into the sun.
Can you
I know,
driving?
You make one of those with the.
Does he make it? No, he
That's
doesn't.
what you'd want to do.
And then you finish making one of those, you're like, oh, I finished the game.
Yeah.
I've beaten it. No, this is beautiful.
That's
fantastic.
That's what you want to do with your Hot Wheels as well. Just
Yeah.
whoop. And then
You know, I
go
was actually watching Roller Coaster Tycoon content recently. It still exists and it's thriving.
That's great.
It's
That's great.
crazy.
Harold is
Phenomenal
just
game.
blinking
It is.
around.
Never expected it
You know
to
what's the
really
other
go
trick
that hard.
is when
Drake in 30.
you'd
I think
put on the entrance, you put a no
T1
entry
is in a
sign
bit
for
of a
the
weird
exit,
spot though, because
so
last
they
game
can
they had
leave.
2 Drakes.
and then you'd
The
put, like,
2 first
two
Drakes, but
and
now
then
they're
you
down
hit
2
the
Drakes
toilet
and
chili.
behind, so the game is a lot
Doesn't even
harder to
child,
play.
But it worked, you know? Customer satisfaction down, profits up.
Harold,
Less
no
about
flash?
the
Okay,
roller
time it,
coaster,
time it.
More about the tycoon, I think, is how that one worked there, Ox.
Yeah.
Is a true entrepreneur.
Get the
Okay.
3-stack plant, Doran.
Well, let me know. Like, I'm never going to go to your restaurant that you're going to open after being an LCK commentator.
Oh, man.
All right, T1, going to go for something else here, as we do have Soul Point on the table here for Gen G. It's Infernal Soul as well. That is a big deal. But Canyon taking a lot of damage. That last Q from Faker had a hit. That could
If
have been a
T1
big
can
deal, as
get
he
this
has
Drake, I'll believe that
stacked
there's a
up.
chance that they can
At
stall
least
this
his
game.
Seraphs
If
does have his
T1 do
Rod of
not get
Ages
this Drake,
now
I think the game
halfway
is
stacked as well.
completely
I
fucked.
feel like this is so much around the main characters right now. For T1, it really is fake. He's doing so much damage. And
Yeah.
for Gen G, there's no surprises really.
Yeah.
The Yuntal plus the Runans posing so much threat. Doesn't have the IE yet. That will be a massive spike, but still, he is such a problem to deal with. Keen also very pinned.
God bless, it's not a hex. God bless, it's not a hex bait Zeri.
Really
God
have
bless.
this on lock. Recall coming in from Chovy. He's going to make his way over there.
Yeah, immediate teleport going to come on through here from both the Rumble and the Galio as Keen possibly going to get flanked here as Faker
Keen
does
will
come
die,
over.
but the
He
Drake
has
will die.
Carrier in tow. We do
Will
have
Keen
the
die, though?
heroic entrance coming down. The Equalizer does basically
Look how tanky
nothing,
they are.
unfortunately. And Chovy's able to take
Uh-oh,
this
everyone
one
get in
T1,
here.
Using so many
Hey!
resources, and they have to realm warp themselves out. But
Oh, it's
Duro
completely
just
over.
catches them in the
Surely it's
magnet.
over here.
Handshake
Ruler
is
just penta
decent,
kills
but it
them.
just brings Ruler closer.
Alright, that's
So
Soul
the
Point and
T1
5
will
kills for 1.
melt.
This
Another
is
Penta
what it
will
should have looked
be
like last game.
denied.
Not
This
entirely,
time it's Canyon that
but at
does
least
it.
the team fights
But Ruler probably still
are
happy. He's
not.
a 9-2 Zeri in
These
this
little
game.
rats aren't getting
That's
away
just
with any
prime
degeneracy.
scenario
They tried
for the
to, but it didn't
Zeri.
work.
Saw T1 not thinking they can take a straight up 5v5. Look to try and shut down the Gwen
Yeah.
on the angle.
Queue it up, game 3.
The Galio comes in to save, and then it's just
I think
clean
it
up
was,
time for the Zeri. This game was looking bad before.
It
only
was an
got worse.
understandable attempt, but look at
We
Galio
know,
value.
You know, T1 have made pretty heroic comebacks
Instantly
before,
ults,
but
and then look at this
I do
taunt.
feel like
4-man,
this whole
5-man
engage
taunt.
just didn't quite work.
5-man
Chovy
taunt.
manages to get him with the ulti and then lands a massive taunt.
Yeah. And then we get the slow comes
Saves
in from
him.
the Pantheon, and then the engage from the Rel, and then this with the Runans.
That guy
as well.
queued up again, I
Yeah,
think
the
now he's in
ulti
queue
hits
probably.
4 at the same time.
It's just prime scenario for a Zeri at this point. And I feel like Ruler just... It was just like
JDG
the
Ruler.
most chill team fight ever.
He was so
Why did
locked
Rumble
in, dude.
ult his
He
teammates?
didn't say Penta once.
Wow.
That is...
It's serious.
He has grown. Truly.
I don't know, this
But it was
game's
just a
completely
very
cooked.
chill cleanup, you know. The team was setting him up, and he just knocked him down.
Well, you know that that edge that goes really, really far, possibly never-ending. That has now been completed. As
Owner's
Owner
just sending it
wanting to steal this one away. He does get stunned up though, and then just put into the blender.
Who smited? Oh my god, I thought that Doran stole Atakan. Carrier trying to TP out.
But he just gets crashed into by this.
Is it a Quadra?
And now skating over the wall.
Is it the pentakill or what?
Future here for Ruler, and he will be able to just zap down.
Pentakill for Ruler.
Pentakill for Ruler.
Zeri
It
Penta.
doesn't work the first time. Why not just set it up again?
Holy
This
fuck,
time
Ruler
he
took
slides
last
in
game
with
personally.
so much damage, gets the Atakan as
14
well.
and
Not
2
quite
in
a hexa
20
kill, but
minutes.
Might as well be.
Yep.
What the
You can see
fuck?
T1
How
just
broken is
gets
Zeri when
this
she
objective.
doesn't
They
build
dash
Hexblade?
in here, and the Atakan ends up going
Oh man,
super
watching
low.
Ruler on hyper carries is such a
Kinda
blessing.
smited early 'cause he was about to die.
He also last hits the
Zeri ends up
Atakan
getting
while
it.
he's weaving
Carrier
his
tries to
attacks.
TP out, gets interrupted. And then here, Ruler's definitely going to call
Look
for
at this.
now.
Yep.
Focus on
Let's
Trundle,
listen
flips
to
the
him
wall,
celebrate.
focuses
The
on
man
Severe,
that
looks at
gets denied the
finish on
most
Atkan,
pentas out
chunks
of
the Rumble,
any
kills the
other player
Rumble.
on the
Like, what
planet.
the fuck?
It will be Doran.
How is he-
Ruler able to lock it down, but
There you
Quadra
go.
kill comes in. Let's. I want to see the celebration. Ruler, give it to me. Wow!
He doesn't
Zero
celebrate.
reaction at all.
He just gets a Penta
I
and
guess he's,
keeps
maybe
clicking.
He's playing Zeri, so he's like maybe
And he hasn't based yet. He
as
has not
Keen is
based
going
since
to be
getting a
able to pick up
pentakill yet.
kill onto Doran
He is
here
now
at the same
recalling.
time. Feels like a bit of a formality at this point in time. Last time they had a bit of a lead. It was nothing compared to
Shield
this.
bow.
It's 10,000 gold at 22 minutes. This
Full
game
shield
is
bow.
a shellacking,
Okay.
and it is absolutely over.
It just doesn't even look close at this point. I mean, Ruler is so fed right now. 14 and 2.
Oh, there's a head in gold?
on this
No,
series.
he's down
You look at his
50.
items,
It's
and then-
cooked.
I'm not going to say it, actually. I was going to say
Yeah, don't.
no.
Well,
Just
for me, the main
don't.
character
Just
really
stay
was
looking
Gwen,
at
but
Ruler's items.
I guess
Don't
if
look anywhere else.
Ruler just
Look
rocks
to
up
the
and gets
left
2
of the
pentakills,
bottom of the
basically, then
screen.
Yeah,
Don't look at the number. The number is large.
Don't look to the other side. It's wow. That is a. I can't
Oh.
remember the last time we've seen that much of an
A
item. difference.
3 completed item advantage.
Yeah.
T1 even sent 5 men on
Yep,
the Gwen,
no,
but
that-
one
that-
Galio would
that
stop them.
doesn't often happen. As Faker is not going to get killed by
Will
Ruler here.
Ruler get
I
another
don't think he can
pentakill
skate into 4 people and
this
like,
game?
do it by himself.
I can't really
just
see it
yet, but
for
maybe
science, you know? Maybe he could.
he does. He has a shield bow, so I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
He has got 4
He's
items.
also got the upgraded shoes.
5
Chovy
items.
going to look for Owner here. Does manage to land the
Is he gonna
taunt,
double
but
penta bomb?
Ruler not going to go too aggressive. Keen is though, as in comes the Galio as well. Lands a nice double
No, he's not.
knockoff as the bailout is there, but
No,
it
he's not.
buys
He's trying
a few
to, but he's not.
seconds maybe. And Gen G are just going to pile in and destroy. Ruler looking to skate on over and just one taps the rest of Doran's health
23-minute
bar.
game.
And Gen G, I think they're done having fun in this game. They're going to look towards game number 3 to try and close this one out.
23-minute game.
Back on the blue side though
Was.
once again. I'm just glad that we get the full series between
This
these
was
two
a
titans
fucking
here in the
smoke.
LCK. Remember, stakes
Absolute
still massive for
stomp.
T1. They will
Holy
have that
shit.
first pick advantage. Let's see whether they can
Holy
turn around
shit,
this
that was
momentum.
quick.
A massive
Ruler
game
just
from
rocked
Gen
up and
G,
bodied
and
them.
Possibly the most one-sided game we've had. In
I don't know,
round 3
is
of
that the most
5.
one-sided
Definitely
T1
up
Gen
there.
G game this
Insane
year?
to think about.
That was
just
so
with
fast.
How extremely close the first game felt.
Yeah, so definitely coming back with a vengeance. And, you know, we talked about the risk of leaving the Pantheon up. At times, I'm like, oh yeah, there was a Pantheon.
Oh, the rooms
Yeah,
are just
I felt
empty.
Like the main characters, in terms of the carries, were Gwen and Zeri and
Rel.
Duro. I think
Yeah.
was the main character in terms of impact.
God, he was a
24
monster.
kill
Everyone's like, huh?
participation out of 25 kills in
That's
total.
funny.
He was everywhere this game, setting up his carries perfectly.
That is funny.
And if ever there's been a statement game, Duro definitely saying, we are going to win this series, doing his best to make sure we're taking it to 3 games and delivering on that promise.
Certainly did. Justice for supports has never felt so good with Duro and Carrier at the helm. Possibly
Alright, tell me
leading
some water. I'll
as
be right
far
back real
as our
quick. Okay, hold up.
PLM votes are concerned, but we'll have to see what happens in game number 3. Thankfully, we get one as this one's going the distance. Time for us to take a short break. When we get back to space, then we'll have that 3rd game of the Saturday Showdown.
가운데.
이거 봐도 되나?
뒤에 럼블.
봐도 돼, 봐도 돼.
아, 오케이.
너무 빨릴 수도.
아니야, 이거.
괜찮아요? 나 괜찮아. 오케이. 미드로 갈래요, 이러면?
미드로 가자.
나 플래시 있어서.
잡았어?
라이즈 잡아줄 수 있어.
들어가면 끝나겠다.
나 플래시
나
있어.
공을 못 맞췄네, 아무도.
나 라이즈한테 큐플 할 테니까 호응해줘요. 끝나면 바로.
형, 이거
야, 이대로 가야 돼, 이대로 가야 돼.
야, 라인 끝나. 그냥 하자. 타워 너무 아파.
자, 이렇게 제 1세트 뱀픽 완료를 했습니다. 초빈가? 은신을 썼는데요?
화장실 가고 싶은데? 포자가 갔다 와. 이게 라인전부터 영향이 간다니까? 그지? 게임을 갔다 와. 와, 큰일 날 뻔했다. 유치화될 뻔했다. 화장실에 어그로 끌려가지고. 그러니까 화장실 어그로 끌려가지고 유치화될 뻔했네 이거. 캐리.
잠시 대기해주세요.
박대기 기자래. 전체적으로 화장실 이슈 쳐도 돼? 쳐도 되죠. 상대도 알 건 알아야지.
초빙수 이동하실게요.
내가 화장실에 서겠다. 유치원가.
Did he ghost?
키보드에 손 떼주세요. 상대팀의 사유 공유됐습니다.
좀 하지마 기나. 근데 내가 왜 키보드에 손 떼야 돼? 그러지 좀 말라니까요.
만지지 마세요.
알겠습니다. 죄송합니다. 재혁이 형은 징계 좀 먹자.
그리고 오늘 또 기도원 선수 생일이에요. 생일 축하 노래 하나 부를까요?
지원이 등장. 괴물 등장.
Monsters back.
축하합니다. 야, 사람들이 좋아한다 야. 지원맨십 좋은데요?
네.
지원아 괜찮아? 아니 기도원 씨 생일 축하하네? 생일이셔? 뭐야 생일빵을 때려야겠네. 지훈이 형한테 하는 줄. 나한테 왜 하냐고.
Time for some birthday spanks. What?
바텀이가 편하다.
What?
원래 저번 경기가 별로였나? 맞아.
5라운드는 다 레드라던데.
이거 랜덤으로 돌렸는데 우리 다 레드 나왔다고.
감독님도 10억 받고 랜덤 돌리기 하셨잖아요. 나는 20억 받고 돌렸는데. 네 20억 있으시대. 와, 돈 많다. 그럼 2번 돌리신 거야? 근데 이렇게 된 거야? 근데 꽝 나온 거지.
진짜 미쳤냐? 영재야, 너가 나한테 깡이라 그래? 그죠?
A dud.
영재 형은 유부남이잖아요.
감독이 잘생겼대.
누가요?
그런 걸 본 적이 없는데.
다 그냥 감독이랑 비슷하게 생긴 사람들 그러는 거니까? 다 뚱뚱하고 자기가 자신 잘생겼다고 하는 경우 진짜 나 못 봤는데. 개인 형은 거울 보면서
Bro, this voice comes through great.
뭐
What the fuck?
지현이 오늘 안 피고 단가 본데?
D 플러스 기아와 D.
Oh yes, D plus Kia. What a blessing.
너구리가 왔군요.
야, 갓구리.
와, 대왕구리.
아까 전에 너구리 선수 오랜만에 만나셨는데
야.
어떤 대화를 나누셨나요?
그 지난주에 너구리가 한번 왔었거든요. 사실 그때 온 게
Oh my god, Atlas has the orange shirt behind him.
마셨는데 근처에서 그날 잘 들어간다.
Orange shirt bros.
너구리 선수는 술을 잘 마시나요?
저의 한 95%까지 같이 양으로 치면 먹다가 장렬히 저보다 조금 먼저 갔습니다. 갔다는 게 다른 게 아니라 집에 갔습니다. 네.
Orange shirt bros.
저는 약하진 않은데 정캐님하고 같이 마시려면 제가 봤을 때 일단 저희가 한 3명 있어야 되지 않나 릴레이로 옆에 계셨거든요 정캐님이. 근데 정캐님 되게 진짜 좋아하는데 워낙 e스포츠계에서 경력이 오래 계신 분이다 보니까 뭐 스타부터 롤까지 되게 다양한 얘기도 많이 해주셔가지고 되게 재밌게 들었던 것 같아요.
설캐님이 내일 중계가 없다면 사실 또 마시고 싶다.
진짜요? 정말인가요? 근데 이거?
2차전 하자.
오늘 드시는 건가요?
오늘은 아니고 내일 중계가 있었어. 내일 중계 없었으면 오늘 달렸죠. 그럼.
제가 좀 공익 근무 중인데 저는 바로 내일 연가 씁니다 그러면. 그러니까 내일 만약 평일이어도 연가를 씁니다 그러면.
너구리 일단 군생활 몸
Public
건강히,
duty. Oh, that's army, right?
1번 이거. 역시 젊은 게 좋아. 많이 따라오던데. 역시 너구리. 2차에서 더욱더 즐겁고 옛날 얘기 하면서 즐거운 시간 보내자.
형님 그때 같이 자리해 주셔서 너무 감사했고 다음에 또 자리하는 거를 기대하고 있습니다. 제가 먼저 연락드리고 싶습니다. 네, 감사합니다.
Big W's, big W's. Why does it feel like a lot of the top laners who like compete, like top lane tends to retire quicker, like, or disappear sooner? Like the Shy takes breaks, Nuguri retires, Gimgoon retires. I guess Khan did have a long career, but he retired. Smeb had a decently long career, but he retired. Marin had a decent long career, but they don't stay. But the mid laners sometimes just stay for a while. Like BDD's still going.
Of course, to game number 3.
Faker's
right
just
after
still
this.
going.
Ended up being kind of the Zeri show as we had.
Chovy's on a tear.
Kill and a pentakill for Ruler.
Xiaohu's just still going.
In game 2 of Fearless was pretty
Caps
interesting.
is just still going. Rookie still going. You know, the mids just keep going.
Bit of a
the tops seem to just like.
We also
yeah, Alfari retired.
Doran experience where we have
Duke
game 1
retired,
where I think he
yeah.
was together with Faker, like by far the biggest carry
Scout
performance.
still going.
Into game 2, just kind of.
Maybe I'm
as we
delusional.
will see
Random thought.
soon, unfortunately.
Random thought. Maybe
kind
top
of
lane just
running
breaks you a
into
bit.
people and
I would
going
love to know what the
down,
statistics
but
are of
it
pro
gets us
players
to game
retiring
3,
from
and
their
that's all that
respective
really
roles
matters.
and
We
like
wanted
how
this to go
quick
to a free gamer, even though game 2
the average
wasn't nearly
career
as good as
time
game
of
1.
each
I
role
think
is
T1, they had
in tier
such
1
a
play.
great early game from their bot side. I think with the support counter pick, they did really well in the earlier phase, but it ended up in a really bad way because Doran take it some and give it some for the team as well. So I think that's why we picked the first highlight here, because they actually managed to clean dive on the ruler here. Even though you trade your support for the dive, I think it's still worth, because Sivir is gonna snowball really hard from this one. But after that, ruler is gonna go top and lane swap and get the free kill on Rumble. And he has flash, by the way.
It's on vision.
And he has flash, by the way.
Yeah. So
Soaz had a long
reason why we
career?
highlighted that
Yeah,
is
he did,
because, and I think after that, Guma and Karyak
True.
really lost focus and weren't able to keep up in the game whatsoever. But it's easy to forget the first 3 levels, as Within is highlighting, the lane played out as it should. If Ruler doesn't get a freebie, and I think this is also, we're obviously going in Durham, this is also one of the things that Gen G does best. Even though lane swap meta, like actual lane swaps are gone, Gen G's rotation around the map, I think is still the best that we have in the LCK. They're so good at getting these leads and catching people off guard with these swaps. And unfortunately, that happened. Unfortunately for T1, that happens here. Great for us, though, because it got us to the game 3.
And it wasn't the end of the woes for T1, because not about,
Are you watching the DK series? I am not going to watch the DK series for multiple reasons. One, I need to go to set up my co-streaming booth in the NLC finals arena because our finals are today. 2, I need to prep more draft stuff and competitive stuff with the boys. And 3, it actually is the most meaningless series known to man. Winning or losing changes nothing for anyone. It's completely irrelevant. Everyone's already locked.
But it's this wraparound, right? Like,
So I will miss that series, yes. The NLC finals are today. They are in 7 hours from now.
Like, I think normally all the other supports will just stand next to
7 hours from
your
now.
top laner and just try to,
Oh
get
my
the wave
god.
on the
Oh
turret,
my. Oh my god. Can we just talk about something real quick? What? What the? What the fuck? What the fuck? Holy shit.
And T1, at this point, know they have to kind of go for a Hail Mary, right? The game is rapidly slipping away.
What the
so
fuck
you
am
might
I
as well
looking
try
at?
To collapse. It's Gwen. So they know that this most likely isn't going to work. If the Gwen wasn't enough, there's also the Galio. And
What?
Chovy, his laning phase obviously was always going to struggle. But look at that. Look at that. Oh. The 5-man taunt means that I think Guma spells.
I'm trying to find it on Twitter so I can
everyone else still
retweet
is
it, but I can't
means
find it
that
on my own
They
phone.
also don't get to capitalize on the ult from
Where is
the
it?
Renata, right? Normally that's something that you can really use. And then the engage here with no one matching Ruler as he pops off.
Yeah, it was just clean team fight from Gen G. I mean, again, I think whenever Gwen and Zeri is really fat in early game,
Okay, their
that
Twitter name
means
is
you can't really play the game.
good.
So I think the setup from their from the T1 in the early game was not great, and so I feel like they just need to kind of set up well around how they wanna like lane swap around the bot side, because I think many times they try to get the advantage from bot side. They do, but after that they kind of fell off.
Is an alligator stronger than a crocodile?
To, open up the map and swap around the map. So I feel like if they can actually match those kind of plays from Gen.G, I think they have great chance to get it.
Is an alligator stronger than a crocodile?
Well,
I actually don't know,
take a look
chat. What's the
at
difference?
Ruler
They like
and
different
his
specs or what?
pentakills as well. He has 8 as a player, and
Crocodiles are smaller.
The most pentakills in the LCK is of course Zeri.
Alligators are bigger.
Smolder probably up there as well, even though he hasn't been around for as long, just because Smolder is insane at getting pentakills as well. But Zeri and Ruler, congrats to you guys for having that many pentakills. And that's the end of our space here for game number 2. Let's throw it back to the casters for game number 3.
Thank you very much, gentlemen, for that breakdown. I still think it's hilarious. The Pays over his career has got 8 pentakills so far. And Ruler, of course, if you include his LPL and Asia Games, thanks to Degon for looking this up, he does have 11 pentakills over his career. But the career has lasted.
I have a question, Caedrel. Is Australia a country or a continent?
Which is just
it's
kind
a
of
country,
funny, because
idiot.
when Zeri was introduced, so was Pays.
Yeah, a good time to debut if you want to get pentakills on your record, so...
It's not both. It's not both.
Zeri,
It's not
one of
both.
those champions who
It's
just
not
does a
both.
great
It's
job
not
at
both.
getting
You're rage
pentakills,
baiting.
And we saw that delivered there. Quadruple enter, but
Australia
I think
is not a
really, for me,
continent.
Tyler
Oceania
Duro,
is a
I think
continent.
The early lead in game 1 was set up a lot by Duro, and the lead as well completely set up by Duro in game 2. So it'll be interesting to see what happens in game 3.
And Oceania has New Zealand in it.
Even though there was
And
a
New
fantastic
Zealand is
job
not
by
Australia.
T1's bot lane of stabilizing, and we talked about Guma, despite being behind, came back.
Lock in.
They were just blown out in game 2. So Guma Carrier, I think.
Yeah,
a stronger performance in game 3.
That's geography, chat.
Think, like,
That's geography.
aim for, like, not above a
There is
1500
Asia,
gold advantage.
Europe,
Because in both
Africa,
games it's been about
South America,
2.6K
North America,
at some point.
Argentina,
so, like,
no,
let's aim for 1.5,
Antarctica, and
maybe
Oceania.
that's
Boom.
salvageable, more manageable, I guess, instead of relying
There are
on
the 7
some
continents.
shenanigans around
Idiot.
Otacons and things like this to get them back into a game 1 and getting colossally smashed in game 2. Shoutouts to Galio's passive.
One thing with the fact that Pantheon was let through is that now Gen.G back on red side, they can go.
Chat, I misclicked. Shut up.
Bay. You know, which is funny. 'cause the
Okay,
battle
shut up.
guard
We need to do
looks
draft
like
stuff.
Baymax,
Yeah, true.
and they can go.
Talia, Ambessa, Bard, Azir,
my favorite
Aurora,
sounds to
Gwen,
ever exist
Rumble
in a
are
movie, by the
out,
way.
It's pretty great.
Wukong
It's
is in,
so good.
Alistair Ban comes through.
Wukong is in, Oriana is out, Aurora's out, Galio's out, Ryze out. What does Faker play now? Holy shit.
Just kind of want
Yunara's up.
that starts with T, just so they can ban Bat.
Alistar Ben.
Just be kind of fun.
Alistar Ben. Alistar Ben.
Yeah.
Yone is
And
open.
he
So
has
there's
a bat as
Yunara,
well. Oh
Yone,
god, it'd be so good.
Wukong.
Well, let's
I
see.
guess there is
Maybe they
Victor,
could
which
ban
Faker might pick.
Darius, and then pick
There's
Ezreal
Annie.
and Draven.
Oh, Yunara open. This is a test for T1.
Remember, game 1, T1
It's a
banned
test
Yunara
for Guma.
themselves. But I feel like they're gonna lock it in.
Yeah, so what is the answer then?
Do they
from
take
Gen.G? Because they know
Yunara?
that has
Because
to
if
be
they
the
do
first
that,
pick.
any Wukong is coming out.
You know, we've seen.
Wait, Wukong hasn't been picked yet the whole series.
Yeah.
It's a hard choice to
didn't
make.
really get a look
Oh,
at
he's gonna do it.
Rakan instead. So I feel like some things that you can think about are the fact that
Guma,
like
Yushi, Yunara.
Wukong, Rakan are available. The Kai'Sa isn't available, which you sometimes seen picked with Yunara. Hasn't always gone super successfully, but it's been kind of that like you CC, you target it, you lock it down. But I certainly think the Wukong is what I would definitely look
Yeah,
to
any
prioritize
Wukong
here.
is crazy
Yeah,
here.
I mean, you pick any Wukong, right? Because they also banned the Bard. So Bard has been such a great answer to the Monkey. So
What do you
now the Monkey
reply
gets to
to
just
any
run
Wukong
amok.
with?
Wukong,
like
Annie,
to.
Rakan as a first
You
three,
reply
very
to
hard to play a short range carry
Nocturne
if you can
Certainly
get that
would.
Rakan on 3. So we'll
or
see. There has
Charvin
been the Wukong Annie has
with
been the
Lulu,
Ryze special.
Rakan, or you
In
match
terms of
the
pairings,
Annie
it's been very successful.
and you go
Let's just see whether it's enough, because we've seen Yunara be pretty terrifying.
Victor, I guess.
As there is the Wukong Annie that we were
I would say
expecting.
Nocturne,
Now T1
Jarvan,
kind
and
of
Lulu
forced
Rakan
to pick
is
the
probably your
Rakan.
best And then maybe a Victor.
What they're going to be picking into it here, as Owner hovering some champions.
Yeah, Victor is because I don't think Faker wants to drop into any.
Right now, considering
there's too many mids out.
With
so if you're going to do Victor, support, you could do Rakan, or you could do the Jarvan, I think, with Victor.
Yeah, I think the thing with the Victor is you obviously scale well, and it provides another target. So if the Yunara goes down, you have someone else to put out that DPS. So I think a lot of value.
And then
there.
I think Gen G on 3 can pick Jinx, or they can pick a top
though,
that can be a... what the fuck? Sejuani.
If the engage comes
Sejuani.
if you're split from them, you put that gravity field
Skarner.
down, you cause disruption. They do go for the Skarner though.
You could go Jinx on 3.
One of those picks that,
or you could just
like
drop
you typically see a lot
and pick Cassante.
Like Victor, Skarner,
Keen Sante.
definitely going to cause disruption though. The grab.
Or you could pick Rakan actually. Rakan Wukong is crazy good here.
We'll see if Gen G opt to go for
just like the Rakan. There's no Talia, there's no Poppy. You're just free to do it if you would like to.
Yeah, Rakan's crazy
I mean,
here.
It's the Rise Group special for
just
a
ban
reason.
Nautilus, I guess. Nautilus,
And
Lulu maybe are the best
so
bans
far,
for Gen G.
Out of the positives for T1, they got Yunara. And the positives end very abruptly with a large cliff.
I think Nautilus Lulu bans are pretty good.
Yeah.
Unless they're not scared of carrier Naut, then it's probably like Lulu.
Themselves with the tools to shut down Yunara when it comes
I
to
think
these
Nautilus
team
Lulu
fights.
have to be the best bans.
Gonna be a hard one to navigate. That being said, their composition now, you definitely want to bolster it with some sort of reliable DPS. We kind of saw that a little bit in
what is T1 ban?
game 1 where they had
I mean, you
the
could
engage
ban
option,
Zaya.
the backline
Yeah,
threat, but
ooh,
they
I didn't think about
really
Ziggs.
have
You
the
could ban
follow-through
Zaya, you could ban
in the rest of the fight.
Jinx.
Yeah.
You see the Ziggs ban come through,
Don't think
something
it's...
that has been a little bit
I would just ban
the
Cassante
bane
if I was
of
T1.
in previous matches.
Do you know what's really cool? They've
Or you could ban like
Orianna. She's already been taken away.
Gragas and
Syndra
pick
isn't
Jax
really
blind.
better
I
at the
don't know if
moment.
it's
And
worth
so
double banning
far,
AD here.
Gen G had banned Ball.
Like you can ban Zaya here, sure. I would see that.
there are
You
no
can ban
balls.
Jinx here, sure.
Oh wait, no. Actually, Yunara has loads of them. Never mind.
Yeah, true.
Unfortunately, they didn't ban the Yunara.
What is Keria
but
playing
They did ban the
into
ball.
Rakan?
So maybe there's something to be said there.
Thank you for the contribution.
Yeah, the Nautilus didn't really help out, and I have
don't know.
now definitely.
It is a
derailed us.
Janna game into
Just a
Wukong
little
Rakan.
bit,
I'm
yeah.
not even kidding.
Maybe I should stop spelling. I might need to work on that.
Yeah, Zaya ban.
But this is
I think they could go Jinx on 4 here, or Aphelios. Jinx, Aphelios are both good. If they don't want to do Jinx or Aphelios, then their only option is like Ezreal Jhin, but I feel like they should play a hyper carry here.
The Jhin that much?
I think it just works when you go in, you have like the...
I kinda like
ult
Jinx
on top.
or Aphelios. Oh
We
my
could
god,
just
we're playing
light things
Smolder.
on fire.
Oh my god, we're
It
playing
doesn't feel
Smolder.
like a lot of power in the
Okay,
early
they're gonna go for
stages,
setup.
though, and so the Jhin is what they're going
Alright,
to
they're gonna need a
go back to
they're gonna need
here.
a strong top laner in this draft.
I think when you go for the engage...
So T1 can blind Cassante or Jax here for Dorat. But I'm still wondering what Keria's playing.
Yep.
Additional threat.
Leona,
which is
maybe?
very popular in the meta, has that lane pressure as well.
And now counterpick goes over to Keen.
Leona?
At the same time.
Karma?
So
I don't really like
Doran
Karma.
needing to try and find something he wants to blind pick.
Gragas
I feel
support?
like in meta's past,
Maokai
that would
support?
almost always be Gnar. And
Ooh,
instead, it's
Yorick
going to
blind.
be the Yorick, a champion that we have seen in game
Renekton
3
is out,
quite
yeah.
a few times, and something that Doran has made work before. Not a lot of the things
I mean,
that are
Keen
commonly
might
picked
go
into
Jax
the
into
Yorick
Yorick.
are up and available as well, as the Ambessa has been banned away, the Renekton has been used.
Actually, Keen's gonna go Cho'Gath on 5, isn't he?
Cho'Gath is open.
Yeah, Keen's gonna go Cho'Gath.
Don't know if it's a Pyke game.
Yeah, not sure I'd pair Pyke together here.
It's Tahm Kench.
Tahm Kench.
Tahm Kench makes sense in terms of
Tahm
safety.
Kench
Not
Yunara.
pairing we've really seen too much
What
with
the
Yunara specifically,
fuck?
but it's a concept that makes sense.
What the fuck?
You know, you want to keep your carries
Yeah, I
alive
think
into
Cho'Gath
this.
on 5 or
Also,
Jax on
Keria
5 is
really
Keen's
wanted to pick
2
an engage
options,
support
unless
and he
he's gonna play Cassante.
That's sort of his
My name's
way.
Keen, and I like
The
Cassante.
The Keen Sante being hovered here.
My name's
as
Keen
he's
and I
grinning
like
just a little
Cassante.
bit. Let's see what is actually going to be confirmed. But this would make some sense given the player that we're seeing on our screen.
Okay, chat, I'm going to ads. If you
will
want to
lock
ads, you can
that
use the
one
tier 1 or
in.
Twitch Prime,
So
subscribe to the channel and
Genji
get 30 days
going
of
for
no
the
ads. You don't have to
Rise
sub if you want to. Back for the game,
Group
big kiss.
Understanding
We sub now, like I
where
said,
the
no ads for 30 days. I have to them so you
culture
don't get them during
and
the game.
respecting it here with the
Okay.
Rakan Wukong Annie and has just been so incredibly good. It's not necessarily
Unbench the
breaking any
Kench.
records as far as creativity is
Unbench the
concerned.
Kench. T1 is
but
very
it's tried and
tanky.
true,
You've got
and
Bruiser
it
Tank,
certainly
Tank,
works.
Tank Victor
T1,
Roa,
they
Tank,
have a Yunara,
and
they have
Yunara.
a Victor, and they have a Dream.
I think
And we'll see whether Gumayusi can pop off.
It's one of those things, they have a lot of tools to shut down these carries.
They have
There's
a lot of
early
tanks.
agency. Skirmish is going to be phenomenal. We've seen how much the Wukong can do.
Yeah.
But you look on the other side and you have this Yunara Victor, and you think if this game goes late, if we get into the 5v5s, if they're not able to blow up the Yunara, I just think they kind of lack a good amount of damage.
Yeah.
You know, they're sort of
Mosquito
Jin.
Jin.
Who
Yeah, it
we've
might
seen,
be a little bit of a
you know, if he's
Mosquito
especially
Jin if the
pumping
game
damage
goes
into a Skarner, can
late and he's a
struggle
little bit
You have
behind.
a tank top laner, you have a mid jungle who are about
Gumayusi Yunara, does he play it?
So I think T1, you know, we saw them absolutely
yes,
fail
he
to do that
does.
last game,
I can
but
show
Weather in
you.
the Storm, definitely the MO in this one.
He has
and it's once again,
played it
we're
in
gonna
solo
see
queue.
who is gonna make it to the milestone
He has
first,
18
whether
games,
it will be
50% win rate on
Cody
this
or whether
account.
it will be Carrier, based on who
And on
wins
this account,
game,
he
will
has
be coming away with that one as well
6
in
games,
today's
100%
Saturday
win rate.
showdown. Let's get into it.
And on this account, he has not played for 50 days. Why is my thing in Spanish? Grandmaster. Clasificatoria solo.
All right, here we are, ladies and gentlemen, on the Rift for game number 3, the decider between T1 and Gen G in our best of 3 of best of 3s that we've had here in our round
best of
3
3 of
through
best
5.
of 3s.
Whoever wins this will come away with the series win. And if T1 are able to take it, get themselves towards that second place. But for now, HLE are leading. T1 looking for a few angles here as Doran has taken the pentakill skin. Kind of like that one. The base player Yorick just feels right, you know?
It's a good vibe.
It certainly is. All right, let's have a look at how things are going to start.
Well, Genji
I can imagine the bottom side of the map is probably going to be
needs to
pretty even
get-
between these two. Although Jin, would you say theoretically has a little bit of early agency?
Yeah, I mean, you can usually get the push, I would say, into the Yunara.
They
How do
need
you
to
feel
get
about Gumayusi
onto
ghosting
Victor
the
or
lane?
Yunara, obviously. But it's going to be hard. This Tamkench pick is
Already
annoying.
a bit of biffo here between the two bottom lanes, as Ruler will find that fourth shot.
Not gone too hard.
Yeah, the tempo heal going to come on through and the barrier going to be used in response here. But the heal going to come down once again.
Oh,
Ruler
Genji is
just
completely
plodding his
smurfed
way
this lane.
over, holding on to that
They have
purple
smurfed this
bullet.
lane so hard.
Yeah, does not manage to actually fire it into Gumayusi though. Some success for the Yunara thus far. Lane control well and truly in control by Gen G.
Yeah, it's so much with the Yunara around.
But
using that
I would
cube,
imagine
once
that
you're doing
Rakan
power
into
autos
Tam, you
for your
probably
trading
lose
power.
push early.
Guma's popped
in
it
this
now,
matchup,
just
don't
try
you?
and get the wave, shove, and match. It will be pretty close. It's actually level 2 hit about the same time between them.
And do you know what the best thing about this game is?
Like, that sounds annoying for Tamkench.
What?
Slurkles.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we're back there once again.
Can probably start pushing back a
I
level 3.
apologize. Oftentimes the Yunara
But Jin
is
just
banned.
queues the wave, Rakan just
But sometimes we just get to talk about slurkles.
throws his
and it's
Q
just
at you.
Really, really cool. Faker is going to find Canyon, but Owner is there alongside him.
Okay, Canyon tried 3 camps into mid. Owner
As
covered
both
it.
the mid lane
Lovely.
is just saying hi to the junglers, and will back away afterwards. Here's
12
the
and
Wukong
1.
anti-stats.
12 and 1.
As, yeah, have a look. The best team in the league has 2 victories with this combo. Tried and true.
Wow. I mean, it looks pretty... We always talked about it as being the Rise Group combo is doing so well there, but it's kind of crazy to see how well it's done just across the board.
Yep. Bro just being an inspiration to us all. And by us all, I mean the teams in the LCK, and I don't even think they did it first. But I'm going to give it to them anyway.
Of course you would.
As Ruler and Duro do have control of this wave. But no whoopsies just yet. Cannons going the way they're supposed to. And all that sort of
Okay,
stuff.
so Genji's winning bot.
But a little bit
Mid
of
is
farm
pretty even.
advantage here for Ruler as Grand Engine's going to connect.
Can you play Tam into Rakan? This seems so annoying. I guess Carrier's job this game is to just
mowing through the jungle, has completed his
stop
first
the
clear.
flash tibbers.
Will be able to take this crab on the bottom side. Now going to look for a little bit of an angle as Duro has moved over.
Guma is kind of low. They go for... I mean,
Here's
they
a
go for
deja
full
vu.
shots. Wow, I think they just
Is this guy dead on the
let's see whether they can find the
die?
angle
Yeah,
in
he's
as
dead.
Gumayusi is going to be
He's
able to make
out.
his way
Wait,
out,
why did
actually,
Canyon not
as
W
Rula was
forwards?
tanking up the turret.
Wait, did
They
Canyon
get
just
the
imp that
teleport
play?
out from the Yorick, and this could signify an early lane swap
Wait,
here for
Ruler was
T1
tanking.
as Owner is making his way
Why
against the
didn't
flash out from Chovy.
Canyon just kill
Very
him?
nicely played here as T1, decent amount of pressure, and the fact that they now get to move into a lane swap, I think is a big deal. Because Doran's teleport doesn't feel
I wonder if he
quite as
W'd
bad.
thinking that Yunara would flash to the
plays
right.
like this where they like TP the top lane. I mean, Doran's never going to be there in time to make it. But one of the things is you go for a play like that on Aguma,
But he didn't
and
flash.
him losing out on the farm,
freaky.
the team feels like a net negative. But because you TP Doran down there, feels like you lose out a lot more overall. Managing to maintain tempo to a good amount.
Okay, T1's probably
And
very
Guma
happy with
just
that.
able to
The
slip
TP from
away
Dorat
that play,
is
the
good
force
to
shot, and
swap,
it's
but
a
he
little
needs the
scary
base
because
still
doesn't have
because he
barrier,
obviously
right?
hasn't recalled yet.
So that dive that was coming through, heal wasn't available, no barrier. It felt like the burst might have just been enough, which is why Genji went for it. Weren't able to find it. I will say, however, though, Doran used his TP, Keen saved his.
Yeah, just walked down towards this bottom lane and gets this whole wave as it crashes into the turret. So this Cassante that was falling a little bit further behind is now feeling absolutely fine. Not to mention the fact that Doran hadn't bought yet. So he did have to go back anyway.
Yeah, Faker double Ruby
and
Crystal.
Then has to walk.
Would you see a cold pickup?
I guess the fun part about this game is do the tanks die and does Genji have the burst to kill T1 at 3 items?
Keen manages to find an angle to utilize that TP advantage. Obviously did specifically save it there when he could have just... I mean, there wasn't a need to TP down when the wave's coming in, but we'll see if he finds an angle for it. Obviously, Yorick, we've said many times before, not really inclined.
Oh, level 5.
Keen is going all out, and Doran is getting all out of there. Would be the response. Keen gets an extra 6 gold for his trouble as he takes down the ghoulies.
Actually, yeah, getting the XP advantage from those extra minions and the wave being in a bad state as well means...
It's fine, he'll just E it, get 6, and then chilling.
3 CS picked up that glob though, that was pretty nice.
That was pretty good morning mist.
Morning mist.
He did not miss that morning.
No, he did not. Successful. Owner is going to come on over just to allow Doran to push this one up, but Canyon in position as well.
Doran has spawned the rats.
Tricky little warrior as he makes his way out. Bear comes down. The Arcane Storm is also going to be there. Gravity Well also helping out. As, yeah, the pesky bear, something that Faker now has to deal with.
Yeah, Guma is starting to even up the bot deficit, so T1's pretty stable around the map, I would say, yeah. There's a big wave underneath Jin's tower inbound, though.
I think it's most annoying when he's up in your face and Chovy's trading with you.
Yeah, exactly. Having to deal with both at the same time is the important part.
Hola.
As Chovy is going to get licked momentarily. Death Ray comes on through, and Owner is coming in.
He's dead.
Yep, no flash available for Chovy, so he's just going to get impaled.
He's dead, big kill. And Genji's comp needs gold because they need to burst through these tanks. Every single item on T1's champs will have ruby crystals in it.
Is off to a good start.
Apart from Guma.
You know, it's something I didn't really think about, but
who is going to get eaten by Carrier.
As a duo, just have this insane ability to just get over terrain and find these gank paths.
Yep.
So there, Carrier finding the angle out of vision to just slide in here and get the tongue
Was a really good play by Carrier.
Side, Owner coming
really,
over
really
the
good
wall. Just feels like great angles of attack here that left Chovy nowhere to go.
KS from Faker, but we'll allow it.
Earlier by Owner, obviously paying dividends there.
Yep, the return gank value going to come on through here for T1. And one of the better early games that they've had so far in this series.
Yeah, they have a lead.
No,
so
KS from Faker. It was Faker's free kill. He had Q already. He could have auto-attacked that. Owner is the one who KS'd away from Faker.
You burn Flash on Annie,
Rat.
and that alone is good, just denying the Flash. But it's good to see them actually capitalizing.
You say I'm the Unk, this chat is the Unk. You're the Unk.
Now though, Genji starting up on the grubs, and Yunara's in the bot side. Keen did teleport now though, so it would be a 4v4 on the top side.
Who my spot?
There is a curtain call available for Ruler. So
is it just 2 grubs and out for Genji? Easy.
Respecting for now. Carrier possibly on an angle in. Only level 5 here for the Tahm Kench. As Duro also.
It is indeed.
Canyon will be able to W over. Then Duro with the follow. So 2 come through for Genji.
Did you see the LTA last night? No, I didn't.
One was secured there by Owner as
so
well.
Guma's getting a lot of solo HP in bot, but he's that Kashante is actually taking damage versus 2 daggers and a Reactrix. What?
Yep.
Yunara. What?
And I don't even know whether it was good.
He's actually taking damage.
But I needed to say Slurkle.
Yeah.
That was the main thing there. If you were looking at it, you were like, well, it didn't get that much value.
I know who you are.
I know, but I was just making sure I explained it for everyone else.
That's fair. That's fair. I understand that.
Because maybe they were like, oh no, I just really don't think that Arc of Judgment really did much. If that was
what?
you, I mean, that's what the Slurkle is otherwise known as. That's its more wordy cousin.
Yeah.
As far as
It's more
titles are
wordy
concerned.
cousin.
Oh, he Tibbers stunned him, so he didn't get the cannon.
Oh my goodness, Chovy.
Just Chovy.
That is how
Chovy
he has
mechanics.
these CSD numbers. Duro is just going to dash away from carrier here.
Yeah,
Haven't
Guma
really
slowly
seen the
recovering.
combo put into full effect just yet. I imagine we may
Actually, he's
have
recovered.
a fight
He's
around
good
the
now.
Dragon,
Lane
though,
was
as the
hard.
first
He's
one
still
is
down
going to
200
be
gold,
this
but
Hextech
his
Drake.
XP is solid.
Yeah, up and available now.
It's fine.
You see resets coming in for
He has Cull, right? So I think the Cull will cover off the deficit from the lane.
Chovy has also been very good at denying Tibbers gold.
Yeah.
Haven't you noticed that a lot of Tibbers just get sacrificed?
Yeah, and it is a lot of gold when you think about it.
Yeah. It's as much as a Nexus, we say it all the time. That's massive. Most important gold in the game. It's also the same as a Daisy. Or a Maiden, which is also here. So we'll see who gives the most gold.
Ruler has the flash.
Is going to get
Oh,
exhausted.
Carrier.
Finds the
Flash
double.
eats his ass.
As
Boom.
the stun comes in, but I don't think Ruler's getting out of this one. Nice barrier,
What? He
though.
lived?
Survives. And now the curtains are being called. The last
Oh my
bullet gets
God.
the flash. And by last, I mean first.
Oh.
And now Carrier, he's the one in bullet
I'm surprised
hell.
Carrier didn't die there.
Is going to survive momentarily.
Oh my God.
Oh, the deadly flourish coming on through there as Duro does make his way in. Man, Ruler is
Where was the
locked
damage?
in today.
Where was the damage? How is he not dying
a
there?
favorable
What?
play for T1. You think they finally found something? They're gonna get
Ruler
Guma
is
fed.
angry.
Ruler baits with the barrier.
Well, now Guma's down 20 CS.
outplays and ends up forcing 3 sums to his 2.
Yeah. And King
Wait, Doran's
gonna
kinda
be able to
cooking
take
here.
The first
The rats are cooking.
Nexus worth objective on the map.
Yeah, Drake is pretty much gone here. Unless owner
equivalent to
decides
two
to full
dragons,
send it. But
you could say.
I mean, they're on vision, so they could full send it
JG,
actually.
speaking
Not
of
gonna
dragons,
lie.
gonna start off this
I'm
one.
down for a full
Currently
send.
sitting on a 300 gold lead. Doesn't
But
mean
there's
a
no
whole lot
victor
at
rule.
this stage of the
Owner
game.
is full sending it. He is just clicking
Not
dragon.
even gonna commit to it. As Owner is so tanky. First item complete.
Yeah, Canyon doesn't have a first time completed yet.
Well, Ruler also doesn't have his ulti, so they're down a few
They have flash
buttons
Tibbers
on the
Wukong.
side of Gen G. Chovy
T1
as well,
have
his
no
health bar
flash on
relatively low.
Yunara. Tibbers onto Tam.
Slurkle going to connect.
Ooh,
Duro
his
gets
Skarner
in there
ult
with
was
the
bad.
quickness, finds quite a few, and down goes the Tom Kench to start us off. Flash out from Owner, trying
Zebby?
to keep himself alive as he's going to have to drive his way
No,
out
he
of this
doesn't.
one,
He's dead.
but he will not be allowed to. Ruler
So is Guma-
delivered that kill.
Wait, how did
Fumiushi
Guma
going
die?
down on the side, and Gen G
T1 just whiffed
wiped them
everything.
out.
They
And
whiffed
then start
Skarner
back on the
ult.
dragon.
Tom Kench just basically
T1
died.
opting
Yunara
into a
just
fight
walked
that
up and
wasn't
died.
really necessary
They lost
here.
Skarner flash.
The Keen Sante
Wait.
situation is happening once again as the flash in.
Oh, I don't know if you want to be there,
Keen
Cassante.
drags him under his own turret.
Yeah, I think that's where Doran wants to be.
I was gonna say that was where he was heading. So
even the angle he's looking for.
Oh, Doran was hitchhiking.
That was where he was heading.
Held his thumb up. That's what really caught Keen off guard.
Doran's ghoulie wall may be a little off there, but you know, T1 opt into this, and you don't have the ult on
They have
Yunara.
flash Skarner ult, but it was
I
just
don't even believe they
he
have
didn't
the
flash.
Arcane Storm either.
I feel like if he flash ulted there, it
Gen
would
G,
work.
they're fine to take this. Their
What happened
team
to
fight
Guma?
is so good, especially at this point of the game where Guma's not online, Faker's not online.
Oh, he just gets stunned.
He really didn't need to take this fight.
Holy fuck, Annie,
And I
and then
think
flash
just
W
giving
from Rakan.
Gen G a window into the game again. I think T1 can just let their carry scale up. Instead, the Dragon's given over to Gen G regardless, but now they have that 2,000 gold lead that it feels like it's been a constant off this series.
Hey, but they don't have a 2,000 gold lead individually for Ruler.
But he is 1.2k up.
They're getting there, but it's not
Doran
quite there
is
yet.
doing
And so that is
the
important.
fabled
That was
strat,
the thing
push till
that
die.
We,
Another
were
plate.
starting to define the
Yummy.
series.
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily end of the world, but it is not good news for T1. And only one more objective and Gen G will lock down those feats of strength. It is only one kill that T1 have picked up as far as that race is concerned, and they've already lost that one. So they're going to need first turret and the next 3 objectives if they do want to be able to upgrade their shoes. It's probably the last thing on their minds right now. Stability is what they're going to require.
Yeah. Just find a way to slow down the game more than anything. And at least, you know, Doran's doing pretty well in the side lane.
That Annie
Was
laugh
able
is
to
not
place
serious.
there. I say as I see him getting Tibbers. Oh, no, he's not doing so good anymore.
Yeah, there's a possible
Yeah, Doran's
PvE,
getting
like
collapsed on.
Pokemon battle
Wants
could
to push
happen
till
between
die,
the
but
Maiden and
he
Tibbers.
can't
Who
push
wins
and he
out of
might
the
die,
Maiden
so that
versus
kind of
Tibbers?
sucks.
Could
Faker
we get
is scaling.
Doran and Chovy to agree to let them just duke it out?
But they are accelerating the game a little bit here.
As they're both level 10, I mean, it's even right now, right? Sort of, ish.
Yeah.
Kinda. One item. Some shoes there, as Tibbers would benefit from that one, but that's okay.
Don't specifically know the answer to the question, honestly.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Never thought about it.
Maybe we should. We need to hop into the practice tool and start figuring it out. The big questions, you know?
I think Daisy would probably be...
Oh, Daisy's obviously completely OP.
Really?
She's the winner. She gets a 3-hit passive. We all know the best things in the game have 3-hit
Everyone
passives.
in the game has a 3-hit passive.
You know?
The thing is, I think the problem with the Maiden is the drain she gets. I think she only does it to champions. She needs Yorick to be hitting them, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, that's a shame. So I'd say that maybe that gives Tibbers the edge.
Maybe.
Because Tibbers is happy to hit anything.
Yeah.
Keen also not really wanting to hit Faker. Because it's not exactly the greatest.
Oh, this looks really miserable for Keen. Can someone fucking take over this lane?
Mitigate some of the CC before getting the heck out of there. But the Cassante has a bit of like CS in the lead. There is a slight gold advantage for Doran, who I believe has taken a couple of plates in his time. But
Doran has a Triforce and a shield.
Slurkle not even going to be enough to help here. I'm so glad I got another opportunity.
I mean, it's not bad for T1. They're holding bot push and they're giving top push.
That'd be great. Never mind.
I think Gen G need to do something about that. But they're going to get Herald, I presume.
It's a little over a level. You know, he's about to hit level 9.
But Faker might get first blood tower at this rate.
It's kind of been the theme of the game, but at least he's on the hyper carry this time. Yep. I mean, the last game they were both on hyper carries, but this time he is on
Canyon is basing, so no Herald yet.
It's a weather the storm, man.
I wonder if T1 just dropped the Herald and clicked towards bot tier 1.
Yeah, somehow managing to share some pixels with the turret there.
Faker's a little bit afraid.
Nicely done.
He has no info on Wukong.
Keen back down here. Does have his Iceborne Gauntlet completed. And Gen G feeling pretty relaxed at this stage of the game.
Yeah, they are.
Up now, which would be feats of strength for Gen G, so I imagine
all we need is one play where Guma gets dove and then someone TPs it and kills them.
Faker
just for the 3-peat.
What's the soul? Is it a Chemtech again?
So Faker's TPing top.
Yeah, I could imagine.
Yeah, they're actually, so they're TPing Faker in.
They're really late to this here, T1.
Just let this go. I think the call is just let it go.
Yeah, Faker actually TPing to the top lane.
Ooh, they could get first blood tower in bot tier 1 maybe if Doran TP'd earlier, but then Sunday wouldn't get TP'd, so it doesn't really make sense.
That's feats of strength. That's also the Herald, which you can use to try and get that first tower.
The triple feats of strength?
I stopped counting, unfortunately. It feels a bit dissatisfying.
I know. Shouldn't you count it up for each of the things, no matter what? That's what I kind of thought.
Just really show it.
Yeah.
Does he get bot tier 1? He does, right?
Because I like seeing it all filled in.
He does get bot tier 1.
We never get to see it all filled in.
But I think T1 making the right decisions to slow the pace down.
Yeah. And there it is. It's going to be filled in by T1 if it was still available to be filled in, but it wasn't.
Whoa, Keria was scared.
Keria going to flash away, thinking that there was a scary monkey looming, and there indeed was. And this gold lead, it's not the same as it was in either of our first 2 games for Gen G. But remember, T1 won one of those games. So it's not like we're going to be signing any, not writing eulogies yet.
Is the meta bad for Guma? I wouldn't use the word
Gen G
bad, but I
Dragon,
think that Varus being removed from the meta sucks for him.
A bit of a surprise waiting for him on
and
the
I think
top side.
Guma is very
back to this lane
proficient
now, as let's
at
see whether this dive is
Varus,
going to work out.
Jhin,
Chovy's going to get that unfortunate news
Zaya,
that there is a Skarner in the area,
Like,
but
that is his
Doro's made
meta.
his way over,
If
does
it's
interrupt
Sivir,
Owner as well,
Yunara,
as he does
Kaisa,
drive on through, but the tower
it's
is
not
going to
really
fall.
his
T1
comfort,
grabbing
but
2 actually already.
I think the Varus nerfs hurt him a bit, yeah.
Yorick in here as well.
Yeah. Now Canyon gonna have to be a bit tricky here to get himself out of the way, but they're not even able to lock down this mid outer turret.
This is pretty fantastic, right? You take 2 towers.
Jinx is meta. You can't just pick Jinx forehead.
With great health.
Jinx needs a good comp around her with good champs against good champs. You can't just pick Jinx.
Deficit being kind of staved off a little bit now. That mid tier 1 is low, and it looks like this top tower, bot tower, sorry, is going to die.
The top tower is also kind of a breath away from dead, like a stiff breeze would be able to take it down. So,
but I think the position the game was in, we could have definitely seen a scenario where
Aphelios is a little easier because he has better pairings,
so, at least
like Nolt and Thresh.
Saying is T1 got some answers back. It's not
just
all
draft
doom
around
and
Jinx then? Oh, okay. Oh, okay, just draft around the Jinx.
It's a bit. It's not all.
No. And Gen G still have a Jhin composition, and if there's anyone that knows that Jins can be disappointing, it's me. I've based a lot of my career on it.
Yeah. Very much a Jhin anti.
Indeed. Jin's also been, for me, disappointing in the other direction as well.
I think this game they could have gone Jinx, but they had
Faker's
Yunara
down.
first
Oh,
pick,
God.
so... Like, this left side comp, it's not bad for Jinx,
It was
but they had
actually my
Yunara,
point was
so...
going to be about T1 as well. I believe it was when Jackulov was playing Jhin, and I tweeted about it. I'm like, oh, look at this, Jin's doing nothing, and then he got a quadra kill.
I'm waiting for the Yunara to just unleash in a fight.
It was my fault. I
Oh my god, my name's
apologized
Yunara, I'm down
immediately
800
afterwards.
gold,
Stop
surely
tweeting
I'll
for
be
the
useless.
rest of the
Boom, one-shots everyone.
Which did work out in our favor, okay? I
So
might
they got
add, as
mid tier 1, they got
Rollo
bot tier 1.
gets
Doran
circled,
just
keeps him in
walks
the
up
goalie
and gets
wall,
Rudo's
and
flash.
forces the flash.
So a bit of life from T1.
As they managed to take
They
the
actually
entire
took
outer
all
ring
3
of
altars.
Against the
They're
flow of
down
play here in
2k
this
gold
game.
and they
You know,
took all
Gen
3
G
altars.
have, you know, Annie, Rakan, and Wukong, but they don't have Slurkle into Ghoulie Wall.
Exactly!
Which is a very threatening engage combo, as we just saw. Able to catch out Ruler there, get his flash.
They've opened up the map
if you're
and
looking
any
towards that
Atakan force
dragon,
is miles
in
away.
2.5 minutes, or even
All they have to do is
potentially
fight the Drake
Okay,
here,
not
T1.
having flash is
And the
something.
scaling is going to kick in
That is
again,
something.
similar to the
There's
Orianna
another
game.
thing that is just completely
Brother
wrong
is
that's
gonna
been
have a
posted in
Roa
our
proc
prompter.
soon.
It says Yorick's wall is a Slurkle.
Oh, he already had his
W
Roa
is a
proc.
Slurkle,
Was?
Faker's ult is a Slurkle.
Wait, Chovy's really
Yunara's orb
smurfing.
is a Slurkle. That one's true. And Carrier's W dive is a Slurkle. Let me let you know, okay? The dive is a Slock-up. Okay? And Faker, his ultimate is just a circle. Doesn't actually do any slowing. Keen is a raid boss, and he's going to go all out. Brings in the Yorick, and where did he go?
What?
He might be inside
He just got
the Slurkle
one
right
shot.
now, but that's in the death chamber. We cannot see it as Chovy
How did
finding
he
a nice
die so
double stun
quick?
here as well as Ona looks to
Ona?
come through, but he's delivered by the Kazante.
Oh god, oh god.
down
They just 5 for 0 them, or what 4 for 0 them, take an Atakan. I thought there would be no Atakan force, but Doran just died and then everyone else died.
The Atakan going to be taken as well as Faker,
Faker.
the last man standing.
Wait, how did
and there is
Kazante...
nothing that he can
How did
do.
Doran... What the fuck?
He can throw out
Wait.
a Stunkel.
You're struggling there a little
Yeah,
bit.
I was
Ay,
attempting.
4,000 assists.
4,000 assists.
If
here
Chovy
for
wins this game, he
Chovy,
gets 500
and
wins
he's
as well.
looking to augment that with his 500th win as well. Third in the LCK, just behind BDD.
Can I see our
replay?
replay?
Here forever.
So
This
T1
is
are
just-
contesting
and
bot
Keen
vision.
set this up completely.
Doran
Finds an angle onto Doran
gets
here.
EQ
Beautiful positioning to get him
3'd
next
ulted.
to the wall, slides him next to Atakan. He's just so
Oh
beyond
my
dead.
god,
And then
insta-kill.
bonus
Then
points
what does
because
Owner do?
tries
Why
to
is,
look for
what is
Chovy
Owner doing?
here, and Keen ends up catching
He
him
goes
when
on
he goes
Chovy
in.
and then Keen Q3.
Oh, man.
Flips him over.
Keen
He just gets taken
Sante,
out as well.
baby.
And
Hey,
Cannon is like
Keen
delivered
Sante.
as a Beyblade to his enemy to his enemy
Keen
team. Yeah.
Sante,
I think Doran
baby.
comes in with the ult to clean up. I mean, just some excellent play right now from Gen G and oh Doran.
Oh dear. Doran's health bar looked large, but Chovy makes
And now
it
he's
much
caught in the
smaller.
same spot again,
It's
dead.
Another Q will do
And
it.
now
down
Gen
he will
G
go.
gets
Wants to
soul
invest
point.
a flash there as well. Felt like Chovy
Oh,
deserved
this
it.
game is just
And maybe
completely
that's true.
slipped and
As now they will
boomed
move to a
for T1.
5.5k gold advantage. They have Otacon. They have feats of strength. They have all.
Why did he
they
flash?
Don't have
I
an
don't
outer ring
know.
of turrets. That's all
It's
they're
hard
really
to get into the
missing
mind
here
of
is Raw.
Dorad.
Fires off the fourth shot, runs his way
It's just
away.
another Gen G stomp. I thought
And
this
he
one
is
was
going
going to be
be
pretty
more
even
than
after the
fine.
3 altars
T1
got
really
traded.
circling the drain in this
But
game.
boom, bot fight, bot fight again. 3 Drakes.
So let's go back to it. So there was the Slock Up, there was the Stunkel, which was difficult for me to
Stunkel?
say. I got stumped on that one.
That sounds like an uncle.
Gen G is so
and then
fucking
there's
quick.
Then there's the Slurkle, the classic.
Yep.
And Doran has the Wurkle.
The Wurkle?
Because it's a wall circle.
Oh, okay.
The wall
So it's the
circle
Wurkle.
Wurkle.
The Wurkle.
Yeah, so that's all.
I think I prefer Ghoulie Wall.
I mean, Ghoulie Wall is way better, but technically, if you were going
What about
to
the
do
Chattel?
it like a Slurkle, it would be a Wurkle.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe it could be a Ghoulie Wurkle. We could call it that, if you'd like to. Because, you know, if you think about it, Cataclysm's also a Wurkle, so it's not clear. Maybe you do need to add the Ghoulie clarification.
Are there any other Slurkles in the game?
I don't like this Tam pick. I see it, but I don't see it, you know.
Slows.
Is there something they could have picked to pressure this lane a bit?
Nivea's
I feel like when T1 has a
Oh, nice one, true.
matchup in bot that can pressure or at
If
least
Faker
make
builds a
plays,
Rylai's, then the Arcane Storm becomes a
Oh, it
Then they're
becomes a
chilling.
circle, so you
Yeah,
can
you
change.
can
Actually,
build
Rakan was
circles
so
in
OP. This
Wow.
Gen G
It's
Rakan
beautiful.
on 3 was so
like
insane.
Minecraft.
But his W does slow as well as
It
stunning.
was
Is
so
it like
insane.
Oh,
that?
that's true. It's a Slurkle into a Stunkel, isn't it?
But do you prioritize the harder CC, or do you just say it's?
Yeah, do you base
Because
it
there
on
was
its
not
potential?
Lulu, that's
Why
it,
you
and they
asking
got
me?
both
You're
banned.
likely.
No, I'm just
Poppy was
I'm
out.
asking the rhetorical question because
No,
it is
you are the expert on-
technically
you're
both.
the expert on the subject. I am asking you.
It's Schrodinger's Slurkle.
No,
I think these three champs together
No, I'm asking
are
you.
crazy.
You're the authority.
Oh,
of the
wait,
situation.
maybe it's a stun Turkle.
that is snap engage if you're good. It's like one of the quickest engages you can get. And perfect follow-up
You're
layering.
really pushing the limit of stupid things said on
I
broadcast.
don't even think that makes sense at all.
Oh,
but
that
it was
doesn't
very fun
That
to say.
doesn't make sense.
Well, I mean,
that's
this is
where
the whole
you're drawing
point,
the
is that
line
it's
of what
fun to
doesn't make
say.
sense. This is where you're drawing the line.
Yeah, I am.
This is where you said tempo vibes made sense completely. Slurkle, yeah, that's cool.
I'm so
Stun
sorry.
Turkle,
You've
that's-
really
that's
copped
the
the
limit.
brunt
That's
of all
the
of
limit.
this.
Stun Turkle is where you're like, oh, I think I've gone
This is a
too
bit
far
too
this time.
silly. Yeah.
Well, at least you've established that now. Thank
If
you.
you've
for that.
if you've watched Monty Python's and now for something completely different, you'll know that there is a line for "This is too silly."
Okay, well, I'm
And,
glad we
they're in a similar position, I think.
Yeah.
As it's now 6,000 gold.
I actually think the
reason why
best
we're
pick
talking
was
about some
probably
Turkles and
Janna,
things
yeah.
like that,
But
just
I don't know how
because
Janna looks in games like this. Does she get
T1
one shot or
doing
is she
their very
broken against
best
Rakan
to
Wukong?
find vision around this map.
I think
Gen G
Janna would have
have
fit their
so
comp
much
pretty
extra
well. It gives them
control.
lane pressure as well, doesn't it?
And 2.5 minutes is likely
I know it sounds a
when
bit
we're
silly,
going to
but
see the next fight.
it's like the only pick
T1
that
can
stops
perform a
Rakan,
miracle
surely, right?
there. And maybe there's a way back in as Doran once again finding some bad guys.
Canyon,
but
what are we
now
doing?
Has Owner with him. Warrior Trixie does bring
I will
Canyon
say-
over as that is going to be the red buff secured. There's the Impale as well, but Chovy will turn up. Owner having to flash away. The curtains have been drawn. Owner is able
Oh
to- never
my
mind.
god!
Shot going to come
There's
through,
no way he hit
and
that bullet.
No one can escape
What?
this Gen G today.
How the fuck
As
did he
Drew
hit
able to
that?
Just dash his way out of there.
He just
Gen G
threaded
find a
it
couple of
between
hits.
like
This could
3
break
people.
open even more of the base.
Just feels like there's no real recourse from T1. They're kind of just trying to get people out. run
Owners had
away,
a
disengage in the
stinker
situation.
game,
Oh, no.
rough. Him and Doran have just been, and Guma.
He's
I
gonna
mean,
get close
actually,
in
it's been a
on
rough
his
game for
health
T1
bar,
in general.
disappears in the blink of an eye.
Just
As
feels
the
like
flash
the
forward
owner
from
Dragon
T1
fight was a
for Angle,
horror.
still wanting
Doran
to
getting
find
cold
more,
bot was a
even though
horror.
there
The lane
is
phase
Inara
bot was
in
a
the
horror.
turret there. Gumayushi just not
Faker's just
really
been
doing
chilling.
the
He just
damage.
walked up and died, so we'll end.
Gullywall comes down looking a little bit
He's just,
sad there
you don't know
as
what to do
well.
anymore.
Would have liked to
Show a
catch
ruler
skin
POV
just for
now.
Gullywall to add a little bit of happiness.
Remember when we had hope that this was going to be a 3-gamer?
Show a ruler
I mean, it is a
POV
3-gamer.
now.
Oh, no, sorry, that this was going to be a close 3-gamer.
Yeah.
Right, it is a 3-gamer. Remember when we thought this was going to be like a tooth-and-nail 3-gamer and it's just been 2 stomps?
Well, I have teeth and nails, okay? So technically it still is.
Yeah, I guess.
Show the ruler
Does-
bullet.
A lot of these champions have teeth and nails.
Yeah. It's a general thing with creatures.
Yeah.
Just in general. Although I haven't
One
quite
here.
inspected
It's a
all of
third
the
shot.
models.
No, the full shot.
Yeah,
Oh!
just didn't quite work out.
Carrier
there.
was stunned.
As I
Guma was
believe,
walking a
Carrier
little.
actually trying to
Oh my
flash
god.
to block the shot.
I think he was trying to eat.
Yeah, Carrier failed his flash.
Yeah, didn't
And Guma's dead.
Yeah, where did he go?
Well, you know how they ban.
He's taking a nap. I like.
Do you remember when Gen G
Faker just has to
banned
send
Ball?
it and hope for the best.
They managed to
Well,
kill Ball.
the best game.
Is Tibbers
But
gonna kill him?
the game's lost.
I wanna know.
Well, we're not going to see it. As Doran in a rough spot.
Just keep running, Doran.
Well, that is Canyon getting slowed down there, so not going to be able to quite close in on the Yorick.
There's no Krugs there. I think Canyon might have killed them. How dare he?
Oh my, no wonder.
My
Doran was fighting
Krugs.
him, but he did have to flash away. Canyon still has his flash available as Owner now going to get slowed down. And catching Duro was never going to be an easy one.
Okay, we're flanking.
Yeah, Duran Ruler possibly in trouble. Let's see how the Ghoulie Wall is going to connect as the Morning Mist is going to miss. So, Morning Mist, it missed.
The Morning Mist.
Also, Ghoulie Wall not very effective against Rakan.
Oh, that's that 50 gold that we were talking
Oh,
about as well.
God.
As Duro, that's a little bit frightening
Wait.
as they do avoid
Engage
the
Tam
knockup,
Kench.
but- Oh, even the Battle Dance, Battle Dash gets him out. Oh, Duro, that is on.
Oh, Chovy has Rabadons in
that
base.
one.
Oh god, look at Annie's items.
Well, I think
Who's
Justice
tanking
for
it, guys?
Supports
Not
may be
me.
actually carrying some
What
weight
did
here in
Guma
this
do?
game.
I think it's a pretty good day for it.
Did he just get flashed on? And
Okay, that's
oh
how
my
that happened.
god.
The L play button.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
And
what the
Faker noticed
fuck?
that there weren't very many buttons left available.
What
for
the
Chovy.
fuck?
And then
Are
what
you
happened to the
serious?
Okay, yeah. Tibbers. Okay, we're gonna cut the video.
Yeah.
We'll never know. Maybe the space. No, don't give us that replay. I don't think you want that one. And Canyon just going to solo this last remaining elemental dragon and lock down the Infernal Soul.
I think after seeing that clip of Chovy one-shot Guma, I think I really was just asking myself, what did Gen.G need? More burst, I think.
Yep.
I think they were lacking that.
Faker's just
so
like, nice
they now have more
Ugemu.
burst.
Nice
Although
Ugemu.
He's more than 2 levels up.
Yeah, he's hit 2.5k again. So that's 3 games in a row.
To be fair, at least he's not the only one with 2.5k.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true. And Faker is ahead in farm by about 40 CS over Chovy.
Well,
how is that an Unk reference?
Talk about stats that are real that don't really mean all that much. Slurkle slows down Canyon momentarily, but T1, I don't think they're defending this particular inner turret. Still, they want to try by the looks of things. Deadly Flourish going to go a little bit wide as the Maiden getting amongst it. Gumayusi doing his best with that Q. More Slurkle value, but still the inner turret will fall down.
Is it
King
good
just
news or
walks
bad
up,
news that T1's
pulls in the
losing?
Maiden,
I mean,
finishes off that tower. Baron going to be up again in
for
2.5
Worlds,
minutes.
I don't know.
In this game,
normally they lose to Gen.G
they just
domestically.
have so
I
much
think this
damage.
year they've had one of them more.
Chovy with his
They were pretty
death cap
competitive this
now
year against
done,
Gen.G.
as well as Shadow Flame Malignance. Even though this Annie
I would
is
say,
the
is
one
that
with the
Guma's
smallest
health
gold
from an
advantage,
Annie E?
is still
I would
doing
say the
so much
meta
damage in
change
this game.
is maybe
As-
gonna
yeah,
hurt
see, there, for
T1
example, Ona was attacked,
unless
by the way,
something
guys,
changes
and now
before
he's
Worlds.
He's just got to delete it completely. They're going to kill the Maiden now?
Oh, no.
And Gen.G just look more coordinated.
Now Chovy having to deal with the
Oh,
Arcane
Faker.
Storm. Faker able to take him down, asserting his dominance against his opposite number, but still the
Also,
result is going to be
bot
a
lane
dead
was
inhibitor
smashing all 3
in
games
this
from
mid
Gen.G,
lane.
not gonna lie.
And I think this is just
I don't know what happened, but
confirmation
bot
that
lane is,
Chovy's
I don't know if
getting
it's
POF for this game.
gameplay or draft, but bot is completely
series
smashing from
For
Gen.G
his
today.
500th win.
Yeah.
And normally that's the T1 strength, you know.
Media when they can't just vote
They
for
draft the
Chovy.
winning bot, and that
You're
was
like,
their like
what are we
key
gonna
to
do?
moving the map.
It's going to be Ruler. You got
Who did the most damage?
Maybe Duro has the sick buff.
I think Ruler's probably going to
People
get
come
a
into
few
series
votes.
and they have like a mask
He
on
may
and we're like,
even
oh,
win.
they're sick and they have a headache.
We can't be too
But
upset
somehow,
about it
because they're
because
sick and
he
have a
hit
headache,
the bottom
they're
lane.
having the,
Oh, he
they're
just
completely
ulted him,
smurfing.
And then he did the blast cone into laser combo.
Yep.
Flash. Pretty neat. Faker's still really trying to make this game happen.
Absolutely.
I feel like it's a hard sell.
I mean, this is, as far as uphill battles are concerned, this is going to be a big one. I remember a time where Faker hit an ultimate on 4 people when they were behind 10,000
Faker was relatively
against
stable,
a
yeah.
team called EDG, and then they won.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep,
He almost has Rabadons on Victor,
So
and he's level 18. His whole team's level
That's all I
15.
got.
Well, if
Yeah.
Gen.G do all stand
Fuck!
together...
EDG didn't
Come on,
have
Faker.
Soul at the time, though.
Just
Or
protect
Archon.
me.
Or Grubs. Because they didn't exist.
Yeah. I mean, Grubs won't really help you that much. Since
No, but it was just another thing that they didn't have.
Yeah. Oh, Chovy just...
Did he miss a cannon?
He just
Did
missed a
he
cannon.
just miss a cannon?
Oh my goodness.
He's crumbling.
Wow, the 400s really were his prime. The 500s not really getting there.
Who is this player?
Yeah, he needs to lose this game.
Yeah, it's
so he
Infernal
can
Soul
stay on
Gen.G,
the
so
400s for longer.
the game is cooked. Unless there's
Wait,
an
no, he
Elder
won't
fight
still
randomly
his
where it
fight.
gets
On Annie
stolen.
as well?
Theoretically.
This champion...
We say
pretty good at CSing.
JJ.
Okay, here's another attempt.
Wow, we're not even going to watch it. Jonas Strong, not interested. He doesn't want to watch Annie farm.
Of course he'll get this one.
He's almost at Void
Oh,
as well.
Wifey's in bot lane. Hell yeah.
Nice work.
Couple rats there
So they
too.
get some bounty gold as in goes Dura, out goes Dura. Canyon.
Who's that on the side?
this flank
Oh,
angle,
it's
but do we get
Canyon.
vision? But
Hola!
It's just a little too late. Still Gumayushi's able to flash his way out.
Ruler
but Canyon
didn't hit Faker.
Still so healthy. There's
Faker
the
is-
flash forward.
Oh, Faker is
And
just
Jody
going in.
says good night to the top lane of T1. The Inara tried, but T1 are now all on the floor.
Everyone is
That
just
going to be
fucking
the game
one
win
shot.
from Gen.G, and it is
Jesus.
back-to-back
I will say Gen.G bot lane today was on
here in
point. Canyon
games
happy
2 and
little
3.
accidents.
As Gen.G really wanting to put an end to this regular
Not too
season
shabby.
that feels good, and man,
Not too shabby,
they are gonna
Gen.G.
be
You're
one
pretty good at the
heck
game.
of a raid boss moving into playoffs.
Looking good for playoffs. So T1 are now third place, which means that they will play in round 1. And Gen.G and HLE are already sitting waiting in round 2. So T1 are stuck in round 1. I don't know who they'll play yet, but they'll probably win against whoever that is, because these three teams run the league. And then I don't know who they go against when they win. They go against one of the two. And it's double elim anyway.
There it is.
But they'll play against one of those two.
Only two others, as Peanut and Faker ahead of him.
So it could be T1 KT round 1. It could be T1 DK round 1.
In the LCK, you know how time has flown. Of course, he has been here for 6 years now. Wow. Creating milestones all over.
Okay, chat, listen up, listen up, listen up. It's currently 10:30. The Los Ratones Grand Finals is at 5 p.m. The stream will go live a lot earlier. So right now, I'm going to end the stream. I'm going to do this little fan meet we've got going on in Stockholm. If you're in Sweden, want to get yourself a little jersey. And then I'm going to run to the venue, set up the stream, and I'll be live at around 2 to 3 p.m. 2 to 3 p.m. I'll be live for Los Ratones Grand Final. I'm not going to watch the DK series because it means nothing and I don't have time to do it. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the little morning stream. I'll be back in a few hours for Los Ratones Grand Final. Appreciate you all. Take care. If you're there for the Los Ratones in person, thank you for coming. It will be exciting to see everyone, and yeah, I hope you guys tune in for the games later, whether you're a hate watcher or an LR enjoyer. We got a lot of prep going on, so we need to finalize a few things, and we got a few surprises in terms of what we've been cooking. Hopefully we can show them. All right. See you later, chat.
But it just shows how much effort they have
Do you really want to be a winner chicken dinner? Do you really want to see why it takes forever? LR Grand Final versus Verdant, 5 p.m. game. 2 to 3 p.m. stream start. Okay. See you later, chat. Wait, is Crowny... Wait, Crowny's live. Streaming live from stage testing. Guys, hello. I need...
You guys hear me?
Okay, go say hello to Crowny. I'll raid Crowny, fuck it.
Hello.
Go say hello to Crowny.
No cam. The cam doesn't work.
Wait, the cam doesn't work on stage?
Yeah. The cam doesn't work. So I can't have the cam on.
Okay. Alright, I gotta go to the studio to make sure
everything's
everything's fixed. Alright, see you later, chat. Bye-bye.
And I can ruin the stream. No, I can't. There's no